Boom, there it is.
And we're live.
And we're live. Welcome to the Best of
everyone.
5 podcast.
Yeah.
I am King Fuyoshi.
I am X.
I'm Nerf. And we'll be taking to you live from the cave, obviously here in Fairfax, Virginia. We are getting ready to start our very first podcast. This is just a podcast where we will be talking about all things esports, but with a focus on the things that are most relevant to you, namely Smash and FGC. And some other
The
stuff.
things you're probably watching.
Hints of other things, but mostly the good stuff, the goodies.
A little bit of salt.
Exactly.
Oh.
Oh,
Just a
no,
little-
actually,
just a little bit of
actually,
salt?
I've got
A little
more.
bit.
I've got a lot more salt.
Why are you so salty?
A
Thursday,
lot
you
more
weren't feeling
salt.
it, dog?
No, actually, so Thursday I was actually. No, I wasn't feeling it. I played Tengu round 1. Don't talk to me. Okay, I had to play Tengu round 1 because he
How-
was late and he's seated under me. That's not right.
Why did he get seated under you?
Because he was late.
Oh, poor Joe.
He's always late.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
always
yeah.
late, and we
Yeah.
always know he's late. And then they're like,
What's,
"Oh, we guess he wasn't in bracket." And it's like, "Oh, thanks, guys."
So I'm asking this genuinely. How'd you do?
I went 1-2.
Yeah, you did? You
I
took
mean,
the game?
What? No. Against Tengu?
yeah, it's
no,
Tengu,
no,
yeah.
no. Tengu 2
Oh,
owed me.
okay.
I had a
Yo.
chance. No, that's the thing. Like he went hero game 2, and I think I ended up He hocus pocus himself to sleep, and I was like, well, I don't really want to win like this, so I didn't fully charge the S Smash.
Oh,
You
nope,
didn't want to
nope.
win this
I
way?
didn't really win. No, I didn't want to win that way. That's
Bruh.
not fair.
Hell
That's not fair.
no.
He put himself to sleep. That's not gonna help me get better.
Hell no. We take those, bruh. I'm
Alright.
taking that all day. I'm taking it
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
bank. I'm cashing it in.
I mean,
would've-
I
would've
realized that
taken
after.
and then thrown it out to everybody that I had a higher skill level.
Oh,
because
okay.
of that.
Fair enough. Fair
Like-
enough.
I'd have been like, hey, bruh. RNGesus is on my side.
Fair.
Jesus.
Shout out, big ups.
Oh, that's
RNGesus.
hilarious.
I mean, it's okay. I learned my lesson. Next time it's on site.
Yeah.
Next time it's on site. Hey,
Next time it's on
hey,
site.
That's right.
Tengu.
No mercy.
Nerf
No
says it's on
hesitation.
site next time.
If you
bruh.
hocus pocus yourself to sleep,
It's
you
a
earn
wrap.
what you get. Okay. I don't know what you hit that button 3 times, and then one of the times he slowed himself too, and I was like, I
Catch-
still
Then
didn't
why?
do anything.
Catching
Then
that
why?
Pac-Man heat.
No, you take advantage of it
Nah.
next time.
All right, guys.
If he's PR'd, you rock that
I
man.
don't care. I don't care. I
All
don't
right,
care.
guys. Let's.
All right.
What do we got today, boys?
So today, we're just gonna go over really quick things that happened in the past few weeks. We've got a few top 8s to go over. I
We got
guess.
hella top 8s to go over.
Yeah, I guess
I
so.
really do.
So first up, we have the grind last night. This is obviously the most recent one. This is what happened last night. Dexter won the grind last night over
Hey.
Desai in grand finals.
That's what's up.
So Desai actually, playing, I'm assuming Roy. He's also got, a couple other characters he can pull out, but that's been a good week for him. Dexter obviously is no stranger to top 8s and no stranger to winning the grinds or any Xanadu tournament and in general, just because he's like the spiciest wolf in MD.
Yeah.
And then you got Waluigi, who plays Snake in 3rd, and
Okay,
Jalem,
makes
who
sense.
also plays Snake in 4th. So
Oh,
2 Snakes in
shocker.
top 4. Fun times.
Yeah. Snake.
Pog.
Snake's a fun character, man.
Yeah. And then, of course, ZD and Osiris tied for 5th. And Schniggly, who actually is a... Yes.
Okay.
Schniggly.
I just want to make sure.
Yes,
I heard
Schniggly.
that. Schniggly.
Yeah, he's a Bowser main, and he actually just came. He just like moved
Can-
to the area.
Can
so
you
he's
imagine?
new.
Can you imagine getting beat by a guy named Schniggly? Like you're talking to your boys later in the night, you're like, "Yeah, man, how'd you do?" They really won, but then
But then
I
Schniggly
went up
dunked
against
me.
I went up against Schniggly.
And he
the
was
one
like,
only.
Honestly,
"Bro,
Yeah,
you
so-
had to fight Schniggly. How'd that go?"
it's like, oh god, he's a terror.
Yo, Schniggly's here.
Bro,
I mean, yeah.
honestly though, you can't even take your boy seriously when he says that. You look at him like you lost to it. One, his name sounds like he means Jigglypuff.
It sounds like
I guess so.
It sounds like an Info TV merch, like Info TV commercial. I can't talk
Info
right now.
TV commercial.
Thank you, that one. Sorry, mixed that up. Like one of those pillows. Like this is the perfect pillow. Like that's who you lost to. You lost to my pillow, basically.
Oh
Just-
no.
Just kind of put it over him. It's like,
Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Schniggly and Decorn both tied for 7th. And so Schniggly, this is obviously a good start for him. I mean, he's been doing pretty well in the past couple of weeks. He's been in MDVA, and
Yeah.
he's obviously like a new Bowser main that we have to like contend with.
Oh.
So that's good.
shout out to the boy for
Yeah.
coming in here and making top 8.
Right.
Yeah.
And Decorn obviously plays Yoshi. He's a regular at Xanadu, but this is definitely another good week for him. So
Yeah.
lots of
I'm so
upsets.
excited,
I know. Don't get me started about Yoshi. We're not gonna talk about that.
Oh,
Anyway.
yeah. All right, never mind.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Okay.
Other than that, so the cave, obviously on Thursday, going a little bit farther back, the cave had pretty interesting stuff. Iota ended up winning.
Ah,
Well,
Yeah.
the whole
nice.
thing. Yeah.
Excellent.
All right, so I've got it right here for us.
Yeah.
We've got Iota got
Yep.
first, Matador got second, Zerom in third, Alternus, a
Alternates.
Little Mac
Yes.
Little
oh my
Mac.
Oh, I got
God,
some
you
thoughts
guys.
about
in
this
fourth.
That Little Mac was so incredibly hype.
Hold on, I'll give him the
yeah,
full
okay,
rundown.
sorry. Okay, my bad.
5th was tied for Lemon and Cordy, and
Yeah.
7th was Sci-Fi and Tengu. Now back to alternates.
Oh no.
Bro,
A little
where
Mac.
did this man? I've never. Okay, I can't
Why?
remember if I've seen him play before, but dang.
I played him once. All right, I'm not gonna lie. So I
Yeah.
played him back.
Yeah, you played him 3 months ago or something like that, right?
Yeah, I played him a while ago back at George Mason, and I
Yeah.
thought he was just
Whatever.
back then. I was pretty trash,
Yeah.
so I thought he was just being a rude guy. I
That-
was
you didn't know.
salty. I was like, oh, this man really has no respect. He just gonna run up on me with a little Mac
Yeah.
like that. That's how you feel, bruh.
You didn't know that
And,
was
like,
your man. That was his
yeah.
man's.
But now that I've
everyone's
seen,
fans.
I got a little bit more respect for him. I'm not as salty,
A
but
little bit more respect. Oh, I mean, hey, anyone who could like top 8 through a lot of upsets like that. Like, I mean, what
with
were
the
the
little
upsets?
Mac.
It's a statement.
I mean,
to
I'm
it.
Little
serious.
Mac.
No, that man upset Prince Ralts, who was playing Crom at the time.
Yeah.
Lemon.
Oh,
He beat Lemon.
I
He
had
beat
a-
Zerom. Obviously, Zerom had to run it back and was
yeah.
It was close.
I had a chance
Close.
to commentate the Prince Relts and Alternus match. That was absolutely insane.
Mhm.
Every time we got the KO punch, I'm like, all right, this is the true test of a Little Mac, right? You can be a good Little Mac, but like nailing the KO punch isn't as easy as you think, because like after a few seconds, you get hit out of it. So you really have to find the proper timing.
Right.
And he nailed it twice in one game, and I was like, this
It's
is
true.
my guy.
That's what he did
And
to Zero.
I
or
popped
not
off.
Zero.
If anybody
Who was it?
watched the stream, was watching the stream, was here to hear me pop off, I couldn't hold it in, man. It was absolutely
Okay,
just
you can,
insane
you
to
can.
watch.
That's what he did to
No.
Lemon.
Oh, did he?
He was on
Oh,
ledge.
that was the clip you were in.
He was on ledge. Neutral get up,
Yeah.
dashes up to him, shields, dodges around, neutral beat. I'm like,
Right,
bro,
right,
what?
right.
I love the way Little Mac looks too when he
Yeah,
does
the
it,
minus
man.
movement. Yeah,
Li-
and sick. And,
Yeah.
and the way he,
What-
I mean, he's the only person I've ever seen to edge guard with Little Mac.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
Goes
yeah.
off stage.
yeah, off stage. Who
Going off
goes
stage, like
is
I was
Little
like,
Mac?
there's no way this is gonna work.
Yeah,
Oh, my
went
God.
off
And then it
stage,
worked, and I was
fared
like,
one,
there's
and
no
got back.
And
way
it's,
that was
it's the
gonna
softness
Right
of
out
hits
there.
too when he goes off stage. Just like a little.
just a
It's
tap,
just the
just a
fluff
tap,
of the glove, just
just a
slapping
tap,
you in the face.
just
This
the
guy.
warm
He takes-
up, the warm
Takes
up.
the glove off.
Exactly,
Yeah, right.
exactly. He
Ah.
issued the challenge.
These aren't taped on. Yeah,
Wow.
I love the close-ups too. One of my favorite things about the Smash Ultimate, of course, is like the zoom in once you get
Yeah.
the last stock, or if you have like a KO punch.
Bro, those
And when you
faces
look
are
at
priceless.
Mac, he's just like fully extended. You can tell he's putting everything into this punch.
Yeah,
It's just,
yeah, yeah.
it's just so satisfying.
And
to
your
see.
character's face is just always like,
I mean, he really is
Oh,
putting
man.
everything into it because if you miss, it's like
Yeah, you're right. It leaves you very
It's a
vulnerable.
good, like-
Very true,
that's
Nerd.
it.
Very
that's a
true.
good like 40
That's
frames
it.
of
that's it. He stands there. He's
input
like,
combo here.
oh, that was tough. And you're just sitting there with a charged F smash, like, yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just looking
Yeah,
him in
it
the
was.
face like, as Link just hit him with the, yeah, dog,
Yeah,
that's
it was.
crazy.
Yeah.
Hold
That
this
was,
from
that
this
was pretty
side.
tight. That's pretty tight. Yeah, good job, dude. Ah, I got him. I get him.
DK's almost looks like a hug at first.
He's like,
It's like,
You
bring it
missed.
in, bro.
Yeah.
Don't bring it in. Stay right there.
Yeah.
no,
I-
Exactly. We hit the Dikembe. He hit the Dikembe too many times. Man.
Yeah.
So
shout out to Alternus for that little.
yeah,
back.
shout out
That
to
was
Alders.
insane.
That was the cave. Obviously we have some FGC stuff as well.
Actually, let's check on the melee first.
Okay, yeah, we
Before
do
we
melee.
Ooh,
We'll do
melee.
Yes. So for the Caves Melee Mondays, first goes to Bobby Big Balls.
Gotta love it.
Yep.
Friggin'
A man who needs no introduction.
The triple B.
Not at all, man.
Where you going?
Second goes to Bomb Mom. Third
Okay.
goes to Juice Box. Fourth goes to Busy Boy. Fifth went to J Bash and Wisp. And seventh went to Seabass and ESA.
Oh, okay.
I,
Right on.
Bobby Big Balls. I don't even watch Melee, but you
Can't.
can't escape that name.
No.
If you come here on a Monday
No,
and you
you
hear that
certainly
name, you
can't.
never forget.
No.
you certainly can't. That's an experience.
Yeah.
And
Like,
then-
wow, that guy got by with having that name, and you're like, well,
Well, that's
Sometimes they own it.
you'd
Sometimes
be
they own it.
surprised.
It's
You'd
kinda
be
funny, dog.
surprised.
Like
It
our
is
boy
surpri-
Steve
it's
from
funny.
accounting.
But I was, Steve from accounting. I love Steve.
the
no,
best
I love
name
Steve from
ever.
Steve from accounting is actually like a hilarious.
Like the most harmless thing. It's like in a passing.
a
you'd
nice
say,
guy,
oh,
too.
like Steve from accounting. You don't expect to come here
And he
put
made it-
down the hurt.
I was about to say
Alright.
he made it super far in bracket when
Yeah.
he came.
He did. No, he's a super nice guy and very talented.
Steve's
Super
putting in
nice
that
guy,
work,
and then
man.
he's like,
accounting for your mistakes.
"Good game, dog.
Oh.
You just 3-stocked me.
Never
Don't
mind.
shake my hand."
Yeah.
He's about to shake his head. No, yeah, it's true. I would say like melee players have like really interesting names. I think they always have more interesting names than ultimate. I think the ultimate players they always have to like. Usually you're on like your third tag
Yeah.
or something like that. You're on like your third tag. You're like, I gotta switch it up. I gotta like have something new.
You gotta
Yeah,
spice it
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Bobby
Melee players are just like, nah.
Bobby
I'm
Big
juice
Balls.
box. I'm juice box. It's like, all right,
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
It's like,
All right.
Couldn't get away with that.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
then-
Shout outs to Melee then.
So then we also have the Xanadu, which is one of our locals here. Jerry got first. That's it. Just Jerry.
Just
Jerry.
Just Jerry.
Jerry.
I mean,
Hey, the man
it's
himself.
probably not even his name. It's probably not even his name.
It is. It is.
The man formerly known as Jerry. Oh, it is?
Yeah. The second place actually goes to our
Nerf.
man, Bobby Big Balls.
Bobby B.
Wow, the Bobby V. He's
I
back
don't
once
even know
Hey,
him.
again.
I
those
love
big
that
balls
name.
travel, you know?
Gotta
Yeah.
love it. I gotta love it, man.
Third place goes to Waddle.
Yeah.
Fourth goes to the Brig.
Yeah.
Fifth
What am I talking
goes
about,
to
man?
Bees, question mark.
Bees, look at this. Look at this. This is what we're talking about. These names, man. Who comes up with this? Oh, God.
Fifth, he also tied for fifth with I9K.
Okay.
Okay.
And
i9K. Did you
Seventh-
just name himself after an Intel processor?
I guess, I don't know.
Bro.
Guess so.
And then seventh goes to Shogun and Jeez Louise.
Jeez Louise.
Jeez
Mm.
Louise.
I love
Louise.
these names, man.
Well, I guess that's what you say after
Keep
you
it
play 'em.
creative and stand out. I'm telling you, no one is ever not gonna remember Bobby Big Balls. So I
Never.
respect it.
Certainly
Keep
not.
bringing the crazy names.
Bobby,
Yeah.
Bobby,
Big Balls. Bruh,
Um,
that has to be the best person to cheer for.
Oh yeah, yo my boy Bobby B.
What
It's like
what
that's
does the
too,
B
it's
stand
too,
for?
it's too
Big
long. You
Balls.
have to shorten
Balls,
it. That's the thing.
man.
You have to shorten it. And if you want to
Bobby
like,
B.
if you want to goon out and like cheer for him, like how are you gonna be like, let's go Bobby Big Balls? That's not. That's not.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
not
yeah.
the move.
Bobby
That's
B.
not the move.
Bobby
You
Big
can't have
B's.
no street cred
That's
cheering
not
for
No,
that
no,
man.
no. No man, my man Bobby B's coming through.
Anyway,
What's
so
B stand for?
Yo.
so in terms of like bigger tournaments, so Shine was the past
Yeah.
couple weeks.
Yes.
Oh,
We have a
Shine.
lot of results for that one. So
Sorry.
the big one is obviously
it to me.
Sam Sora beating Leo.
Yes.
I know.
Yes.
That's the big one.
I know. I actually
So-
watched that.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to watch it. I was scrolling through the news though, and I did see that highlight. I was really happy to see that, honestly. And I love watching MKLeo
Man,
play.
that's
but-
racist. I'm just kidding.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Where's the racism in that?
He is Mexican.
What?
That's Leo. That's Leo. You know, you can't. He's like.
I love Leo.
It's the Hungry Box reference. Come on, man.
Okay, no, I didn't get
Oh.
it. Sorry. Oh,
Yeah, y'all don't get that?
No.
Okay. Well,
Oh.
that was
You're
that
too,
was-
no worries.
it was
All
you're
right.
an
too
old
hip
reference.
for us,
No, it
dog.
was an old reference. So no, it's not even an old reference. Like literally, like that was something Hungry Box said on commentary. Like when he was like, it was just
Yeah,
just
it's all
funny. It
good.
was just funny.
The
All right, yeah.
pinnacle of
So
H-box.
Leo,
Yeah.
so Leo obviously being number one in the world, as we know. Sam Sora has always been a threat. Smash 4,
Yeah.
and then absolutely in Smash Ultimate.
The ultimate
I
character
hate
loyalist. The
Peach.
ultimate character
Peach-
loyalist.
No, really. I mean, yeah, doing so much work with Peach. Absolutely. But what's up, buddy?
He pulled a bomb on him
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
match.
yeah.
And that,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that's the thing. That was echoes of SmashCon too, because literally in SmashCon he pulls the bomb, Joker
Yeah.
guns it immediately, it blows up. Sam Sora takes 30% damage for free,
Yeah.
and instantly
Yeah.
sets the momentum in Leo's favor. Here,
He was just like,
not this time, not
What
this
is
time. He
this?
throws it and instantly,
Yeah.
he pulls it instantly,
Where-
throws it,
Do you
and
guys,
like
do you
no
guys
reaction.
know where Sam Sora sits on the PGR right now?
Oh, I don't know. Top 5.
Shit.
It's not. I don't even think it's top 5.
I don't think
Wow.
so either.
Let's assume it's top 10.
I don't even know
just
it's
to
top
be-
5.
Let's assume it's top 10 just to be safe. That's
Right.
an incredible
For
statement
sure,
to
top
make
10.
against
For
the
sure.
number one player who he's won the last
He's been
few
unstoppable.
tournaments
He
in a
was
row.
considered to be
He
the
won Super-
undisputed. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
considered to
won
be the
Super Smash
undisputed.
Con.
He
Yep.
should go into
Tweak,
UFC,
Tweak always
dog.
riding on that number 2. But our boy Sam Sora really putting in that work, man. I have to think that when the next PGR comes out, he's going to move up a few spots.
Oh yeah, there's
I mean,
no
he
doubt.
has to.
I
There's
need-
no doubt. I
there's-
mean, grand finals of SmashCon,
He's-
grand finals of Shine, winning
Yeah.
Shine.
He is always
huge
always a threat. And you
The
guys
only
know
thing
this.
I need to talk about from that man
Yeah.
is why does he always look like that?
Sam Sora?
Yes.
what?
Like what?
He just looks like nothing. Just
Oh, I know. Yeah.
He's in the
Yes.
zone, dude.
Yeah, cold face.
That's the thing. So some top players, they have a pop off. You know, they have pop offs. They have pop off moments. But you know, MK Leo is like one of those ones who doesn't have a pop off either, right?
Yeah,
it's like
he's
a lot of
really
people are
relaxed.
confused. And you know, whenever he was, whenever he
I
won
mean, when you're the
SmashCon,
best in the world, you
MK
just be like,
right?
yeah,
but
bruh.
he admitted that he felt like relief after like winning SmashCon, but he knew how it felt to be like in that position to like have the
Be that
two
close and then
game
just be like-
lead and like and basically have
What I-
it snatched from you. He didn't want to pop off like that to
Yeah.
make him feel that.
What I love about MK Leo's expression is that he always looks like he just happened to come across the tournament by accident. Like he was just walking on the street. He's like, "Oh, a tournament," and his expression is always just like, "I guess I'm here to play," and he gets like first place every time.
And then he's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just
Wow.
relaxed. He's
He's
like,
I mean,
he?
and
yeah.
when he wins, he
He's a
gets
teenager.
He takes his controller, he stands up, and he's just like, you know,
He's just
like,
a teen. I mean, he's just a teenager. Yeah, you know, he's
Yeah.
like, you know, he's he's got so much talent, and it's hard. It's hard at that level to be like,
How
of
old
course
is
I'm the
he?
best. Of course I'm the best.
No. And I don't think he should have that mentality. I was just saying it's
Yeah.
surprising from that age group.
How old is he?
Like 15 or 16?
No,
16?
he's older than that. He's like 17, 18.
Is he? 17?
He's like
Leo?
17, 18.
No, are you sure?
Leo. Yes.
18?
Yes.
Okay.
He's
Cool.
that young?
Oh,
Yes.
oh, dang.
Oh
Yeah.
my
He
God.
was when he came into Smash 4 taking stocks off zero, he was 15 actually. Yes,
He
that
is
makes sense.
aging
Yes.
horribly.
Aging horribly.
He
What
does
do you
look-
mean?
He does look, yeah, okay, I can see that. Yeah, he does look a little older than that now, yeah.
Ah, come on.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
some.
Maybe it's the hair. Maybe it's the like.
He dyes
the
his hair a
blonde
lot.
Fra-
streaks.
the frazzle.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he just
Yeah.
dyed it blue too.
Honestly, I was gonna guess like 25 though. So I mean, it's
Oh,
not
dang.
not aging horribly.
All right.
Definitely not 25.
Yeah.
Definitely not 25.
I thought he could at least
Alright.
get a drink. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
you
none
thought
of-
wrong.
So
None of
yeah,
that.
Shine
No,
was
don't give MKLeo a drink. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
So
Don't
Sha-
try and be a nice guy and buy him a drink.
Don't be like, oh, MKLeo, let me buy you a drink. He'll be like, sorry, no. Maybe in Mexico, but
not
like
21.
here,
Sorry, bro.
Is it? Oh yeah, you're right. I don't know.
something like that.
Oh,
Anyway.
I have no clue what the legal drinking age is.
Yeah.
I think
That's
it's
neither here
tw-
nor
it's
there.
21.
It's not
yeah.
21. It's not 21. I don't think so.
I think it is actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
The more you know. All right.
Anyway.
what we got next on
So-
the list?
Anyway, so that was Shine. Let's get back into that. So obviously Nairo it got third. Mars got fourth. Dark Wizzy had a really good
Mars got
tournament.
fourth.
Of course, Dark Wizzy made the joke that it was just like, oh, well, I guess technically it wasn't Dark Wizzy. Someone else made the joke, but the Dark Wizzy kind of adopted the joke. But it was like, oh, made it to top 8 without like getting any PGR wins, like just casually. Like just no PGR
Yeah,
wins. Just
yeah,
like
yeah.
he just like destroys his way to the top and be like, yeah, well, I had an easy bracket.
I'm here. Yeah.
Slaps
It's like,
all,
well, I had an easy
Yeah.
bracket.
slaps
But
all
he's
these
still
kids
good.
on the way up.
Good in his
Yeah.
own right.
Get out of here, bruh.
Mars and Mars too, man. I love the
Mars is
movement
super
we've
good.
seen from Mars from Smash 4. I mean, he was great in Smash 4. Don't get me wrong, but I love the push that he's made in Ultimate.
I couldn't remember because I know I think I remember either watching Mars or Dark Wizzy. I know one of them just I was ruined for them and they choked so bad.
Yeah.
I think it was
Mm.
Dark Wizzy actually.
Yeah, it was Dark Wizzy. The Dark Wizzy, I don't want to say choke, but the Dark Wizzy choke was real that tournament.
I mean, it happens,
like
though.
the throw.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens, dog. Like
It does happen, the pressure situation, and obviously it's like you have to drop the ball a little bit, but the other opponent has to like pick it up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
You
sure.
know, they have to like pick up the ball that you drop. Be like, all
Yep.
right, cool, I'll run
Yeah,
with it.
I always find it tough. Like once you have that lead, and then the moment that the momentum shifts, you're like, okay, well, do I go for mix-ups? Are they gonna keep reading what I'm doing?
Right.
If I try and mix it up, are they gonna read that?
Oh,
And then you're like,
absolutely.
well,
Yeah.
And certain characters can just come from behind like that. So
absolutely.
stuff.
Arson.
Arson, yeah.
You.
Persona 5.
Oh,
game.
Lucario. No,
Yeah, but
No one?
Lucar.
no one.
Yeah.
Cordy's out there. I know. Anyway.
Cordy. Yeah.
So
Yeah, okay.
That's
I'll
fine.
gi- I'll give you
That's
that.
fine.
yeah, so Dark
This is-
Wizzy
this
tied
is
with the
fine.
Buzz,
My
which
boy-
is a good week for him.
My boy Cordy's always saying that. That's fine.
That's
I
fine.
love Cordy. Yeah.
That's fine.
Gets clapped. That's
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 fine.
fine.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Like
all part of my
yeah,
calculation.
that's fine.
All according
He
to
gets
Kikaku.
hit by a bus. He gets up. That's fine.
That's fine. He's invincible, man.
Dang,
You
what
can't
is
keep-
it? Fun.
You can't keep this man down.
I know.
Just-
So yeah, then we had Rafi X, who's Rob main.
Okay.
We all love the Rob mains. He tied with Tweak, and Tweak
Oh wow.
got 7th, which is kind of
Yeah.
unusual for Tweak.
A bit uncharacteristic.
A
Usually.
bit uncharacteristic.
Isn't he
usually in
top
the top
5?
3.
He
He's
is top
number
five.
2.
He's number
He's number 2.
2. Yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah. Hey,
So,
man,
yeah.
that
Now- and
detailed dash attack.
Tweak is one of my favorite players, but he
Oh, really?
obviously has an immense amount of talent. Being Leo's bracket demon at a few points in time as
Yeah.
well.
And he's got a good character roster too,
He has a great character roster, great mastery of those characters.
and picks up
his
characters
biggest,
too.
His biggest issue, which of course I'm sure he knows and other people probably know, is just emotional containment. And I won't pretend to know at all what it's like to be up on that stage in front of all those people and have to
For sure.
maintain that pressure. But just always seems to, like we saw in those 2 tournaments, I think it was Super Smash Con and
Shine.
Was it Shine? No, it was a
Which
different
one are you
one.
talking
So
Frostbite?
there was 2 tournaments in a row, and hopefully somebody will correct this.
Momocon?
Where he might have been Momocon, where he was in grand finals with MKLeo, and MKLeo just completely reversed 5-0'd him,
Yeah.
5-0'd him once, and then reversed 3-0'd him.
Yeah.
And it just seems like he always starts off amazing, and then he allows himself to be overtaken by just like the pressure,
And sometimes
which
it's
is
endurance.
unfortunate. Which is unfortunate because I personally think Tweak has the potential to be. I mean, he's number 2 obviously, so it's not like it's crazy to call out, but
Right.
number 1, absolutely. I love
Yeah.
love his playstyle as well.
Yeah.
Definitely prior to even Shine, everyone was just like, MKLeo is 1, and 2 is not even touching him. Like there is,
True. Yeah.
they were like,
Right.
there
True.
is, it is.
Right.
Yeah.
It is night and day between the two.
Right.
First
Yeah.
and second is not even the same thing.
Yeah,
right.
true,
And
very
yet the
true.
past couple months has been, kind of shaking that up a lot, right? Obviously, so Sam Sora kind of edging his way in.
That's
But then Tweet kind of dropping off just a little bit in the past month. I mean,
Yeah.
he always has the opportunity to pull it back.
well, he did great in the 2 tournaments that were within the last month, but Shine at 7th is definitely an odd placing for him.
For sure.
Yeah.
And it's tough, and it's interesting because Nairo, sometimes gets kind of gets not good seeding and like the way the bracket
Yeah.
works for him.
How-
Usually he has to like fight a lot of the same people a lot of the same
Yeah,
time.
Hey, man.
Can you guys tell me
This
how,
time he finally got through. He broke through.
how has Nairo been doing overall? I feel like this year. I
Well-
feel like we haven't seen really big, heated moments with him. You
We
guys feel
saw
like
that
that's
one
true?
salt reel. We saw that.
Well, I guess
I don't
so.
think I saw that.
I mean, there's also
What tournament was that?
I don't
It
remember.
was not Frostbite.
it
We've
wasn't
had so many
Frostbite. It
Smash
was
tournaments.
I think it was either.
It was after
around that.
Frostbite.
It was after Frostbite. It was just around that
Exactly.
time though.
yeah.
I do remember watching that because I remember he got beat and the other dude it was Mars.
Mm.
So Mars popped off. Mars is
Yeah,
dabbing on
Yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah.
Nairo,
Kind of like salt.
a good like 30 minutes after the match, Nairo in the chair.
Yeah, he
Oh.
kind of slumped a little
He
bit.
was
yeah,
stuck.
Oh,
it sucked.
He did not move. He just stared at
Like
the
from the
screen.
movie Get Out, he was just like,
Not
he-
like
You're
that.
stuck in the
more,
chair.
more like depressed and not frozen. Not
More
like,
like looking
Oh,
at the
gotcha.
screen
Not
like
like-
that should
not
have
like
Ganon
fearful,
on
but
it.
yeah.
like, ugh,
Wow.
can't believe that
He
happened.
should have gone Ganon.
Yeah.
Don't-
It's interesting
I don't
seeing
know.
Nairo.
I don't think that. I
I'm,
don't think
I'm
that.
tired of seeing that lunch lady.
I know. Don't get me wrong. Paulo is kind of
I was about to say, for those of you that don't know, Palu is the lunch lady.
I didn't
in the
know
prison.
that.
She's prison lunch lady, man.
I didn't know
She
that.
gives you the same thing.
What do you expect?
Yeah,
Oh, here comes the
yeah,
gruel.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Every
Every day.
Tuesday, slops the gruel on your tray.
Up here on
Here's
your
your
tray.
gruel.
Yeah.
Oh,
It-
Paulo, come on.
Yeah.
It
You know what
works,
it
but
is.
like
We in prison. This is your punishment.
honestly, like Palu can I get a little spice, and that's when they do those teleport cancels. But that's about it.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
spice.
yeah, yeah.
That's
That-
the spice.
That's the spiciest thing you'll get out of Palu.
Dang, dude.
True. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Nairo, I don't know if he's like really considering switching characters, but I don't know. Palu's, kind of boring. I'm not gonna lie, like
Yeah,
I could
I
pop off
agree.
for a Palu. Like I could
You can
support
pop
a
off for
Palu. I
anything,
could
though.
support a Palu.
Yeah.
But it's like
I can't.
I just don't like
Watching.
as a spectator it doesn't really matter so much because it's like my opinion doesn't matter.
Right, right.
I don't really care.
Yeah, no.
But
they
it's
will-
like
they will not
as
change
as
their
a
main
as
because
like
of you.
someone who's like a commentator like who like pays attention is like who's kind of invested
Yeah.
or interested. I definitely just want to see like a more like a higher skill ceiling character for him.
Oh,
Like-
that's a great way to say that, Nerf.
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly
feel
agree.
that.
We saw him drop the ZSS. Mars doing really well with it, so I'm not sure. Maybe Nairo just doesn't.
Well,
feel quite
Mars
right
doesn't
with
think
the new
CSS is very good. So
I know, I know.
So where are we at?
I know.
Hey,
but,
I feel
but to be
that.
fair, though, Mars
I
is
know.
doing much better with
No,
CSS
absolutely.
than
Let's-
Nairo is,
let's
and even
also
beating
be-
him in the Ditto.
Sure.
Let's be hella honest.
Yeah.
If you main someone, when you play them, you are the biggest critic. Because I think my main is complete garbage, but I will not change.
Yeah, but you main him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because
That's
I'm
the thing.
hard-headed, though.
That's the thing. Is like it's like Mars like as much stuff as he talks about ZSS is like the fact that he hasn't switched characters is
Telling.
it's telling.
Yeah. it's
Hey,
telling.
man, that just means he really likes
telling.
ZSS.
I mean, he also likes Captain Falcon. I love seeing Mars Captain Falcon, but
C-Pop
Captain
is
Falcon is a
hype.
broken
Falcon is
character and not in a good way.
Falcon's broken?
Yeah, he doesn't
I
work.
can see it a few times. Yeah,
He doesn't work.
Yeah.
In what way?
All of his hitboxes do not hit you.
This is
That
true.
is the whole point of them. They
I-
are hitboxes,
Yeah, right.
I
and he
feel
doesn't
like
do anything.
his side B is like, oh, bruh, did you do anything in this immediate vicinity for the last
Yeah.
20 seconds?
Right.
Yeah, it's like
Mm.
I'm so glad that they increased the sweet spot on his knee. How about you fix his grab? How about you fix his side B?
Yeah,
How about
yeah,
you do
yeah.
anything else that's like he really needed?
How
But the
about you
sweet
make
spot on the
him
knee, that
viable?
was so important.
Yeah.
That was
It's
fair.
funny because watching
'Cause that's all you
watching
play him
play, I
for.
wouldn't think that he's broken or bad.
No, you're right. I mean, that is what every Captain Falcon's gonna go for. Every
Yeah.
90% of the time, they're like, oh, I'm just leading into the knee. Like no matter what it is, it's always leading into the knee.
It's
Yeah.
like, bruh, are you in the air?
I got
This
15
knee looking
options, but
fire
yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Oh, bruh, are you on the ground? You know what else looking good?
The knee. The
This
knee.
knee.
Yeah. Exactly.
Nice.
This
So-
knee? No, that knee. I'm sorry. It was
Oh,
right.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
funny. Other than that, so other big names in the top 9 through 13: Jackal, Black Twins, Leon, who's really good, Bowser. We got Esam, who finally went to a major with everyone else.
Hey,
JW, Juice, Nick
Dude, my
C,
dude
and
is so
Schroeder.
cringy.
Yeah, I mean it's
What's
super
cringy?
important. Obviously,
Pizza.
it's just important to see like all this like character diversity. Like obviously this is a very 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 diverse top 8. Every single person was carrying a different character.
That's true. Joker. Oh, I hate Joker.
Yeah, I mean we know Joker, but I mean Peach, Palu, Joker, ZSS. Mars also played Mega Man and Ike. Apparently.
No, he did not play Mega Man.
That he played Mega Man and Ike at
Wow.
Shine.
Let's
Apparently, I don't know how
Mars.
far in bracket that was, but that's what they wrote.
Who played Mega Man?
Mars.
I think I saw that.
Yeah.
I can't remember who he played it against.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But
Yeah.
I think he played it in top 8.
No, I mean his fundamentals are absolutely so sick. So he can play a lot of characters at that level. But
Hey man,
it's interesting to see like how long he's been. I wonder how long he's been on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, let's see. Melee, obviously the only Melee Hungry Box.
Oh.
Number 1.
Did
Again.
Leffen enter?
Leffen did enter, but he actually got upset. He got 5th, and as far as I
I
know,
saw that.
he got upset relatively early. I think.
Was it
so
by
Moki.
Falco?
No, Moki, a Fox,
Oh.
beat Leffen's Fox.
Mhm.
So Moki was like 9th seed, so it wasn't like that huge of an upset.
Yeah.
But Moki had a really good weekend because he also beat Fiction, who was 8th seed.
Mm.
So apparently Moki's just really good at the Fox Ditto, I guess.
Yeah.
He was like,
for
"Hey,
him.
bro,
Do
you know how the Fox Ditto works? Just I fox faster than your fox."
Do you think that
Pretty much.
Leffen's Fox is kind of fallen off a little bit? I was watching that match between him
Certainly
and,
not.
and Falco, and maybe it was a Falco player, and it didn't look as clean as I remember.
Certainly not.
What? What? Oh no. Okay, it was SmashCon. SmashCon. Leffen slapped the life out
Yeah.
of HBox. Like,
yeah.
like the life out of
Yeah,
this
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
And Grand Finals, it
It's
was a
true.
3-0.
Yeah.
Like, it was not a question.
Solid there.
Like,
It
Absolutely.
was just weird. I can't remember which match it was, but it was either against a Falco or maybe it was a Fox Ditto, and he just was like getting called out repeatedly, and I had never
And
seen.
I mean,
Leffen
yeah,
really
sure, he might
had
have
that
like
happen before.
some low points like that, but it's like, you know.
overall, his fox is gross.
Oh,
Well,
I know how good Leffen is.
And of course,
I
like-
watched tons of Melee, so no knock on him at all. Just it looked like he was a little less than usual.
I mean, it was probably because he was tired. I'm sorry. I'm not
What-
gonna knock
what-
on
what
me.
kind of
I'm not gonna
excuse
knock
is
on
that?
him. I'm sorry.
Pro-
He was
Were you
tired.
there? Probably
He was
because he was
tired.
not
He
feeling
was
himself.
You know, it's just like I mean, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like he travels a
didn't
lot.
have his
He lives
neck.
in Europe. He has to travel a long time. He has to travel a long way, and I get that. And he also tries to play an Ultimate, and then he just like decides he doesn't like Ultimate and quits.
That's kind of what I was
again
alluding
for the 5th
to.
time, and then
Did he
was
go
just
to-
like, okay,
Did he enter
Yeah.
in 4?
What?
Did Shine have 4?
4? I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
I don't really care
Super
about.
Smash
I don't really
content
care. Yeah, it's
Yeah, that's
4.
fair.
It's
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, we're done
Yeah.
with 4.
You know, the
Yep,
last
yep,
time we
yep.
played, the last time 4 was relevant was SmashCon, and that was a year after the last time it was relevant,
Yep,
which was
yep.
also SmashCon.
True.
Even when it was alive.
Even when it was
wasn't
alive, it was like it was still SmashCon.
Yeah, towards the
That's
end,
only
yeah,
one.
yeah.
That's the only one that matters.
Right.
But yeah, so Leffen got kind of upset a little bit. So Hungrybox continues to reign supreme as like the best Melee player in the
Absolutely.
world.
Yep.
Guys, how has Armada been doing? I feel like I haven't been too caught up in
Armada
Melee.
doesn't really do Melee as much,
Oh,
right?
no?
So Armada retired from Melee.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Um,
Yeah, we didn't see that.
and
That's why
he's
you haven't
been
seen,
Ultimate.
seen
trying to
him.
commentate more. He's been trying to commentate Melee a lot more, and he's been
Yeah.
trying. Actually, he's recently said that he wants to enter in Ultimate and like
Oh.
actually compete in Ultimate and start like trying to do stuff. I'm interested to see like where it goes. I have no idea how like committed he is to that, but he's like, I want to commentate Melee, and then that will give me time to like focus on that Ultimate.
Yeah,
And who does he
I think
main?
that's a smart move.
Hey,
In
forgive my
Ultimate?
ignorance, but who did he main
Peach?
in Melee?
Peach.
Peach.
Oh, Peach. Yeah.
In Melee?
Yeah,
Melee.
Melee
Okay.
Peach. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a Melee Peach.
Yeah, Peach and Fox.
The best one.
Yeah.
Clearly the best. The best. The best Peach.
Yeah.
Peach is not that great in Melee. I would argue.
Yeah, that's
So,
fair.
You know, it's like
He'd probably
you have to
better,
be like a good specialist. You know, sort of like Axe. Like you have to like really, really dedicate yourself like years and years and years and years to the character,
yeah,
and then really
committing.
like devote yourself, and eventually like you'll get the results. Eventually.
I would love
Finally.
to see him do
Like
more
that dude who
Ultimate.
won with
Has
the
he
Pikachu?
entered in any Ultimate tournaments? Armada?
Armada, I think a couple, but it hasn't been. I don't think that it's been like anything worth speaking of on
Okay.
here. Like I couldn't tell you how he did. Like it was just
Yeah, yeah.
an enigma.
Right.
An
Sure.
enigma.
Okay.
Anyway, so other than that, let's see. Others. This is like Melee upsets. So we have like a Jigglypuff. That's 2 Saints. 22nd seed beat Captain Face Roll, and that was a 3-0. So that was pretty tight.
That was not a
um,
question.
I guess so. I don't know. I mean, Jigglypuff versus Sheik. I mean, the Captain Face Roll is Sheik. I've never seen anyone play Sheik that well at like in Melee, so I don't know. But apparently,
You two
Spark, who also plays Sheik, upset Ginger, who plays Falcon.
Mm,
I
okay.
hate Sheik so much.
Yeah.
In
I hate
Melee
her
or
Ultimate? I hate her in Ultimate.
In
Okay.
Ultimate?
Because I was playing against her yesterday, and
What?
it's just with the characters that I enjoy playing or the playstyle that I have,
Yeah.
it's just Sheik is a melee character in Ultimate. So she's not getting the damage, but I don't get
Okay.
to play the game.
Yeah.
at that point, that's a problem.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
You're getting bodied, plus you have no, your input doesn't matter.
Yeah, they're just like,
Okay.
oh, I only did 80%. I hit you a lot. And I was like, but you just juggled me from this end of the screen to that end of the
Right.
screen.
Yeah.
I hit one button, whiffed, and got juggled back.
Yeah. But I
Yep.
mean, congratulations. Like she juggles you all the way from like coast to coast. But then it's like, congratulations. I only took 17% damage
Yeah.
But
because you
then,
just staled all of your moves.
this is true.
Yeah.
You just
Like-
staled them all, and now they do like 2% each hit.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Did I
Okay.
believe Sheik just
I'll
got a
take
bunch of buffs? Is
it
that
was a while back. I think it was
Mm.
3.0
correct? Oh, okay.
or 3.0 or 3.1 or one of those. Whichever the balance patch was, it was like they
They fixed her fair.
fixed the
Okay.
fair, so the fair hits easier and you can lead into it easier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, fair combos in the fair. So you can
Okay.
get like,
I agree. I'm okay with that.
But it's not enough to make her a healthy character.
Right. That's what I was kind of hoping for.
yeah, her damage isn't there. It's just her speed and her mobility.
Frame
is
data. Is there frame data still? I mean, obviously she's not
Frame
as
data
good
is
as
super
no, the
stupid.
frame data is good.
It's super stupid.
super stupid.
The frame data is
Good.
That's what she has, but
Yeah.
it's also she doesn't have disjoints. So disjoints are what beat her. You don't need the frame data.
Right.
Anyway,
Fastest joints.
I know. Well,
I guess so.
sometimes.
Just play Mario.
Sometimes.
Yeah. And sometimes if
oh.
you can make those big call outs,
Here we
yeah,
go.
yeah,
You get more options for reads.
for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so I've got ultimate upsets at Shine. This is where we can really start talking about this kind of stuff,
Okay.
character-wise. So Goblin was 31st seed. His Roy, obviously Goblin Man Roy, beat Tweak, and that's what really.
Ooh.
And so that's why this was so big. He 3-2'd Tweak, so very close to game 5. But he did, and this was in top 64. So that's definitely what kind of put Tweak a little bit on the back foot and put him in losers. So that's tough.
A
Juice the
Roy.
Falco
Yeah, by a Roy.
beat Fox,
That's
or
interesting.
beat Light's Fox. And Light obviously is
that's what I
another
saw.
really super good,
I apologize.
another super good.
That's
you
what I
know,
saw.
top 10 or top 15 or.
Yeah.
You know, he's super good. But Juice was 38th seed, and he 3-1'd Light, which is pretty interesting. Obviously,
Wow.
Fox can be. You know, I think Fox falls off a little bit at a high level, like top level play.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
trying to pick him up as a
And-
pocket, and
And I
I'm just
love seeing
I know.
Falco play.
seeing more shortcomings.
Right.
than
I think in
was
mid to
prior.
high level, I
Yeah,
think he's
yeah.
really good. But
Yep.
it's just like once you get like past the upper echelons, you're like, okay, I really got to start turning it on. Fox just
Yeah.
doesn't have the mix-ups.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
his
it's
grabs
too-
don't combo in
Too
anything.
linear.
Yeah.
His
And
grabs
I think
don't
that's
combo in
mostly due
anything.
to Smash Ultimate mechanics. Because in
Mhm.
Smash 4, it
Right.
was so easy to string things together.
Right.
For
Right.
sure.
The engine doesn't help him a lot this time.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still like
and
super
Falco,
fast.
and he lost to a Falco player.
Yeah.
And I think Falco is just hugely slept on, to be honest. As
You
far
think
as like, I do, yeah. I mean, as showcased against Light. Light is an amazing player. To have somebody come out of nowhere with a Falco and beat him and pressure him in a proper way is
That's true.
amazing.
I do
That's true.
think Falco is slept on, but I don't think he's that great. 'Cause,
No,
his
I don't think
neutral-
he's that great, but
Yeah.
I think he's much better than most people think.
Oh yeah. I mean,
For
he
sure.
definitely runs into the same problems that Fox does. But it's
Yeah.
like he also has a lot of other tools that would like.
Way
I
more
don't
air,
think-
way more air mobility.
I don't think he runs into the same problems. Just for the fact
Really?
that Falco isn't opting for the same things. So like Fox
Sure.
is like super rush down, super aggressive, hyper aggressive,
Yeah.
all that fun
Fox
stuff.
has the
He's
ground
in
speed.
your face.
Falco has the air speed.
Falco
Okay,
is not doing
that's
any
true.
of that. Falco
That's
is
true. With
sitting in
punish, yeah,
shield,
you're right.
and the moment that you touch
Yeah,
that
with
shield,
punish, yeah.
up tilt. The moment you get hit by up tilt, then
Up
you just
air,
watch the
back
highlight
air.
reel.
Yeah,
Up
yeah,
air,
but I
back
mean,
air.
at low percents. I mean, that's what Fox does too. So it's like it's just a different timeline. You know, it's like
That's fair.
Yeah.
Kind of though. Fox,
The up tilt-
Fox
at low
like Fox will
percents-
combo
Fox
you
at
out
low,
at 50,
yeah,
like,
Fox at low
until
percents for
50%.
sure. But past like 50%, 60%, he doesn't really have as many.
Right,
options.
exactly.
But
which is where
Falco's
it
up tilt
changes.
always works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So-
Falco's up tilt is much more versatile. Obviously, you can get a lot more off of it.
Falling
Yeah, for
forward
sure.
air as well.
Yeah.
Just all right. Out of curiosity, just to get slightly off topic, but still Smash related.
Yeah.
So I was talking to someone yesterday, and they complain they enjoy Melee
Okay.
Right.
and they like Ultimate, but you can't really string certain things together unless your character is designed or made to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
And like other characters suffer from that. So
Sure.
would it make or break the game to add more hit stun?
Hit stun?
Hit stun? No.
Like, are we
I
talking
don't
hit
think-
stun or shield stun?
Hit stun. I honestly think it would break the game.
I think it would break the game a little
yeah,
bit
I wouldn't be. I
because we
wouldn't
already
for
have
that.
certain characters who
Can.
run you down using the hit stun that they already have.
Yeah.
Right, so it's like the combo game for some characters is really good. I think you just need to improve the characters that don't have the hit stun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
Just
sure.
give it to someone else, like Pac-Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pac-Man.
I was just curious about it because I was thinking about it, and it would make. I feel like it would make the playing field more
the
level
balance.
Yeah.
for some characters.
Yeah.
But those really top tier characters like Fox would become broken.
Right.
Yeah.
Pikachu and
Yeah.
Pichu would become
Right.
even more busted.
Yep.
Right.
Joker would just
It was
F
let's just
tilt
stop
into
there. Let's
anything.
just stop
Right,
there.
and that's the
I
thing
got
is-
it. Joker, we got it.
Yeah, but I mean, there's two options that kind of do the same thing. So what they've been doing mostly, instead of increasing hit stun for moves, is they've reduced vulnerability for moves.
Oh yeah.
So obviously, like, that's a way to also help the combo game, is just to like make it so that you
Nerf
can
and lag.
you can act faster. So it's like you can string your combos together faster. So it's like they
Yeah,
might not
that's a good
need
idea.
they
would
might
be
not
for
be in
that.
hit stun for longer, but you can at least like jump faster.
Yeah.
Right. It's like you can get out. You can,
I
you
would
can
be for
combo
that.
combo easier.
I think if they did, I mean, it's kind of a dumb idea, but if they were to set hit stun relative to startup frame timing,
Okay.
if that makes sense. So like,
Little.
this attack takes like 17 frames to start up. Then when you get hit by it, it should at least have like a variable amount. So if my
Yeah.
startup is 7 frames, then the hit stun shouldn't be the same as something that takes forever to start up.
That's a good
Just
point
a
too.
thought.
That's true.
Yeah,
that is
that's
true.
a good point too.
But at the same time, I don't think it's also character dependent a lot of times.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
a lot of these combos, like
Are they?
you can't do them on like characters like Fox. You know, it's tough. He's a fast faller, so it's like
Yeah.
it's very tough for sometimes for some characters to get in. Obviously, every
Yeah, for
character has
sure.
their own like matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to worry
differentials, you
about
know? It's like,
sizing
yeah,
and weights
exactly.
and all that fun stuff.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha.
For sure. And some of them represent baits too. You know, there's so many different factors. It's so hard to like balance combo game in like a game where the context is constantly changing.
Yeah, percentage rises. Your percentage rises, so now you have rage. So now you send them farther. And if you hit them with
Exactly,
the
right.
sweet spot,
I
or you hit
actually
them with
do
the
love
sour
what they
spot.
did with Rage in this game.
I
Force Point
don't.
From Smash 4. You don't like it?
I don't. Why did they make Thwack like? Why did they make Thwack and Whack
You
work
and,
off of
you and
Rage?
Hero.
How does that
you
happen?
and Hero.
How does it happen?
Just disregard.
Of all the things you could have reached
I
for about
know,
rage, you
literally,
reached
like
for
literally,
hero.
they're like, oh,
RNG.
I know you're at 10%, but I have 130%,
I know.
so
I'm with-
this
I'm
might
with
actually
you.
work.
Alright.
I know,
Like,
I'm with
no,
you,
that's
man.
not.
All right,
I'm just
we'll
saying
come
in
back to
comparative-
hero,
Okay,
but
okay.
rage in general, how do
Yeah.
you feel about it?
So Rage in general, I think it just makes some characters who didn't need it in the first place even scarier, like
Okay.
Ike,
Yeah.
or Bowser.
I could see that.
It's like
Yeah,
these
I
guys
can-
already have like the hardest kill potential in the
I
game.
can see that.
Like they have the highest kill potential in the game. It's like why should they at
Yeah.
when like trying to just brute force at like 130% themselves just be able to
Maybe-
to
That's
dunk
true.
on
Do
Do
you
you
like
guys think
that.
it would be a good idea, or what flaws do you see in making Rage, like in some way related to weight, character weight?
How so? Like what would you like? What do you mean?
So like the heavier
Well,
the character,
that-
reduce the
well,
amount of
depending
rage.
on what the
Reduce
weight is,
the-
that
right.
would be in relation
right.
to
So
how
if
much
the
rage
heavier
they
the
have,
character is, the less rage they get comparatively.
or how much
Yes.
longer, or how
I
long,
think
how
that's-
much longer it takes
Hey,
to
bro, give
build
me this
that
pad
up.
real quick.
So
Let's
like
go ahead and write down
DK
some formulas for a second, right?
Exactly. Let me do some numbers.
So for
Number
DK,
crunch.
for example, being the tied for third or fourth heaviest,
Yeah.
yeah, it would take longer for him to build up rage.
Hold on, can we talk about this beat real quick? Is this Inkling? It sounds like an Inkling song right now.
Oh.
All right, you were
Oh,
saying.
I don't have.
Oh, it's all
I don't.
good. I'm
I don't
done.
have
I'm good.
headphones.
Oh, my
so
bad,
I
dog. Hold
can't-
All
right.
right.
That's hype. That's hype.
Yeah. So I mean, just an idea, because that's
That's
a good
hype.
point, Nerf, about rage and low and high. I mean, DK, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't need full rage at 80. I think it is.
Right.
Mm.
Full rage at 80 is a little bananas.
Oh, full rage is 80?
I think so. I
I
think
thought it
it's
was
like 80.
150.
No, I have 150.
Are you sure? 150?
I
It's
mean,
definitely well over
for
100%.
DK, it
Is
feels like full rage because
know.
anything
Right,
after
right.
80, you're
that's
just killing.
That's what I'm
I thought
talking about.
they-
You have the
I
kill
thought they
potential, man. You have the
lowered- I
knockback.
thought they lowered the range or how much longer it takes in Ultimate.
No, I think it's like 150 is like max rage.
Oh,
think
okay.
so. But I mean, luckily for DK,
Yeah.
at 150, if you hit him in center stage or you throw this man, he's still coming back.
Yeah, it depends.
He
yeah.
a chunky boy.
I mean,
DK?
even at 130, I'm dying. 140.
DK.
Yeah.
I mean, he only comes back if you let him.
Yeah,
True.
Very true.
True. Hey, bro.
Yeah.
Spiking with Link is hard.
Dunk. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
come on. You just gotta get
DK
get
has
a
a
very
projectile.
vulnerable-
Get
I
a
got-
projectile, and then you're good.
Yeah,
I got
exactly,
2 spikes
exactly.
in bracket, and it felt so good.
Yeah.
And it was literally right after I had finished talking to another player about saying, if Link spikes you, if adult Link
Oh, okay.
spikes you, that means he does not like you. Hey,
Oh.
disclaimer. If a regular Link, talking adult Link, talking remote bombs, if
Regular.
they spike you,
Regular.
Regular.
if they spike you, that's a statement.
I think
They
it's-
may be friends with you, but at that exact moment in time,
There's a little
they
something
just
extra.
Everyone with a
disrespect
There's a
you.
little
like
something
that.
extra there.
Yeah, that-
You ate the last slice of pizza in the party house. Like
And
that's
if you get spiked, like
I mean,
I spiked a villager.
no.
And you know how hard that is
Come
to
on.
spike a
What do you
villager?
mean,
Yeah,
villager?
yeah.
What? That's the easiest thing to spike. They
It's
just
not-
floating very slowly at you with
I don't know
balloons,
about
and you
the
just
easiest
pop
thing to
'em.
spike.
I think the difficult thing is that
They got no
popping through the
hitbox.
balloons.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
so.
the
'Cause-
balloons. It's a smaller hitbox. They have the
You
up
take
air, which
both of
comes out
them.
pretty quick.
Yeah, and if you hit,
Yeah.
what was it? If I throw it out too early, I'll just hit the balloons and bounce off of them. And then
Right,
it
and
just
sometimes
pops.
you can only hit one.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah, you only hit one, and it's like the hitbox invalidates.
Yeah.
I understand that.
But for some reason, I managed to get,
Oh
I
my
managed to
God.
get the iframe, or not the iframe, the startup frame, and popping the balloons,
Mm.
and it ended up extending my hitbox
Okay,
and just
okay.
shot them straight down.
That's
I was like,
nice.
What's funny about when I play villagers and I do DK's up B off stage, I'll just like hover just above the balloons and just like spin and knock him out before he
Exactly,
falls.
Exactly.
So I'm just like, all right, this is happening now.
Yeah, you just helicopter
you still got to
them,
be
man.
careful about
Helicopter,
that, because if you can pop their balloons, but then they still get some air drift upwards.
Yeah.
Just a little bit,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
It's enough.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
can be
Generally,
enough
it's
air
just
dodge.
enough.
It's-
Can they
right.
air dodge
Maybe they
that?
can't air dodge.
I don't think they can. I think
No,
they go into
can't air
immediate
dodge.
fatigue.
that's right,
No,
they
it's
go in-
just
yep,
a
they go
just a
into free fall.
natural drift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Um,
usually that's just enough.
Some characters can air dodge after they're up B.
Yeah.
Right. I know, like Mega Man. Like
Mega
those-
Man's
that's
so
very,
good.
very lucky.
That
Very
That recovery
lucky.
is so nice.
That's privilege, man.
Yep.
That's privilege. But yeah, I
Button
mean,
privilege.
I think anytime someone spikes you, I think it's always a statement. Like you try to dunk someone with like a Roy, like that's the
That's disrespect.
bruh. That's
If I see that Roy come off that stage and
anyone
go,
does that to me, I'm gonna look at them like,
Yeah.
it's like,
you
wow, did I hurt you?
Yeah.
What did I do
Yeah,
to you?
what did I do?
I didn't do nothing to you.
didn't-
I don't even
didn't
know
do
your
nothing.
name,
This
dog.
This is abuse, man.
You spiking me like we friends.
I'm gonna write
Yeah,
the
yeah.
twit longer after that one. God.
All right. So what we got?
All right. Well, I guess we could talk a little bit more about characters. Are there any? I mean,
Oh,
obviously.
all right. Before we do that, let's cover
up?
these top 8
Yeah. We'll finish the top.
from. We have Xanadu and we have.
Yeah, this is
our
FGC
region.
stuff now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so we have FGC stuff. Just for those of you who are interested in FGC stuff, we have the results.
All right. So for our Guilty Gear, we have ZT in first place, Coma in second, Miku Rock Shooter in third, Gumi in fourth, Moongrass in fifth, and Dullfangs, and then Justice and 4 or 5 got 7.
Wow.
They're tied for 7.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
a weird
Okay.
name.
Now FGC names, that's the weird.
Hey man, that's the
weirdest.
tech.
That's the
Yeah,
really
yeah.
weirdest
All right,
one.
and then we've got
Gumi?
we got Sam Show. So
Mm.
actually, it looked like they didn't finish out the bracket, so I don't know specifically who got first. I'm going to assume it was Light Ice, but if I am wrong, please feel free to correct us or look it up.
Yeah, shout us out, yell at us, write the twit longer.
But as far as right now that it showed when I looked at it today, it has Light Ice and Vado both in second. So third goes to Gumi, fourth goes to Gugeno, fourth.
That's so confusing. Gumi and
I-
Guggetto.
I hope I'm not butchering any of these names. If I am, I apologize.
Yeah.
Fifth place goes to Taki Tonfa
Oh no.
and Stop the Time. And seventh also goes to the Bermuda Mystery and
Wow.
OG Yawn.
OG on.
Okay.
Okay.
I can see it.
And
Nice.
Soul
that's
Calibur?
Sam
So Calabar.
Yeah, these are all the top 8s from Xanadu.
That's cool.
Soul Calibur, we have Blue God in first, Boom in second, Hibachi 4020 in third. And fourth we have Yin Croissant.
Yin
Fifth.
Croissant.
Wow.
Tying for fifth we have Xander and Happy Toki.
Happy Toki.
Okay.
And then tying for seventh we have Night E and Scavenger.
Okay.
And then I think the last one that
Everybody
Xanadu
loves Soul
has.
Calibur.
Yeah, that was Soul Calibur. And then the last one that Xanadu had was Tekken 7.
Yeah. Tekken. This is the big one.
First place goes to Curb. Second place goes to Trizzy the Rapper.
I know
Third
that
place
name.
goes to Dude Master Supreme. Fourth goes to Yin Croissant again.
Yeah. This guy's good.
Ooh, Putting in work.
Hey man, he all over the place.
All right, come to Smash. You got to come to Smash next.
All right. Well, yeah. He's got a bit of a fighter experience. You know, a lot
Yeah.
like
And
wide
it's
Very
range.
good
of fighters.
experience. Yeah.
He knows the tech.
Yeah,
bruh.
no, Soul Calibur and Tekken, those are two different
Two.
games.
Yeah. True.
I think out of all of them, I think Tekken and probably Soul Calibur, I feel like can string together the best.
Fair
Oh,
enough.
okay.
Fair enough. They're both
Yeah.
very execution heavy.
Yeah, for sure. Fifth, tied for Ludovic and Coma. So Coma also earlier in another top 8 as well.
Okay.
And seventh ties for Doug Lagoon.
Doug Lagan.
Doug Lagan.
Doug
Thank you.
Lagan.
Doug Lagan.
And seventh, also tying with Scavenger. So
Wow,
Scavenger
so Scavenger
actually got
killing it.
seventh in Soul Calibur and Tekken 7. So
Oh,
shout
Wow.
out.
So
That's
yeah, lots of
Scavenger.
Soul Calibur Tekken 7
Yeah.
crossover. I like to see it.
Mhm.
It's definitely always good. I always think it's kind of hard, learning more than one game.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Especially since you gotta
entirely
keep
different
like,
sets of rules.
yeah.
I think I was hanging out with the FGC guys this past Tuesday at the cave, and one thing that's I was asking them like, what's an easy fighter to get into,
Yeah.
and they were saying that probably the most difficult right now is Street Fighter, just because there's so many like little technical things, and like
Yeah. And it's
if
been
you-
around for a long time.
yeah, if you've ever seen them, you'll see them do strings where they'll then go into, I don't even know what it is, but they do like some art move,
Mm.
and they don't actually go into an attack afterwards. They just use that move to give them time, so that way they're not
Yeah,
getting punished for
Yep.
things.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
to stall out. Yeah.
So that's a lot of things like
Tekken, it's one of those games I would love to watch.
Yeah,
or
for
Street
sure.
Fighter. Sorry, excuse me. Street Fighter I would love to watch more.
yeah.
Street Fighter is a fun one to watch.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
for sure.
really pretty hype. I mean,
Yeah.
Tekken's hype too because the crowd just gets so into
I
it.
think
Tekken's probably
It's
the
so much
only
personality.
FGC game that I've played.
It's just
I bet
hard to
Mortal
follow.
Kombat, like way back in the day.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's just harder to follow.
Tekken, yeah, I'm sure.
if
Sure.
we're talking hype, Tekken 7 by far has to be the easiest because
Oh, okay.
the juggle strings are
Yeah.
hype,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fact that you can parry moves is
Oh,
That is
the biggest call out
love
ever.
That is true. That
it.
is true.
Nice.
That's
Like-
a call out. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's,
like all
that's the reads.
most FGC games at some point, like someone has a parry or a character has a parry or something like that.
Mm.
yeah.
No. In Tekken, it's like, oh, these characters have parries. Are they going for a low? And then when you see them counter that low and they throw them down and that character bounces off the ground, they're just like,
Yeah, yeah.
that looks like a combo. And then they're like, well, here goes the highlight
Right,
reel.
right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. When you bash someone into the wall and they bounce back, like that's pretty hype.
Yeah.
Yo,
Pretty
man,
Yep.
those are so hype.
hype. Yeah, yeah.
And then,
okay.
all right. And then for us, we have the Caves FGC Tuesday.
Mm.
They did Tekken 7 this week. So first place goes to Mr. Whoopi. And why does it say? Okay. First place goes to Mr. Whoopi. Second place goes to Ying Po. Third
Ying
goes to
Po.
Jean. Fourth goes to Corbucks and Rain and Tao. And
Yeah.
seventh goes to Adam Christ and the Cutter.
And Ying
Okay.
Po. Ying
The
Po is
Cutter.
a Smash player too, right?
I don't think so.
I don't-
I don't think it's the
recognize
same
that name.
person.
I thought Ying Po played. I thought Ying Po played a little bit of Smash, but maybe
He
I'm
might.
Okay,
wrong.
could be.
He might.
Could be.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah,
So
could-
that's a
no,
little
could
bit
be.
of another interesting
What was it?
crossover.
I watched grand finals here. It was Ying Po versus Mr. Whoopi. Ying Po plays Hawa Rang. I don't know how
Yeah.
much you guys know about Tekken 7.
Not too much.
Not too much, unfortunately.
Mr. Whoopi is a fantastic player. He usually gets first here, but
Uh-huh.
he plays Negan.
Oh, that's the guy from Walking Dead, right?
Yeah, bro, he is
Wait,
ridiculous.
that's a playable character?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
What?
He's got
Yeah.
a spiked bat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
oh,
so
wow.
That's
Negan,
cool.
But dang,
Negan, just
somebody.
when
Wow.
when
No,
they
that's
bounce off
I
the
heard he's a
ground,
bit of a
then he
generic
just
amazing.
character.
he is.
Wow.
He's just kind of like,
He just bashes
and their
you,
body
yeah.
bounces, and then he's like, all right, time for another one.
Wow.
Did it bounce?
Yeah,
Yeah, it did.
All right, somebody clearly a fan of The Walking Dead.
I don't even
R&D
care about it,
team
but
there.
Negan is
I guess
gross.
so.
Yeah.
At least in
I'm all
Tekken
about
7.
it. I love it. I love
He's
to see the
scary.
crossovers. I think it's important to have those crossovers
For sure.
in gaming, especially
Ooh.
because players
Shout out
love.
SoCal.
That's right.
What did they do too? What is
Season 2, they
Yeah.
just announced that they're going to do a Season 2 character pass, and one of the crossovers they're doing is from Sam Show.
From what?
Sam Show.
Same show.
Samurai Showdown.
Similar show.
Oh, I
Yeah,
haven't,
it's
haven't seen
a
it.
newer one. It's a newer
Oh, okay.
one.
Yeah.
It's a new and an old one.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I haven't seen it.
Oh.
But more to my point, though,
Both
I
are new.
love that they're doing that. I love to see crossovers. Obviously,
so
the fans
fun.
want it. It connects other groups of people to things that they might.
But let's be real. Smash did the crossover first.
Yeah.
Smash is the crossover.
It's true.
What do you
Smash
mean,
is
bro?
the Smash,
Smash
is the
is the
crossover grandfather.
Smash is the original, the OG crossover.
The ultimate crossover,
the
if
ultimate
you will.
crossover.
See what I did there?
Well before Ultimate. Even before.
Another thing I would like to talk about,
Yeah.
something you almost never see in Smash Brothers.
Sakurai's listening. Go on.
No, not at all. It's a reference to actually Soul Calibur. So Soul Calibur, I played when it first came out.
Yeah.
And got used to my character, really enjoyed it. Came to the FGC, didn't do terrible, not anything to write home about, but still played, so like understanding like in the FGC mindset and like play style.
Yeah.
And I played this past Tuesday, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, we just gave new characters buttons." And I was like, "What?" And they're like, "Yeah, so I have different moves now, like certain stances."
Yeah.
It's a
switching to
rework. It's not
different
just
things
like
now.
a fix, it's a rework.
Yeah,
it's like
they completely
rework.
reworked some
Well,
characters.
I wonder what the thought was there. Was it just vastly unbalanced? And they
I don't think it was
unbalanced, they
unbalanced, but I
Hard to
think
say.
it was just certain things people weren't enjoying, or it wasn't their original intent.
Sure.
So I think that's like a huge thing for a fighting game to make a game and be like,
That's
we
massive.
have mechanics and systems in the games, and we're like, it's not working how we desired, so we're just gonna change it.
Yeah, but it is a big risk.
I respect the jump.
It is a
I
risk.
respect it.
It is a
Because
huge
those
risk.
character lawyers who were trying to make it work with what they had, I'm sure they were at least happy to see that they had more tools at their disposal and like more
Yeah.
reliable tools
Yes.
at that. But it's like it's at the same time it's like, well, that past 3 months that I was just trying to work on this character, like you just threw it away.
Yeah.
So I will say that the cool thing, they didn't take any moves away.
Oh, they didn't. Okay.
No,
good.
they didn't.
Okay.
So
Just
they
changed how you
So they
do.
just added stuff. They didn't.
yeah,
take
so they
anything
added
away.
moves.
Okay,
So
that's good.
for one thing,
No, I like that.
the character that I played was Taki. So she does this thing where she'll go into a stance called possession. So when she goes into that stance, you can hit certain inputs out of possession, and then you could feint some of her hits.
Cool.
So in the new update, one of her moves that was always like, if you hit this button, it's going through. Like you have to go
Yeah.
through with the action.
Right.
Now you can hit the button and you can slide your hand down
God,
to
I love
guard,
that.
and when she goes
God,
out,
I love that.
when she goes out to stab them,
Oh my
if you
God.
hit guard in time, she literally just slides
God,
it back
I
onto her
love
back.
feints.
That's dope.
It is
I
so dope.
love feints. I don't know why. This is like something that I just really, really like. I love like those kind of mix-ups.
Because they're so sick. It's such a call out. You're like,
it is.
oh God, he's about to hit me. Psych. And then they
Yeah.
switch into something completely different. Go from a high
Exactly.
to a low. Go
Like,
for
yeah,
just.
literally, you
That's
bait
dope,
out like
that's
it's the
dope.
best bait. You bait out the option. You're like, oh, good, you threw out an unsafe move, and it's just like if you
Sakurai,
react, like
give us
it's a way to
feints.
counteract reaction speed. You know, it's like your
Yeah, for
reaction
sure.
speed means nothing to me.
right?
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
actually gonna work against you in this.
Absolutely.
right.
They're just like, oh, I knew you were gonna do that. And
you're
like,
just
psych,
ready.
that's not
Yeah, because in FGCs you're always ready to press a button.
for sure.
You're always
For
like, oh,
sure.
is it my turn yet? My turn yet? My
Yeah,
turn
yeah.
yet? My turn yet?
One thing that I'll give to Tekken, I watched actually a little like video on it. They love to dash up guard, and it was like,
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's
and the
very
guy
Smash-
was like,
And honestly, that's how Smash 4 was. So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's true. It's
Run
like
up
just
shield.
be like,
common
mm,
theme.
Yep,
and then their
yep,
shield. And the guy's video was like, and some people were like, why would you ever do that? Why wouldn't you just go in and do something? And one of the guys, he was a pro. I can't remember what pro it was, but he was like, it's because I want to figure out who you are.
Yeah.
It's like, if I run up in your
I want to
face,
see what you're gonna do. What are your
Yeah.
options
Yeah.
that you're gonna show?
he's
me?
like, if I run in your face, what are you gonna opt
Fair
for,
enough.
and
It's-
how are you gonna get
it's
scared?
a panic. It's a way to force panic options.
For
well,
sure.
From maybe unseasoned players, a way to force panic options from them.
yeah,
Say,
and
what are you gonna do? Here's what I'm throwing out. Show me your hand.
exactly.
Yeah.
And it's
Exactly.
like, all right, I run up to you. What's your immediate option? What's your quick option? Oh,
Right.
you go
What's
for a
your
low.
go-to?
All right, cool. I know if
Right.
I'm gonna run up,
Right.
I can either do a move that's gonna jump over you,
Yeah.
or do a move that's just not gonna get hit by that low.
Yep.
Or I just run up, block the low, then you're put in disadvantage, and I'm just like, all right,
Yeah.
here
Oh,
goes
that's
the
why-
combo reel.
That's why I love that grabs are a good counter to, well, at least in Smash, right?
Mhm.
Running up and shielding. I
Right.
mean, unless you call out their grab with the spot dodge,
Mhm.
you're asking
Yeah.
them to show their hand with an attack that you can then punish. But if you go for a grab, it obviously trumps the shield. And
Right.
I love that. That
Yeah.
mechanic.
Yeah.
It's a
I
nice
mean,
little rock paper scissors,
Exactly.
It is, yeah.
but
Yeah,
it
that's a
does
good way to
feel
say it,
like
rock paper scissors.
And that's true balance. You
The-
know?
Yeah.
I completely get it. I feel like it's rock paper scissors, but
Yeah.
then at the same time, because of
I mean, if there's
because of
option
all
selects, yeah. If there's option selects, then it can be kind of an issue because then you're just
Right,
throwing out
right,
both
right,
rock
right.
and paper depending on what you're throwing.
yeah,
Like,
that's what I
okay,
mean.
yeah,
Like
right.
some
That's
characters
fair.
are
I
so
understand.
fast, or some characters just have like good air mobility, so
I
they
understand.
can throw rock,
Yeah.
and then because they crossed it up or they did this right,
They
they
framed
they
it
then
as
can
in a
follow up
way.
with scissors.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean?
No, I totally
Like,
understand. I totally
so-
understand.
Yeah.
For sure.
Fast falling neutral air link to basically whatever you want.
Fast falling nair into up B or jab.
Yeah.
That's literally all I got.
Oh, is that all?
That's it.
Is that it?
That's it. Nothing else links
I only
anything
have
else you
two
can hit in
moves.
between.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
about
yeah, yeah.
I've tried dare before, or
No,
not dare.
no,
I've tried
dare.
detail
Oh,
before,
okay.
and I think it's like 12 frames to start up. So
Oh,
they're
no,
literally
no,
just
no.
like,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I'm
no,
like,
no,
oh,
no.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know.
I
That's
didn't
fair,
realize it
that's
wasn't
fair.
my turn
I
anymore.
love Link's neutral air though.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
no,
need it for so much.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Need
I
to.
mean, any
Yeah, he
character
does.
with a
No,
good
he
sex
does.
kick like that is really, really useful. Obviously, you want to cover as much space as possible
True.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
as long as possible.
For
so.
sure.
Nerf, how are you
Very
feeling
useful.
about the pack, dude? Do you have a secondary? I don't even know. Oh, Roy, you
I
play
mean,
Roy.
like I said, I've been having a secondary crisis since like since I got my primary, right? So it's
Just
like
go Greninja, dog.
I don't want to go Greninja.
Wow.
It's
That
too
would be
much
a good
too much
character
relearning.
for
Too much
Nerf.
Drag
learning.
down up
Do you-
air is
do you-
so much
do you
But
fun.
I'm not
prefer-
I'm not a technical player.
Do
I
you
can't do that. Shit.
prefer? Do you, yeah, I don't like the. Like, I love Greninja too, but I would never be. I would mess up. I'd like go
Right.
to.
I feel
I'd
like-
go to like
yeah.
do down tilt to
If I
up air,
wanted
and
to.
I'd like or down tilt to up smash, and I'd do down tilt, and I'd run off the
Yeah,
stage.
he's
and
so
die.
If it
technical.
makes if it makes you feel any
That's
better, I
what
Right,
still
because
can't
I'm picking
do
him
it.
up for like what, like
Oh.
six, 7 matchups. It's like, do I really want to like spend 3 months like learning this character
Yeah.
to do that? And I'm
Maybe
like,
a
well,
projectile. Do you like projectile characters there?
well, I played Pac-Man.
I
So
know,
yes.
I know.
So
But I'm
yes.
saying, is that why you like Pac-Man?
No,
That's what
actually, I don't play Pac-Man very projectile
I was
heavy.
about to say, you don't
I'm
play much
very,
projectile.
very
That's
very
degenerate.
true,
I'm very
actually.
degenerate. I play like the Mog Pac-Man a little bit, but like much worse.
I feel you on that. I don't like to play like the super like
Yeah, as
Here's-
much as
here's
like
a
as much as I
boomerang,
know camping is
here's
like
an
the
arrow.
optimal strat.
have fun trick.
Yeah.
It's not fun. It's not
Yeah.
fun for me. You know,
Yeah.
I
The-
don't enjoy camping people out.
Right.
Yeah.
So
as
maybe
much.
try somebody who you don't have to do that with.
Well, that's why I
I
have
do
Roy.
like
That's why I have
projectiles.
Pocket Roy.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Hey,
yeah.
hey,
yeah.
try out Link, dog.
No,
Try him out.
No.
no. I tried Young Link a little bit,
Yeah.
and Young Link I actually meshed a little bit
What
with.
about Diddy
but
Kong?
not. No, I tried
That
Diddy Kong
banana.
too, but he's also one of those ones where it's like very specific tech.
I
Can't
like
do that.
the reason why I like Link is
and in ways, yeah.
I get the projectile gameplay, but then at the same time I can still kind of like space him out because he's still a swordy.
Right.
Mm.
Right.
With Diddy Kong, he's too heavily reliant on that banana.
Yeah. True. Very true.
Like he has some good options to
He
approach.
does,
like his
he does,
detail. Like
Yeah,
it-
but his
it-
down tilts.
Right.
It's good, but it's not like amazing.
Yeah, it's
Like
not. It's not as
Mewtwo's down
cure all
tilt.
end all.
Right. No. Not like
Yeah.
it was in Smash 4.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Like yeah, reverse
Yeah. Diddy Kong. I
down
would-
tilt, run up, up
yeah.
smash, stop. Like, why
Detail.
was that ever a thing?
What was it? Who? Boss. Every time I play him here, it's just like something obnoxious. So he'll just, if he plays Luigi, he'll just run up detail,
Yeah.
and then he'll just detail me across the screen, and I just can't.
Yeah.
I'm just
What
like,
are
oh,
you gonna do?
well,
Yeah.
I didn't know he could move that
Luigi's
fast.
got those
That's
calves,
true.
man. Luigi's got the calves.
Luigi.
Yeah, the initial dash speed is actually pretty good for Luigi.
I hate
Yeah.
the Mario Bros. So much. Hey,
Like, he's not fast when he gets.
shout out to
full
my
on.
man Sova Unknown. He tweeted the other day. He
Oh,
was
yeah?
like, "I'm tired of the Mario Bros. I keep losing to them in bracket."
Sova unknown calling out. Let's
And
go.
I was like,
Like, oh.
You know how that is.
I feel that in my soul. Sova,
Yeah. I mean,
another.
don't get me
Link
wrong.
main.
Like, I hate the Mario
What
Bros. too.
what don't you like about the Mario Bros?
Good frame
alright,
data.
Frame data?
Their frame data is insane.
Yeah.
I mean,
There.
Luigi's combos bother
specifically
me.
Mario. Like Luigi's
Yeah.
anything.
You know
anything
what?
good
I
about-
actually feel more
yeah.
I'll
comfortable
take
playing,
turns. I'll take turns on him. So
uh,
Mario,
Luigi than Mario.
Mario's
Or Mario than Luigi, excuse me.
Mario's up smash, insane.
Yeah.
It started up iframe. If you try to land on anything, or if you can't land on it for
Yeah.
one, which
Mhm.
you shouldn't.
Yep.
That's just you being monkey brained if you do.
hmm
But then at the same time, so that, and then you can't punish it because it's so
Right.
fast. F smash, practically safe.
Yeah.
hmm
Down smash, I would say isn't safe. But then like the moment that he gets into Link, he's just
Fireballs.
jabbing
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
And then the problem with Link's projectiles is for as slow as they are, they still hold no priority over anything. So if I'm
Yeah,
playing
that's
against a
true.
Mario,
I think
he
that's
just
something
throws
they
a
should change.
fireball.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like all of the characters that you would think Link wins because of his projectiles
Yeah.
gets beat because
understand.
their one projectile trumps all three of yours. So I
Yeah.
play against a Pikachu. I throw a boomerang. Pikachu throws out 3 Thunder Jolts by the time I throw a boomerang.
You know, I'm happy with
That's true.
I'm happy with the changes that have been made in Ultimate. I feel like they should still do a lot more. Do you guys feel that the changes that they need to be that they're slowing down on their changes at all? Like, I know it's still pretty early into the game.
I don't think they're slowing down. I think this last patch we saw we saw fewer
I feel like it was a
balance
bit
changes.
lackluster.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm
But-
playing off of. I wish there would be some bigger changes, some more balancing. Now, mind you, like, just my
Yeah.
total opinion, of course, is that Ultimate is hands down the most balanced Smash, like, by far.
I think it's
but I would love to see
it's
them
the
go a
most
little
balanced
farther.
for the roster they gave us. They
Yeah,
gave us
hands down.
they gave us 74 characters base.
Yeah.
So what can you really
no,
do?
I love it. But if you look at most tier charts, it's I
Mhm.
mean mid and up. You You know what I mean?
And there's so
very
much
few,
diversity.
Like,
There's so
yeah,
much
I love
diversity.
it. No, no.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
Like,
I'm
everyone's
really,
got
I'm
a
really
different
applauding
opinion on their tier list.
Yeah.
It's like every tier list is different because
Yeah.
everyone's.
And I'm really applauding the dev team
all-
for doing
it's
all
all
Yeah,
that.
Little Mac is
experience-based.
F tier.
It's all experience.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Right, and but then it's also things like I think even low and mid tiers have upset potential
For sure.
if you don't have the experience or B
They're
disrespect
True.
their
Yeah.
options.
You guys ever watch the King of Smash YouTube channel?
I have not.
I used to.
King of Smash. He does like those quick little edits with Smash.
I
stuff.
used
to,
Oh
yeah.
my god,
I
so
haven't seen it in a
funny.
while.
He's got one with Little Mac that is hilarious.
Oh,
Little Mac's
is that the one you
basically
sent me?
Rocky. Yeah. Oh my
Okay.
god, dude, so funny.
That's
If you guys haven't a chance, I have to shout out that channel real quick. King of Smash. There's a hilarious. He does a bunch of good ones, but Little Mac one in particular is so funny. Like
That's
basically,
funny.
Little Mac is Rocky Balboa in the Rocky
I like that.
movie.
I like that. Yeah, of course.
Like there's a clip with Leffen in there saying that, oh, you're F tier, you don't matter, whatever. Like dropping him down and like, oh, it's so funny.
And he's like, "Don't worry
They're trying
about
to
me."
keep
He's
me
like,
down, man. They
Not-
can't
he's
knock
like,
me
"Nothing?"
down.
He like fights him, then like, yeah, it's good.
All
They
right.
can't knock me down, man.
All right, so we've got-
Rocky Balboa.
Yeah, it's all good.
We've got our local brackets up. We've
Right.
got the Shine bracket. Is there any other?
I think that's it. Right now,
that-
obviously, we have Switch Fest going on this
Oh.
weekend. That is the big one for this weekend. We have Wadi and Pape as MDVA's representation
Gang.
out
Ayo.
there. They are going to continue to do well and hopefully establish themselves even further on the PGR. They both are, sitting at mid-20s and
I think Wadi is 24th and Pape is
27th or 28th or something
Yeah,
like
if I
that.
do
Yeah, like
remember
one of
correctly.
those. And yeah,
So shout out to
both
those guys.
Yeah.
showing out
Mhm.
both at SmashCon, at MomoCon,
Mm-hmm.
at what was the other one? I don't remember. But there's at least there's been at least a few good tournaments for them.
Yeah, for
And I mean, there was the one where I think Puppet got 5th, Wadi got 7th. That was huge.
Wow.
sure. What was that?
That's the one I'm trying to think of. It's
It
like
wasn't-
literally
Oh,
Don't
what was that? I know exactly what
remember.
you're talking about. I can't
couldn't
remember.
remember. All these tournaments, they mesh together. But
Yeah.
one thing is certain is that those two will continue to do well.
Mm.
I'm
And-
interested to see what happens.
All right.
So if you're out there, support them. Make sure to watch their stream later on
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
see the action.
I think that's about it for as far as brackets we go.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about one last bracket. No FGC stuff,
Okay.
but
What up?
MOBA is
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
MOBA
okay.
stuff. Yeah,
yes.
we do.
So it
yeah,
is
we
the
do.
biggest prize pool this year. $34 million.
Get out of here with that.
Right.
Oh my
$34 million.
lord.
$34 million.
34 mil? All right, I
That's
guess I'm
Dota.
picking up
If
that
I-
game.
This is
weekend.
Dota. Right?
And if I Dota 2. Now, if I looked it
Wow.
up correctly, the prize pool, all they put in, which I mean it's still a lot, is 1.2 million.
Okay.
If
the
I read
rest
it,
is donation.
I thought,
if I
wow.
read it correctly, so it's
Okay.
not exactly donation. So
That's insane.
what they do in Dota 2 is you can buy a battle pass during the summer, and it's roughly about $10, and then there's different levels, or not different levels, but there's levels throughout the battle pass. So I think the top you can reach is like 2,000, right?
Yeah.
So you
Mhm.
can pay like $10 for 24 levels. So it's not like super exorbitant rates for what you're getting. You get some like content or
Right.
cosmetics for your character that you
Right, the
can't
skins,
access
yeah.
any other time except for during the summer at this time. So I think it's like 50%. So if you spend $10, 5 of it goes to the prize pool.
Yeah.
And for every person that does that, they just take half it and throw it to the prize pool. So that's something that I think is really cool.
Ooh.
Like they're really about the gamers and really
Yeah,
about
yeah.
making sure they get it.
Can I hear that total number one more time?
34 mil.
Oh my god.
Yeah, 34 million. That and
Actually-
15 goes to the number one.
I
prize.
have
Wow.
the exact number.
That
So
is insanity.
this year the prize pool was $34,330,068.
Ooh.
OG, who
Yeah.
is a
I'll just take
European
the
team.
$68. I'll just take that.
I
Yeah,
feel
right.
I feel you,
Can I have
bro.
that? Can I have that?
OG
Yeah.
is the team that won it this year.
And they won last year too.
They're a European team.
Wow.
This year, first place won $15,620,181.
How big's the team?
5.
5 people.
5 man.
Wow.
Just
So
imagine how many burgers that could buy.
Ugh. I probably would.
burgers?
I probably wouldn't think of it in terms of buying burgers. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be like, how many
It's
brand
zero.
new Teslas can I buy with 15 mil?
Teslas? Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Ugh.
Well,
Alright.
you only need the one.
And then, what was it? Team Liquid got second.
Yeah.
I think I think it's PGS LGD.
Yeah,
Oh,
LG.
PSG LGD. They got third, and Team
Right.
Secret got fourth. And then to backtrack to the previous year, and Dota's just a little segue.
Yeah.
Dota's big tournament is called TI, which
Okay.
stands for the International, and then they just put a number behind it. So
Alright, cool.
past years was TI9.
TI9. Okay.
We just did TI8 was last year,
yeah.
but the team that won first place was
Mhm.
again OG,
wow.
and they won $11 million.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Second place went to PSG LGD. So once again, they are still in
Such
top
big
4.
money.
Yeah, clearly all that money just going right back into practice.
Honestly,
yeah.
Like, all right, let's win again.
New gaming pieces.
third place went to Evil Geniuses, and fourth place went to Team Liquid. So
Yeah.
Team Liquid moving up.
yeah, so 3 of the teams made it to top 4 once again.
Mhm.
Wow.
But OG last year it was not looking great because
No.
the PSG LGD
Yeah.
they were running through the bracket last year, and
Oh.
OG just came out and 3-2'd them last year, and then this
Yeah.
year they played whoever I just said, and they won 3-1.
Do they have franchising?
They do.
They do have franchising.
Yes.
Very interesting. Okay, because that's another thing that like with big
OG
prize pools
is,
like that, like it's still such an investment, right? It's
Yeah,
still
for sure.
it's still such a risky investment at that.
The
like,
crazy thing about the international though is that they have it globally. So
Yeah.
right?
last year I think it was in Canada. I think the year before it was here in the U.S. and this year it was in Beijing.
Do they have like a qualifier or
Wow.
something?
So what they do is if you win any major, don't quote me if I'm wrong. Think loosely. So if you get first place in any like major,
Okay.
you automatically qualify to compete in TI.
Okay.
And then
Cool.
based on your team or how you guys do throughout the year, there are certain people that they directly invite.
Okay.
So there's people that can qualify, and then there's teams that they're like, no, I want you
Right,
at
right,
TI.
right.
Let me ask you this: how many viewers do we see on Twitch?
Oh
for something
God,
Like that?
Dota is quite a
Yeah.
bit.
Oh man,
Quite a
We-
bit.
like a rough
still
number?
nothing like
Not
nothing
like that. Not like
Fortnite,
that WoW Classic. Though.
But I want to
Oh, I
say
don't even know.
I
Maybe
want to
that's
say
it.
around that time we're sitting at about 300,000, depending on the
Yeah, yeah.
region and stuff like that.
no, it's
Yeah.
super hype.
And they also have to split it up a lot. So
Yeah.
Dota has a big following, and not a huge following, but a decent sized following in the U.S.
Yep.
They have a decent sized following in China,
Okay.
and then they have a huge following in Russia.
Wow.
Oh, really?
So, but yeah,
Russia.
it's
I-
insane.
I just
Okay.
I
Actually, one of
love-
my favorite teams is a Russian team. Shout out Virtus Pro, but they are a Russian
Okay.
team.
Cool.
So between those 3, they have 3 streams.
Yeah.
So one's for English, one's for
Right, right.
Chinese,
Of
and
course,
one's for
of
Very
Russian,
interesting.
yeah.
Very
yeah.
interesting.
So they have to split it up, but at the same time, altogether it's
I love
I'm
the
surprised.
growth. I love the growth around video games, right? I mean, it's such a general thing to say,
Honestly.
but I love where it's going.
Yeah,
I would love to. If I had a time machine, I would go just 10 years in the future and just see exactly what this grows to, because I
Right,
have a
10
feeling
years in
that
the
years
past is
ago-
way
everyone
different.
does.
Right? It's like 10 years, a
Um,
lot can change.
Yeah.
10
yeah,
years
so true.
ago,
and now with technology,
you play games and make money out, bro. That's
Yeah, right.
lame.
Impossible, right?
Right.
They thought that was a myth.
And not only, I mean, we're seeing all the sponsors come through and so much attention, and it's all for a good reason. The hype around FGC and just esports in general is just
Anything,
so
like-
incredibly
Right.
exciting.
I mean,
to watch.
MOBAs has been like. I mean, MOBAs has been one of the
For sure.
Yeah.
largest
the up and up.
increases. I would say. I mean, I'm. You know, I know that League of Legends, Dota, both, you know, have huge international followings. There's
sure,
something
for
that
sure.
exceeds, like, I mean, Korea is so strong in League of Legends, and
Oh.
it's just like other countries really kind of come to
And
their
cyber
own.
cafes,
China
man.
is really good in their own in their own right in League of Legends as well. So it's like it's very interesting to see, like,
Who's
especially with the
number
big
one?
money.
Who's the number one in League of Legends, Snur?
In number 1 in League. Well, it used to be SKT. I don't really know if they're still at the top.
Okay.
But I mean, anyone with, like, as long as Faker is still playing and he's still on SKT, I'm always gonna say
Wow.
SKT's
What
gonna win.
country are they from? SKT?
Korea.
Korea. Wow.
That's SK Telecom. So South Korea Telecom. It's it used to be like they used to be the undisputed world champions. Like they would win
Wow.
like 3, 4. I think they won like three of like. This was like years ago, but they'd won like 3 of the last
Wow.
5
Wow.
international
Yeah,
world
international. Yeah,
championships.
that's amazing.
Like it's
Yeah, man.
crazy.
Love
Like-
to see it. I don't even really watch. I don't watch League. I don't really watch Dota, but I love I understand the excitement around it, right? Just being a
Right.
part of esports, you totally get it.
And they're
how
branching
far
out, and that's the thing.
everything's come.
They're branching out into
Yeah.
other esports as well. Like SKT picks up Smash players,
Oh, really?
right? So it's like,
Who do they
yeah.
have they picked up? Who
Oh,
have they
I'm
picked up
trying to
in the
think.
past?
I'm trying to think of who it was because it was someone. I don't think maybe Larry Lurr. I know that. Yeah, I think Larry Lurr is one of the ones that they picked up.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
They
would love to.
it was just a quick foray.
Yeah, I would love to have some good conversation about sponsors. I feel like many times, at least for me, when I'm catching drift, like I'll be watching a
As long as we're not
tournament.
talking about Zenma.
What's that?
As long as we're not talking about Zenma.
Zenma?
Oh God, the Zenma controversy that was just yesterday. I don't want to talk about this. It's
Okay.
fine. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So, but yeah, no. But I feel like I'm always watching like a Smash tournament, and I'll see like somebody's name, and then I'll look for the tag, right, the sponsor tag, and I
Right.
don't see it. I'm like, whoa,
Yeah,
Wikipedia, like Smash Wiki.
Right,
What's up with that?
right.
I'd love to have some conversation around that, around changing players, and then
Okay.
where the sponsors.
Yeah, we can
in
talk about
sports,
that.
you know?
Yeah, I mean the sponsorships are awesome now. Like before,
Yeah.
you were like you play games and you make money from winning the tournaments, but
Right.
you're not getting sponsored.
Right.
Like
right,
10
right.
years ago, you're not getting sponsored.
No,
Right.
This is not going to be on television.
Right.
No one's going to see
Right.
this.
Right.
Oh.
And like in the past 2 years, I was at work,
Yeah.
just in my regular job,
Yeah.
and we have TVs in the facility, and ESPN was on,
Yeah.
and I'm watching top 8 of, I think it was, I don't think it was Evo, but it was some
Something
big
there.
FGC.
It
event.
very well might have been Evo.
Oh,
It might have been,
could
but
be.
it was on ESPN.
Wow, yeah.
I was
Oh my
like, what?
God.
Absolutely.
I was like,
yeah.
wow, they put a lot of
and
respect
you
in esports
know
now.
when it's happening whenever you see
And
all
I-
the like the normies on Twitter
Yeah.
start being like, why are these games on my ESPN? I'm
Yeah.
trying to watch basketball.
I was
Right,
like,
right,
bruh,
right.
it's not even in season right now.
And just
Chill
to,
out.
Just to tie the two together, right? I think other people in sports like football, basketball, football if you're
Yeah.
Football.
Football.
I think they get it too,
Football.
right? Just showing my dad, who obviously being an older guy, does not play video games, was really into it. But I showed him a match of Smash. He's like, that was like really incredible. Like he was actually like,
very
I
impressed.
think it's something that sports players, sports fans understand about
contagious.
esports.
Right, competitiveness.
Yeah, competitiveness.
Right.
The edge, the idea of two players going to head or a team going
Absolutely.
against each
and
other.
the work
It's
that goes
contagious.
into it, and
Right.
the payoff
The
that comes
art,
out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
I-
art and
I
the
feel that.
dedication to it.
Like, honestly,
It's a universal thing. I
It
think
is.
that's
It
it's
is.
inherent to just
Everyone
human
wants to
culture.
win.
the
Everyone
human
wants to
culture, right,
win and be
right.
part of like a scene or a culture.
We
For sure.
we respect
Yeah.
craft.
Like,
I think that's
everyone's
a universal
always-
We
thing.
respect talent. We respect talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
everyone's always looking for a team. Like, if you're into football, you're like, that is my team.
Right.
I am diehard that
That's
team.
Right,
true.
right, right.
That is
I'm getting
true.
a tattoo of that team.
And it's
Yeah, for
interesting.
sure.
In video games, we haven't seen a whole lot of that rivalry.
Yeah, we don't
outside of
have
the people
that
who are
per
part
se.
of that team.
And we did once, and in my opinion, it was the best that Smash has ever been.
Really? What?
Civil War.
Oh, Civil War. Yeah,
Civil
you're
War.
right.
Civil
Okay.
War was
That was a
I wouldn't-
time.
Right. I wouldn't say it was like
Yeah.
the best, but there was so much around it, and the
I forgot about
intensity.
that.
And
I'm
yeah,
gonna
right.
pretend like I know what you're talking about.
You've never seen Civil War.
No.
Okay, so
My
yeah.
God. So there's just a storm.
Explain it.
Okay, just a quick overview. So Civil War was a rivalry between, and a mostly friendly one, but a rivalry between Ally and Zero. At the time, Ally was just, Zero was just the man, right?
Yeah.
He won 55 tournaments in a row, and Ally came
Yeah,
out.
this is
and
in
was
his
just,
heyday. He had his peak,
and
right?
yeah,
He's
and
still peaking.
Ally, and no matter what Zero could do, Ally was just winning him. And Zero, when he finally beat him, like cried. Like seriously, he had tears, So it's just a huge rival. Anyway, so Civil War comes out and it's this, everybody's picking a team. It's a huge crew battle, 10-person crew battle. People picking teams. Nairo, of course, was Zero. And then everybody on both sides, and they're tweeting at each other and just like flaming each other. Like
Right.
Mars
The trash talk.
telling everybody on Zero's team that they picked Zero for the easy win, and then Zero came back and said, stay. What did he say? He said something
What
like,
was it?
stay third best ZSS because
best
Choco's better
ZSS.
than you. Because Choco and Nairo, he's like, that's why I got Nairo the best
Yeah.
ZSS on my team. He's like, you stay third ZSS because Choco's better than you.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
like
yeah.
this huge Twitter war back. Anyways, so
Yeah.
getting to the point, it was just all this hype
It
and
was.
competitiveness,
Yes.
and
I
I love the Civil War.
Honestly, I think that's one of the things that we've developed in the past
Yeah.
year. Because, like, I feel like there was always hype around fighting games. But, like, I feel like
This
back
was
in
a
the
few
day,
years
like,
ago.
when
this
you...
was a few years ago.
Yeah.
So this wasn't
yeah,
like that.
2015, 2016.
Yeah, this was a few years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, but I think now that you explain it more, like, I've seen the clips and all
Oh,
that
I'm sure,
fun
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But, like, I feel like back in the day, we didn't have as much, like, yes, if you were really into it and, like, you didn't care. You were hyped about video games, but at the same time, like, it's not like you could go home and be like, hey, Dad, I want to be a video game player for a profession, and anyone support you.
Exactly.
So now
that is so true.
I feel like people just don't care anymore. So they're like, all right, I'm going to do this. And then as it's picked up steam, people are more accepting. Like, I tell my dad I'm going to stream now, and he's like, okay.
Right. He gets it. He understands
he gets it.
Right.
I'm not like, okay, you're going to get dinner. Can you grab me something because I need to stream? And he's like, oh, okay.
Nice,
Before, he would have been like,
what?
if you want to eat, you're going to get off the computer and you're going to come with me.
But now he recognizes it as work.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And then at the same time, like, now that we have these big tournaments and people are getting hyped, people that have no clue about any type of video game or anything like that are just kind of like feeding off the energy. And they're like, okay, I see that. I don't understand how they're moving the character that way or what they're doing or what that character's options are, but I understand and I see the like little micro plays and outplaying each other that they're doing.
Yeah.
And I see the energy of the other people, and like it just gets infectious. Like the same way with people always say that the most electric game that you can go to is a hockey game. So like the same way with that.
Yeah, dude.
Well, yeah, you're watching fights on the ice.
Yeah, it's legal to fight. Like somewhere in that sport, they were like, we're just gonna fight right here, and the rules.
The refs are like,
and
all right,
the ref just skates around and be like, all right. No hitting below the belt. No hitting below the belt.
It swings on them.
It's an important.
They're like a referee in a boxing match. They're like, I'm just gonna let this happen. It's my job.
It's an important part of the game. Like, oh wait, hold on, there's a fight, guys. And like,
it's like, oh wait, there's a fight, and then the ref's like, all right, hold on. All right, you're good.
All right, go.
It's like, all right, you got 30 seconds.
All right.
Dang, dog, you hit him with that right cross?
Yeah.
Nice.
Right.
You still got 45 seconds. You good.
Yeah, right. It's like, all right, hit him again.
So what do you think we can do, Nerf, right, in terms of getting kind of that hype back?
That's tough.
What do you think?
I think what we need to do is we need to really legitimize some of these sponsors.
Okay.
So like a lot of these sponsors, a lot of times, I didn't really want to talk about Zenma. I guess I'm going to talk about Zenma.
Bring it. I don't even know, but now
So
I've heard it 7 times.
Do you remember the Brawl documentary?
I didn't watch it.
No, that's because it never happened.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, the Brawl documentary never happened, and
okay.
and this guy False ended up taking a bunch of money.
False, yeah. Oh.
Right, False ended up taking everyone's money for that and being like, yeah, I got all these videos, I'm gonna use it. And then of course, then he doesn't do that. We were waiting 3 years, nothing happens. There's no Brawl documentary. Where is it? People are kind of like waiting.
Yeah.
He comes on Twitter and is just like, hey, I got in a fight with my roommates, and everyone's just like, where's the Brawl doc though? And it's just like,
right.
Yeah, exactly. So where's the Brawl doc? And then I mean now he has a sponsor team, if you can call it, Zenma. So he is in charge of Zenma, and Zenma picked up a lot of people like Puppe and like other people, and it was supposed to be like a promotional thing where it's like, we are a team to help you get a team. Which is weird, and I don't like the concept because that's very counterintuitive.
It sounds like a free agent.
I 100% agree.
It sounds like a free agent.
Right.
Network marketing.
Yeah. Right. Network marketing. That's more like what it should have been.
False also does My Smash Corner.
I guess
correct?
so. I guess so.
The
I have no
YouTube
idea.
channel? Yeah.
I have no idea. But yeah, so Zenma is now like literally because of all of his own personal drama, which I will not get into. Zenma is basically a dead team now because everyone left. Because they don't want to be associated with that drama. So so this is what I'm talking about. So it's like whenever you have like someone who comes in with like some money and is just like, hey, look, I've got something to offer. It's like, okay, cool, that's great. But are you really like putting are you putting your players first, and are you actually like, getting the results that you need? Because it's like I don't really know what the whole goal of Zenma was, but it just seemed to be like a stepping stone for other people, which is just not at that point. That inherently delegitimizes the sponsorships themselves.
Yeah, very
because
true.
You need to have a lot of times a team will only pick you up if you've been on a team or currently have a team, right? So it's like they want to see someone who's been able to represent a brand and represent themselves.
Who has that experience?
Right, exactly.
Honestly, I think if we're looking for esports to become a big thing like our regular sports that we have, so like football and stuff like that, I think the next step is making sponsors solid. Like you see Sonic Fox plays for Echo Fox, but like outside of that, what is Echo Fox?
But remember, Echo Fox started as a franchise in League.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
You gotta understand, like Echo Fox was originally a league, like a league team, right? And then they branched out. Very quickly, because it's like obviously like Rick Fox has a love of esports. He wants to like branch out and like get more reach, and that was great, and it worked. But at the same time, it's like if you don't have a lot of them don't have the money. And that's not necessarily a bad thing as long as you can still support your players in the right ways, like get them travel, get them exposure,
Airbnb,
get them exposure, whatever it is, like
remove the pressure off of them to allow them to do what they do.
Right, the financial pressure. Yeah, because that's what the biggest issue for a lot of players is they just don't have it. And if you want it to become your full-time job, you need to have
you need to have some type of financial stability.
Yeah, you need to make it
comfort.
work. Right.
But
need that UBI, bro.
That's what I think we need,
Andrew Yang, baby.
I like
because people can get get behind the
Very
team.
funny,
That's
very funny.
essentially what it is. It's like if you watch football, you're like, I love the Cowboys.
Right.
That is my team.
Yeah. No,
You're
true.
behind that team. But as far as I know who Echo Fox, or I know,
But I'm behind Echo Fox. I
I-
like Echo Fox.
I have seen the
At least
tag.
I used to.
Yeah.
That's essentially what I want it to be, more than just a tag.
Yeah, more than just a tag.
For sure.
I would love to see, just conversely, right? Like sponsorship is huge. I would love to see it generate from a hype standpoint, right? So I mean, of course, sponsorship is
That would be awesome.
super important.
Like,
but I mean,
Super
like
Smash
sponsorships.
Echo Fox's team will be here. Blah blah blah's team will be here.
Yeah,
That'd be so
right.
hard.
I just mean like the biggest thing that in my opinion, that I think that Smash wants / needs is attention,
For sure.
right? Like bigger recognition, and all for all esports, right? And some of them
Yeah.
already have it, Dota, and some of the bigger guys.
Right.
But for Smash specifically, I would love to see something more around. So we obviously have shoutcasting and commentating that brings the hype, but I don't know. I feel like there's something else we're missing comparatively. Maybe
we're
not just to other.
we're
esports
missing the
scenes, but-
support from our company.
I think we're
Like,
honestly.
Nintendo doesn't acknowledge us. Like that's
No,
the thing.
it's true.
That's the thing. Like
Yeah.
Riot,
They've gotten
and,
a little
Riot
better, a
and
little better.
Valve
They've
are
gotten a little
both so heavily invested in their respective games that
Yeah.
they put money up on the line,
Yeah,
and
true,
Nintendo
true,
is
true.
just like y'all can do your own thing.
That's a great point.
and that's
But
a
at the
point.
same time,
I don't necessarily
Nintendo
think it's that
kind of
bad.
can.
yeah.
And-
I don't think
and
it's that
yeah,
bad. I don't
that-
think it's that bad, but I think
Right.
that's what we're missing. I think that's
That's a good.
I think
that's
we're
a good
also
point.
missing marketing. Like we don't have.
That-
right,
that's what
and
I was
that's what they
alluding to.
offer. They offer that marketing.
Yeah. Well, they offer
Okay.
money for marketing. I think with
I
technology.
mean, they market it themselves.
It would obviously be easier with Nintendo helping
Like-
us, but we definitely are in a spot to do it ourselves, and we have in
Like,
some way, right?
you
It would
don't
be
go
much easier
and
with
watch
Nintendo,
TV.
hands down.
right.
You don't go and watch TV and you're like, oh,
Smash is
SmashCon?
on, right?
Like you don't
exactly.
see an ad
Exactly.
for SmashCon
Right,
or
right,
anything
right,
like
right.
that. We don't have any marketing. Like unless you're in
Advertising,
it, you don't know.
Advertising is a great point.
That is
and,
true.
Just
Appealing to the casual side, the non-competitive side
Right.
of the
Or-
scene. is
because
probably
as we were
helpful.
mentioning earlier, Nerf,
making people spectators, making people into spectators.
Right.
Yeah.
As we were mentioning earlier, that everybody can like get behind that idea of like competitiveness, right? The
Right,
human
right.
spirit that goes back as far as time, right?
Right.
Just the competitive edge that everybody can appreciate.
Right.
So knowing that we can tie that into esports, there's just got to be a way. Either marketing, if it's getting more sponsorships and money.
It's also like dumbing it down. Like
I personally,
we're very jargon heavy in
True.
Smash. Like
That's a good point.
it's very inaccessible to some people.
Oh, that's a really good point.
So
in
it's
some
like
instances, yes.
Of
It-
Smash,
casuals,
like
yeah,
that.
like literally, we're talking about like oh, nice back air, like oh,
Right.
even people who like play
Yeah.
Smash
That's a great
sometimes,
point.
casual players, like
Yeah.
they probably don't really just like
That's
fully.
a really good
recognize that.
point, Nerf.
But I also feel like that can fall back on the commentary.
It absolutely.
no,
falls-
absolutely.
It's also 100%.
No, that's
for-
on us. Yeah, that
Because
is on
for
us.
everyone, you should have one technical person
Yeah.
for those people that are really into that kind of stuff, like the people that know everything about the game.
Yeah.
And then people who are just watching because they're like, oh, I saw it on TV, or oh, someone suggested this to
Right.
me, and like
Yeah,
this
yeah,
looks
yeah.
awesome. So you get that person that can
True.
give them that general overview of like, okay, they did this or they did that, but in
Yeah.
a very
Right.
general term instead of being like, oh, you just got 2H.
Right.
Right. And what
Right,
some,
but
and
what
what
did you
some
say?
And they
to
don't
me?
know what that means, so
Exactly.
that's a good point.
and what some commentators do obviously is like if you say something, explain it the first time it happens, and if it happens again, you can just go back to your
Go
normal
along
like
with it,
jargon
yeah.
stuff. But it's like obviously like there's certain things where it's like, if it's early in a set and that I just want to appeal to something. Maybe there's someone else out there who doesn't really fully
Yeah.
comprehend like
Yeah,
what is
yeah.
happening right in front of them.
Mhm.
Like giving a little bit more detail and being more
Accessibility.
specific and stuff.
I think you hit
That's
the nail.
good.
I think you hit the
Yeah,
nail
for
on the head, Nerf. Accessibility is a great point with just the jargon that is very commonplace.
Right.
All really solid things.
Oh, man.
I
I
would
can't
love
even
to.
tell
I would
you
love
how
to
it
see some good
changes you.
advertising.
Yeah, because we're so used to casting
yeah.
for ultimate players. We're
Right,
so used
right.
to talking to people who already know the context, who
Right.
already
Sure.
know
Yeah, very
what
true.
we're talking about.
Yeah.
Bruh, true story. I had a friend telling me about like personal
Yeah.
problem,
Yeah.
significant other, whatever.
Right.
And
We're supposed to be private, man. Come on.
I'm
not
not
gonna
gonna
go
say
into
any
detail.
names.
He's not gonna go into detail.
No,
But to
I'm
be
just kidding. It's not me. It's
to
not me.
give you
I
the
was just messing with him. I was
specific
just messing with him.
the specific
Oh, no.
situation, the phrase was, "I'm fine when I'm with the person."
Oh, okay.
And my immediate response that I wanted to say back was, "But how are you in neutral?"
Oh,
And
my
I was like-
God.
And
How are
before
you
it came out of my
neutral?
mouth, and I was like, "What is that? Oh my
This is why
god!
Smash
Did
has
I
no
just
sense of humor.
did I just use a video game
I'm
reference
not
to
gonna
describe?"
lie, it kind of works.
Right?
It kind of
No,
works.
I'm not gonna lie. Like
That made so
I'm at
much sense
work.
in my head.
Right.
It made me sick.
Yeah.
I am at work, and I'm like, honestly,
That's
that's
awesome.
the mix-up. And I say that, and I'm
Oh
like,
my
why did I
God.
say that?
Oh
Like,
my
why do
God.
I say that's the mix-up?
Yeah,
Do they know what
that's
that
the
means?
mix-up,
And
right.
people are
That's
like,
the tech
yeah,
right
yeah,
there.
yeah. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, like, it can
I say
translate a
bodied.
little,
I say
but
bodied.
how do they know what I'm?
I say bodied way too much in real
How do
life.
they know what I'm
Like,
talking
oh,
about?
bodied.
How do they
My
know what I'm
boss is like,
talking
What are you
about?
talking about? I'm like, nothing.
But I
Man.
feel like get bodied is just kind of like
It's a little easier, yeah. It's a
yeah,
little
like
easier,
if you watch anything that involve like if someone gets hit in football and you
Bodied.
got hit stick, you
Bodied.
just got bodied, bro.
Yeah, true, true,
Oh
true.
yeah, you got
Very
bodied.
true.
I mean you can get that.
Bodies,
much.
bodies
right.
kind of it's slang, but it's general.
Everyone
get
knows
it.
what
Okay.
everyone knows
True,
what
true,
getting
true.
bodied means. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
that's easy.
All right, so what? All right, so next thing we're gonna move into is our controversial topics.
I guess so. I guess we are gonna controversy. So hero.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, we have to.
Really, guys?
Yeah, man. What do you mean?
Yeah, we have to.
All right, okay.
We have to. This is still a hot topic. It still gets people heated. You know, people want to throw stuff after
like,
fighting
yeah,
hero.
Tech guy
Rex,
clearly
I
is
don't
not
get
a
it.
fan. Shout out, no skills.
No skills. I mean, it's true though. He's kind of. I think he's kind of uncompetitive and anti. I guess I should say anti.
Okay. So we said hero, but
We've
let's
been
get
here
the
before.
let's put the question on the table.
Yeah.
Should hero be banned? Nerf.
1, 2, 3, nerf, go.
You guys go first.
No, we're putting you on the spot. Go.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, okay.
X.
No.
I can go yes or no, but I will let you guys argue it out.
I mean,
and then-
I'm a mixed bag. I think you should ban Hocus Pocus. I don't think you should ban anything else. I think
Okay.
Hocus Pocus
Just
is where he
Hocus
gets like
Pocus?
the really broken
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Hocus Pocus is where you can like get the giant mushroom, get invincibility. It's too wacky. It's too useless. There's no reason for you to ever use it in bracket anyway. So just ban it, and we'll all be fine.
I would agree
and
with
we'll
that.
be okay.
Yeah, I would agree
Magic
with
Burst still an issue. Thwack still an issue. Those are
whack.
somewhat counterplayable.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know. I probably don't have as in-depth of knowledge about the character in
Because
terms
someone
of
doesn't have the character pass.
like. Yeah.
That is true. Someone did
someone-
not buy the DLC.
Someone unnamed. We don't know who it is. Anyway, so
It's crazy.
but going past the technical side, just playing a ton of heroes
Right.
online. I don't know. As a DK player, I don't think it's that bad for me. Now, it's possible that I just haven't
yeah,
played any
'cause-
really
yeah.
great heroes, but I feel like I've played really good. I mean, I'm at least online, right? I play pretty solid. I have a pretty solid skill online, right, against people who do pretty well. So
I'll vote for
at
that.
That's that
at
Wi-Fi
level,
DK, man.
at that level,
That Wi-Fi DK is scary, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wi-Fi DK.
at that level, I don't know. I haven't seen anything overly oppressive from Hero. Yes, I've had things like
Wow.
I've gone to sleep or I've gotten one shot. Like that sucks. But he's still terrible up close. Like Hero lands on me,
I mean, he
and
can
I just
kill you,
look at
zero.
him for 3 seconds. I think about my life, and then I attack him, and then I'm good. Like that's
Yeah, I mean, that's
where-
true.
And I'm DK. I don't
Because
even have the fastest frame data.
you have the ability to punish people who are hesitating, and there is often a lot of
or
hesitation
just
with the
who
heroes
ha-
that you're
or
probably
just,
playing.
or just who have bad frame data, which Hero does.
Right, he does have bad frame data.
His smashes are terrible, yes. As far as like the amount of time they take for them to come out, but his
Right.
jabs and tilts aren't terrible.
And
But
his,
I- but I-
his
anything
up B
off
out of
of-
shield
But
is one of
that's
his best frame options.
But that's why his up tilt,
his up
his up
B
B.
out of shield.
up B. What's his up B?
Up B is like the swoosh.
Oh,
Use
I've
swoosh.
never seen
The
that.
little
Literally,
tornado
if you
Happen.
swoosh out
No
of
one
shield,
ever does it.
Yeah,
it's not.
okay.
It's but it's
Because
kind
you
of
would be
good.
vulnerable. You would be vulnerable after that.
You can be vulnerable, but if
Okay.
the,
It
but
should-
That's why
it's
you
good-
wouldn't do it.
It's
Well,
good off.
okay, so yes, if they are ready for it, then they can shield it, and then they're setting a free fall, and then you're just kind of like, well,
Yeah, that's a.
What do
yeah,
I wanna
that's a
do
free
then?
up
It-
smash,
right,
50
it's,
plus
you
you're
would
dead.
never want to use it on FD. Okay, let's just say
yeah.
that.
But if they pressure your shield and they're down on frames, you up B out of shield, and it pops them up.
Right.
so
Pumps
you
them
can
up,
still
and you
fast
can nair.
fall.
You can like
Right.
and you can't nair.
I'm
No,
sure-
because you can't. It puts you in a
yeah,
free
obviously,
fall.
obviously free fall, but
I'm
yeah.
If they
just-
took that away, and made it so you didn't go into
oh no,
Free
not
fall?
free fall. Then he could
oh,
then he could air dodge
will-
out
you
of
could
it.
get some gross stuff.
Then he
out
could
of
air
it.
dodge out
I
of
will
that.
say
That's
I will say
gross.
this.
That'd be gross.
His F smash is pretty strong, right? Of course, that goes without saying.
I mean,
but-
all of his smashes are pretty strong when you get the crit. Like
Right,
they
right.
all have a chance to crit.
Right. I'm just saying that's
Hatchet
something that
Man.
kind of comes
God,
up a
Hatchet
little
Man's
bit.
gross.
I don't know. As
Instant
far as
shield break.
approaching him, I've never felt like I don't have control in the match.
That's very true.
Really?
Yeah, hands down. I mean, what he's gonna
Interesting.
Yeah, he's gonna throw stuff after you.
I
I'm either
feel
gonna
that.
hop
I feel
over
like
it.
Hero is
I'm
the
either
one you
gonna-
have no control.
Well, hold on. Let me finish. So
Okay.
I'm gonna hop over his attack. I'm going to shield it, and then I'm gonna get in and punish him. He's got very few things on pressure to get himself out of that. With enough
All he
pressure,
can really do is wall you
watch
out.
him play a Falcon. Did you guys? I think we might have seen that at the last cave.
Yeah.
Playing
Falcon
Chris?
just like, Chris, yeah.
Yeah, Chris is a gross Falcon.
He is. So that aside, but obliterated him. I mean, Falcon's the ultimate. Like, what are you gonna do? Scoops,
Yeah,
down
for
throw,
sure.
you know.
I mean, his Fair and his Bear are great zoning tools, like walling them out. But at the same time, Fair comes out at 17 and Bear comes
Yeah.
out at 18.
It's
so
my
like,
opinion, and I said I
Oh,
preface
Fair
this-
does not come out at 17. Fair comes out at like 12.
Fair?
Yeah, Fair's faster.
It's frame 17.
It's frame 17,
Yeah.
really?
So
Yeah, they're both
I
awful.
just wanted to preface that kind of rant just to say that I don't know the technical, but just on a personal like feel level, I don't think he's that bad.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. So, I mean, I've watched, players who were doing well before Hero, like top players before Hero, pick up Hero, and then that's scary because that's
Oh.
like their fundamentals are so good and they have good spacing, and you don't need good frame data when you have good spacing. That's
fair.
why Rob players do well.
True.
It's like
That's
you
why
just
Ike does well.
right. That's why
True.
Ike does well. You
Yep.
know, you have good disjoints with a sword.
Yeah.
You have, you
Although
know,
his sword is very short.
it is a shorter sword. It is
Yeah.
short. I mean,
Because they gave him Ike Nair, but they didn't give him Ike's
range,
distance.
which is
Right,
good.
range,
Which is
yeah.
good. I think that's good.
Or run speed. How's his run speed? Walk speed?
His,
It's not bad.
it's not the
bad.
best, but
It's
his
not the
grab
best, but it's
range
not
is
bad.
probably the worst in the game.
Oh my god.
Is it
yeah,
really?
game over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
almost,
no-
it's
no
like right there
question.
with Roy. Like,
It's probably
Oh,
like
Royce. I
grab
didn't
range-
even know Royce had a bad
yeah,
range.
Roy had the worst grab range. Like
then
literally
Hero.
the close. Like you have to be closer than anyone else.
Wow.
Hero.
But on the
is
bright side,
right
they
there.
did fix. I can't remember which patch it was, but in one of the patches, they did fix just about all of the Fire Emblem's dash grab.
Oh,
Yes.
awesome.
Dash grab got
Wonderful.
fixed.
Oh, that's
That
good.
was good.
Yeah.
It's not the best now, but it's viable. It's comparable, right? It's competitive. But Hero is just like he can get very lucky and get three big things to
Sure.
just dunk you,
That
and
makes-
that's it.
I totally understand the.
All right.
The RNG is a little crazy.
I mean, and that's the thing is like
But-
sometimes it's not even. It really can come down to just pure RNG because sometimes if you just got someone who's just down B instant cast,
yeah.
down B instant cast at the top of the list, like
I
you
did
just,
that.
Can I ask you a technical question about
sure.
Hero?
Yeah,
so I'm wondering, what are the what's the option when you're watching two players or when you're one of the players perhaps,
Okay.
and you see the hero get something awesome? Are you watching that menu and do you have enough time to react appropriately when he does pick
No,
something?
you have to look at it, right?
Okay.
So that's a bait, right?
Right.
So sometimes they'll pull up the menu, they'll drop it. Of course, it does have a slow like in lag
Okay.
after you drop
Yeah.
it. It's a little bit
I want to say about 7 frames it lingers
Oh,
for.
okay.
Yeah,
It's
but-
not terribly slow, but it's not fast.
right.
Well, no.
Exactly.
So what I mean by when you pull up the screen, you can hit shield and it'll immediately go away, but you can tap the shield.
Right.
So one, you're already out of it and you're
Yeah.
back to neutral.
Right.
So that's super fast. And then
Right.
7 frames after that,
Mhm.
it still just hovers over the character.
Oh,
Right.
So
gotcha.
you
so the
see
menu
Oh, I got you.
stays.
You see the
I got you.
but you
selection
can
gone?
move.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, you
so
see
it's a way to
that-
mix people up.
Yeah, they can't see or like
And so
the
there's some
selection of which
yeah.
one you're gonna pick is gone,
Yeah.
so you know it's done. But then at the same time, you kind of see at the corner of your eye, you're like, oh, the menu's still there. So are they still trying to choose something? And then you get F smash.
How often does
Right.
the menu reset every time you pull it up?
Yes. And you can't get the same option twice. There's no
Okay,
repeats.
That's a little something, but all right. So more to your point, Nerf, and probably most people, Australia. That
Southwest
Bandom,
Australia.
that Bandom, is it West Australia?
Southwest Australia.
Okay, South Australia. So that's actually something I might change right about the character. Is just maybe have the select screen, the menu appear, and you get the same options for the first 30 seconds, and then it changes or something, or 20 seconds or
Okay.
something like that.
I've got a
Interesting.
question
Just
for
so
you.
you have a chance to memorize it, and you can kind of keep in your pocket. Okay.
I guess. Oh, that just seems so unviable. That just makes it less viable.
I've got a question
That's
for
what,
you guys.
that's what I was
then.
hoping to do.
Yeah.
Should we ban Joker?
No.
I don't think so.
Okay. Then why should we ban Hero?
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
Hero has a lot more RNG elements.
I think
You know,
I think-
that's the nice thing about RNG though is it's not good
RNG.
or bad. Yeah.
Right, but it is not. It is.
it's not good for
anti-competitive.
it's not good for competitive.
It's fair for yeah.
But
yeah.
Right.
in my opinion, I think if we are not even discussing Joker, the possibility of him being banned, we shouldn't even discuss the possibility of Hero being banned.
That's an excellent point.
Because my thing with Hero is insane. His frame data is ridiculous. And at a certain point, like, if you have the opportunity or you like Joker, why wouldn't you just play him?
All right.
Because his frame data is insane.
Arsene.
Arsene
Persona.
alone is an entire
Sure.
character.
Yeah.
And if we're not even going to talk about, and how can Joker be fixed? Nerfs.
Right.
So if we're going to nerf Joker, we could easily nerf down Hero to him not being a competitive
You
threat.
say we like we're the balancing team. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
It's not, that's up to them, man. Like
I
I don't
know, I
know.
know.
Like I don't know
Lords,
what they're
we-
gonna do.
yeah.
Speaking to the Smash gods,
Right,
yes.
exactly.
Like
But what I
don't-
mean is,
yeah.
like, if we can fix, if Joker is insane and he can be fixed with nerfs,
But he's not insane.
Yeah, I don't think Joker's insane.
That's why. That's why Leo.
I have to be.
No,
I have to agree with
that's
Nerf
why.
on that.
That's why
yeah.
Leo
I
is
think
the
he's
only one
insane.
doing well with him, and he was
Yeah.
doing well with every other character that he was
I
playing
have
before.
to agree.
Lucina.
I do think.
I think Joker is insane.
I think Joker's very, very, very good, and I think I might
very
tone
high
down,
skill ceiling. Don't get me wrong.
I
Like
might
huge
tone down
skill
Arsene.
ceiling.
I might tone down Arsene just a tad.
Yeah, I would.
Like,
I would
You
keep him
should
out
not
for
be
5
hitting as
seconds
Bowser.
less. I feel like he should be out for 5 seconds less. That's what I would know.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
just think he should have some type of repercussions for
But he
hitting
is
a
pretty.
button.
He is pretty light. Is that correct? What's his weight at?
I don't think he's heavy.
I don't know.
I think he's light. if I'm
I
not
don't.
mistaken.
I don't remember.
I don't know, he's a high
know
school
where he
teenager,
is.
dog.
I think he's
However
like
much they weigh.
mid. Probably mid.
He's a Japanese high school teenager, right? He's
Probably
on a,
midway.
He's on a diet of like 5 grains of rice and some sake. I don't know.
Some sake?
He's in high
Sake.
school. He can't have sake.
He sneaks it on the side. He's got issues. Anyway, so
I mean, he lives
mean,
in a
he
coffee.
does-
He lives in a coffee
bro,
shop.
Arsene
okay?
is just a figment of his
Hold on.
imagination. Okay,
I've
This is
played-
true. This is
I've
true.
played Persona 5, so off that,
No
generally ha-
spoilers. No spoilers.
generally have a burger every day. You know,
burger every
gotta
day?
boost
Yeah,
your
the
stats.
giant,
You
the
know what I'm
giant
saying?
burger.
Right.
Yeah, it's the giant burger.
Giant burger.
Right.
Yeah. So you gotta boost your stats off that.
He puts them away.
Yeah, he does. And you don't really do any exercise. You just kind of go out and party.
Exactly.
Or not
Well,
party.
no,
but
the
like,
exercise is Memento, or no, it's the palace. Remember how
Sure.
exhausted they are?
oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they exhaust themselves.
All right, so
by
he's
going to-
burning. That's why he needs that burger. He's burning hella calories.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
What else does he do?
He
He
does
buys
run,
airsoft
and
guns.
you do run around with
I mean,
him.
you can imagine that kid's got
He is
abs,
running. He
dude.
is running everywhere. That's true too.
He's
This is
running,
true.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's a lie.
And he
So
jumps,
actually,
he like jumps buildings.
No,
actually,
no,
I
no.
want to know. I
I
want.
just started playing this, dude. Slightly holding the stick up, like makes you run.
Yeah.
He's constantly
There's no walk.
running.
Yeah, there's no walk speed.
Yeah,
It's just
and if
run,
you do,
full
it's
run.
because you don't care about. I mean, that's no.
Let's talk.
That man is sprinting.
Can
Everywhere.
we please talk about the fact that I feel like I'm legitimately one of the only people that's noticed his
What up?
dash animation. It feels different to me, but his dash changes between him having Persona and him not.
Oh.
When he has without Persona, he actually glides across the screen. With Persona, he actually runs and takes a step for every time he moves.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Wow. Maybe I'll have to take a look at that. That's
Yeah,
actually kinda
I don't know how like mechanically it changes anything or if it
Ah.
does at all, but he glide in one of them he glides, and the other one he actually runs.
Interesting.
I want to get back
That's
to.
the first I've ever heard of that.
I want to get back to Hero for a second, guys.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Derek,
So go back to Hero.
So can we talk about who is at the top echelon of hero play? That's not even a thing because I know he's probably pretty new. But who would you say is like at the top,
Who's picked
or
him up?
like really pushing the
Ryuga
meta?
and XCal.
Alright.
Those are the
Well,
two
no.
big names that I know.
I was about to say, what?
It's not
I
like
thought a
it's not
pro
like
picked him
Bayonetta
up.
though, where everybody's swapping to
No,
Bayo. Okay, all right.
certainly not, because no one really, because everyone's a little unsure if we're actually going to be like
Banning him or not?
banning him or not, or if it's like, am I going to be working on him for 3 months?
But
and then-
nobody thought that. I mean, people definitely thought that about Bayo. But I mean, like people still picked her up.
oh
for
yeah,
sure.
because you
Like-
had to, because they knew that there wasn't going to change.
Yeah,
Well,
like
I don't think anybody
even
knew
them-
there
Wow.
wasn't
even
gonna
them
be
Oh, I guess
nerfing
so.
Bayo was still a busted Bayo. So
Oh, I know. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
I'm saying I don't think that Hero's at that level, right?
Right, and it's just like it's just so
no, because
there
the
is
stuff
so
isn't
much
consistent enough.
uncertainty around
Yeah.
Hero, and I think that is what really makes him so volatile.
Can we
But
talk?
at the same
Can
time,
we talk
it's-
about the banned characters in previous games? We have
Sure,
Meta
sure.
Knight was banned and
Brawl.
let's talk about the fact of banning characters in general, because like it is
Right.
whether we're talking about Smash or not, like as far as games go, they almost never ban any characters.
Yeah,
I think the
that's a
only
good
Right.
point.
I think the only thing they've ever really banned, in maybe Street Fighter was they banned Akuma.
Hmm.
I was looking
That's right.
I looked at a video earlier about this exact topic. I think it was like Street Fighter 3 or something like that.
Hmm.
They made a broken version of Akuma because he was made for like a boss fight,
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
which in fighters is always difficult to try and do. But like his frame data was dumb, as
Yeah.
he should have been for a boss character. So
Right.
like you just couldn't play him, which is fine.
Yeah.
Like if they made it for one
Yeah, so-
purpose and he's just a boss character, and then like after you get it and you just kind of want to run through the campaign, you're like, what do I want to do? I want to be the broken god. Yeah, why not
Right.
play Akuma? But as
Yeah.
far as
No, that makes sense.
competitive scene,
All
you
right.
can't give them the
So-
broken character.
That makes sense.
So top echelon of hero. Sorry to jump around, guys.
Oh, no, you're
top,
fine.
top echelon of hero.
It's
I
just
mean,
undeveloped
there you
right
go.
now. It's
Undeveloped.
underdeveloped right now. I would say we will probably see some more, but I mean at the same time, Parappa is another one. I would say
Yeah.
Parappa is actually doing well. He got second at one of the Xanadu tournaments,
Yeah.
either the grind or at Xanadu.
Hero, Hero's only been allowed at 2 majors. Is that correct? 2 majors so far?
Yeah.
'Cause I think he came out and they did one and they're like, whoa,
SmashCon.
too soon.
Right, because SmashCon was the first one.
And that was too. Oh, was he there or was that too soon? There was one where it was like right when
it
it
was
was going down.
SmashCon and Shine.
Oh, Evo was the one where they.
Evo,
they knocked
yeah.
it out.
Obviously, it was like it was out too quickly. Like they
Right, exactly. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. So
they're not
there's
gonna
only
do
been
it.
2 tournaments. So yeah, I obviously, of course, we could
It
see
must
some
have
more
been
top play, but until
Well, yeah,
we-
because they couldn't do it because it also had balance changes too. Like they're
Right.
not gonna make you play on the balance changes.
until we see like I would say a Bayonetta level of like swapping. When you get other mains saying, Psh, I'm definitely gonna play this character, then I think we should probably.
But there's
worry about
75
it.
characters at that point. A lot of times, I think what everyone else is
that's-
figuring out is like, oh, you just have to pick a secondary or a pocket character to
Mhm.
beat Hero, and that's the mix-up
Yeah.
because he does
That's
get
a good point.
dunked by, 5-10 characters at the very
Yeah.
least.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like there are certain characters that
Rushdown
can
is a
just
huge
rush
problem
him
for him.
down. and
Yeah, I'm
that's,
fine.
That's the
I'm
goal.
fine with him. So his recovery can be a little tricky. I'm not gonna lie. I've tried to punish with down B's off stages, DK or
Right.
borders. It can be a little tricky,
When the-
especially because
yeah.
up B has a hitbox.
Right.
yeah, if
And it lingers.
you really gotta
And
like
it's a
time
long.
it.
It takes like a solid. It's a different recovery. Like Fox has a.
And he
stall
mixes it
before he
up,
goes
right? So he can go really far off stage
Right.
or closer.
Mhm.
and then he
just
can
depending on how
make
much
it super
MP
fast
he
or
has.
hold it for a bit
Yeah.
longer.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
That's right. And I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I
And
wanted to pick
Zoom.
up Hero. Like I really wanted to be good at Hero, but it's just like it's a very high skill floor.
Right.
So it's like I don't think he has a skill ceiling that's like anything to speak of, but the skill floor is so high that it's just like you have to be like fundamentally a good player.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
we'll probably have to revisit
But I
once we
mean,
get some more top level play.
Yeah, I mean, we'll probably see some like upsetting stuff. Like it's hard to say at this point because we are in the life of Ultimate experiencing a lot of upsets
So
in
true.
bracket anyway.
Yep. So
So
true.
it's like seeing this and like comparing it to like previous upsets is going to be a little harder.
very true.
yeah. Honestly,
We'll have
I
to wait and
think
see.
if we see a whole bunch of people converting to Hero and then they ban him or something like that, I think we'll just see a bunch of Ikes.
A bunch of Ikes.
No
Yeah.
way. No one's going to go to Ike.
Honestly, his
Why would they go to Ike?
Ike has no projectiles.
And his recovery is not
taking
great. Not
taking
great at all.
away his spells, or if they're like, oh, you can't pull out the magic, blah blah blah. At that
Took away
point,
80% of his kit.
I mean, you take away one button, but yes, 80%
Yeah.
of his kit.
It's
Yeah.
one button, but that's it.
But his entire
23 spells.
his
Right.
entire aerial kit is trash. Ike
Yeah.
changed my mind.
Yeah. That's why I
Outside
don't
of
feel
his up
comfortable
air,
approaching him.
all of his other buttons are just trash versions of Ike's.
And his grab. You said his grab's pretty
yeah.
bad too.
Yeah,
Yeah. All day.
His grab is
all,
bad.
All day, dude.
and his combos.
for me, anyways, I'm like, what are you even doing?
Like if they if
What
they
are you
improved
going for here?
the hitbox on his up air, I could see falling up air being like a much more viable option for
They
him.
Yeah.
They
And that
can't
could give
do
him some
that.
combo potential.
And maybe remove a little bit from the dependency on
Because
RNG.
that's a really bad up air. It's
Yeah.
really bad.
Yeah,
Very
I mean,
bad.
the only thing that they could do, I mean, even if they did fix it to, you could do falling up air, it would just be falling up air and up tilt because he doesn't have any faster options. It's not gonna
That's
put you in
good.
enough stun
Falling
lane.
up air into up tilt into another up air would be good. Like you could
Yeah.
obviously go for some
True.
sharking like on platform stages. Like that's a viable option. You do that with a lot of characters. It's like what do you
True.
think Wario does? Wario falls with an up air and then more up air. Yeah.
Mario, Incineroar,
right.
Luigi.
Yeah.
Who's the other one?
Sonoror.
Yeah, there's
Ness.
so many. Yeah, there's so
I
many
Ness
can't.
characters
does
with
it.
I
falling up
can't
airs. Yeah,
stand playing Incineroar.
that's
I
true.
can't stand it either because you're just like,
Sonoror. His up. Is
I can't believe
his up B the.
Our most-
It
our-
sounds
y'all-
like
y'all's
he's
most-
drowning.
Y'all,
His like spins.
oh
Was it
no,
side
that,
B?
that neutral B.
Neutral B. Thank you.
y'all's strongest
like-
feelings have been about Little Mac and Incineroar today.
Neutral B,
No,
frame
mine's Lil
4.
Mac and
Frame
Yeah,
4
that's a lot.
lariat with armor. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes a
Yeah.
lot of sense. That
Yeah,
breaks
yeah.
shield if you hold it the whole time. That's
Oh,
insane.
does it really?
Yeah, so
Oh my
it throws
God.
out, it has 3 hits.
Yeah.
And if you shield all 3 hits,
Right.
it breaks your shield.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because Incineroar.
Wow.
Yeah. That's true. So just
Fun stuff.
take the hit.
Yeah.
It's better
Alright.
just take the hit. All right. Well, I mean, I don't know. Hero Band. Well, only time will tell on that one. It's gonna be really tough because
For
you know
sure.
we still have to
I think all around he's
experience
fine.
a couple months.
True. Very true.
And of course, like the next character might just end up overshadowing it. Whenever Banjo comes out, maybe Banjo's even more broken. Who knows?
Could be.
If they break Banjo, I don't even know how you could break Banjo, but I'm also hyped for Banjo.
Give him armor on everything.
Boys,
If you give him armor.
boys, can we talk about guesses for the next character? Because I
Absolutely.
think there's a lot around.
Yeah.
Around Sora, just as jokes, but I think
What?
Yeah.
Sora was like 3 months ago.
No. It was something recently that they just dug into because it was code. It was code that they found, and it was like 2 keywords in there, and one of them was
Right.
representative for hero,
Right.
and the other one was possibly alluding to like a heart or something like that. And so there was
Okay.
a joke, but it would kind of give it a slight legitimacy.
Right.
That it might be
Because there was
Sora.
Brave, right? Brave was the keyword for
Yeah,
hero,
right,
right?
right,
So
correct.
Brave is something that it's Yusha in Japanese, which has
Okay.
always been
Yeah.
referred. They always refer to the hero in Dragon Quest as Yusha.
All right.
But not always,
So,
but often.
so what do you guys think? Top 3 characters. What do you
pretty
think? What do you think?
Or
Or just
I have
one
no clue.
character.
Well,
Yeah.
I have no clue.
Just
I have
fun
people
that's the
guesses.
that I
thing.
would
Is like
like.
these
Fun
leaks,
guesses.
but these leaks though, the leaks
Those
have really
Tracer,
changed
bruh,
my
if we
mind.
get Tracer,
Yeah.
I'm quitting the game.
We are not
going to
get
give me a
Tracer because the
Overwatch
person said
character.
it was going to be. They came back and said it was going to be a female character with a mech, so it would be
who's-
Diva and not
Who's
Tracer.
Tracer?
Tracer's from Overwatch.
Oh, never played.
Yep.
The girl, the
Did
short,
you really
the
just
short
ask me
hair,
to
the
trace
short hair
it?
girl, the poster girl with the,
Never played
the
it, bro.
goggles and the guns.
Oh yeah.
Goggles and guns. She teleports.
Poster girl, I got you.
She's
She
fun.
legitimately teleports.
She's fun.
okay.
Oh, she
And
dashes.
and she also turns back time like Echo from League of Legends.
Oh, okay.
She can like
I don't know
reverse
that.
time. Very interesting.
Well,
My man,
her
Smash.
Her ultimate ability is to reverse time.
got
So
you.
like, let's say
Alright.
you ran from like there to the door.
Yeah.
Her ult would that bring her back to there?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because that makes sense.
Exactly. I don't think it'll be Tracer. I think it will be Diva if it is any
Overwatch character.
Overwatch character, just because of the mech leak.
I saw a picture and they were alluding at a girl from Arms. There's
Arms?
A character.
Yeah,
I don't believe.
I'm actually
I don't
surprised
believe they would do Arms.
I'm actually surprised
Too
they haven't
new.
though.
Yeah.
It's too niche. There's not enough fan base,
But
right?
didn't
It's
they
like
release it with?
I think it'd be-
remember
They
when
might
the Splatoon game, didn't they release
Arms.
Splatoon 2? No. I'm saying Splatoon 2 and Inkling and Smash.
right,
Weren't those
but
around each
right, but that's not
Right.
DLC.
No,
right,
true.
that's
yeah.
that's different.
I
So it's
think
like
it would-
obviously
there
new
was a
characters.
character that was new that they add.
The
they
character
added
would probably
in.
be busted, quite honestly.
Sure.
Like Arms, their whole shtick is
Hitting you
to
from
shoot
farther away.
Arms.
Yeah, just should
I get a lot.
huge
Of,
range.
I get a lot of flack for this, but I'm going to say it. One character I would love to see, Sephiroth. I know how bad it would be.
Sephiroth.
I know, but I would just love to see. I don't care how broken
What?
it is. I don't even care if the character gets banned in every tournament. I would just love to see Sephiroth.
I am so.
Just
I am
balance
so
it
sorry.
out.
I'm out.
I know.
All right,
I know.
all right. Here's the deciding factor.
I'm okay with it. I'm standing by it because that's how I feel. But
Here's the
I would
deciding
love to see it.
factor
Kill
on whether
me.
you're cool or not. Sephiroth, without
Why? So we can
Or
get
with
one
or
more
without
Final
the
Fantasy
wing?
song.
Yeah, you're right.
yes. Oh, one wing and angel.
We get
Yeah,
one
One Wing
more.
Angel,
That's the
I'm
one that
like
everyone
all
wanted.
day.
but
Yeah, yeah.
whatever.
So, question: should he,
I'm okay with the battle theme.
with or without the wing?
I mean, put in the wing.
Yeah, make it a hurt box.
Yeah.
Yeah, give it the Mewtwo tail treatment, and then we're good. And then I can hit him from just as far as he can hit me
Yeah.
from.
I mean, his Murasami.
That's
his
fair.
Murasami is very,
That's a
very
terrible
long.
idea.
it's like I'm sorry, I don't
but-
want this to turn into like Eunice, okay, with these like stage-long hit boxes. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
please,
Hey, bruh.
no.
Hey, bruh.
I know it's ridiculous. 'cause
Final
his sword
Smash
is long,
Sin
but
Harvest.
I mean,
God.
I guess
honest-
I would just love to see it, just to balance
Sephiroth
out
would
the
be
good bad guy.
fire.
I know, dude, it'd be so
He'd
dope.
be
I don't even
so
care how
awesome.
broken it is.
No,
He'd be
no.
so
Even if
awesome.
they ban him,
I
I'm
don't
still
want
gonna
him.
play him at home on screen.
Nah, I don't want him.
I mean,
don't want
honestly,
him.
his moves wouldn't even
Square
be
would
that
never.
busted.
You know Square would never.
Well,
Well-
I actually I don't know that.
Square
they
would absolutely never.
I mean,
Why-
they
why
gave us
wouldn't
Cloud.
Yeah, they gave us Cloud.
because they were so reluctant to bring Cloud in, and then the only reason that he's still in Ultimate is because we're like, well, I guess you have to put him back in since you said everyone is here, and they're like, yeah,
you
everyone's
think-
here.
do you
That
think-
means you have to give him to
Do
us
you
again.
think Square Enix regrets putting Cloud in?
No,
Okay.
absolutely
I feel like
not.
it would
Because
have
it's
done
good
wonders.
advertisement, and
I was
that's
about to
what
say, absolutely.
and that's what the DLC has
Yeah.
been so far. Is good advertising.
So why not Sephiroth?
Oh wait, hold on. He just said good advertising. What
Yeah.
are they advertising Banjo-Kazooie for?
Okay, that is true.
Give me a Banjo-Kazooie game. Okay.
Well, maybe they will.
Yeah,
maybe they'll.
yeah.
Maybe that's what the upcoming direct is. Maybe there is
Oh,
rumors
bruh.
that the upcoming direct.
I don't
is
want.
gonna
I
release,
don't
like,
want a
bunch of
report. I don't want a report.
No, no,
I
no.
want
A remake. or a sequel.
full-on-
The real threequel.
I don't even care. If they give me the first one again, that's fine. Give me a full-on
Remaster.
Reboot, remaster.
Yeah, give him the Crash Spyro treatment. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, give him
I agree.
give Banjo the justice he
I agree.
deserves, because we haven't seen Banjo for a minute.
I mean, yeah.
And you can tell, because Banjo came out, if you look at the pictures between what he used to look like and what he looks like now,
yeah.
Banjo
Much
thick.
Yeah, yeah.
Thick as
Put on some
hell.
weight, yeah,
Yeah.
Banjo
Mega
been
thick.
hitting the gym.
for real.
Banjo upper
Yeah.
body is dumb thick.
He
Yeah,
double
yeah.
cheeked up on a
He's
Thursday
got
afternoon.
like the
Honest.
freaking walk too. Like,
Bruh, his arms is just
Sun is
jacked.
still out.
And that, I think my favorite thing is when I see, because people are using Kazooie because he shoots
Yeah.
projectile, he shoots eggs.
Yeah.
So I just see Banjo just like,
yeah.
Yeah, he got the Glock, man.
hey,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
It's true. He got the
Hey,
grenade
bro.
launcher. I don't
Don't
know.
make me pull up with the Kazooie.
yeah.
Yeah, really.
It's
I mean,
old
it's
man
tough.
Kazooie.
I think Banjo-Kazooie is, I mean, obviously, he's not advertising anything, but I think that the other two, like Persona and Dragon Quest, like, they were both, like Smash Bros. X.
I hope
Game you want to buy.
I hope Bobby Big Balls picks up Banjo Kazooie.
He plays Melee. There's no Banjo.
He
But
doesn't
he would
play.
move to Ultimate
No,
for
he
that.
wouldn't.
He would move to
Bobby
Ultimate
Big
for
Balls
that.
would,
Yo,
with that type
Bobby,
of name.
let me
He'd
tell you
have to
something
change.
about
He'd have
Big
to change his
Balls.
tag to Bobby Big Eggs.
Let me tell you, Bobby Big Balls. I know everything about him, right? I feel like I do just because the name's so awesome.
Honestly,
He
I was
would
about to
come
say,
Ultimate.
can't
never
Let me
met
tell
this
you.
man
So
before.
we're bringing this back. We're bringing this guy back up.
Hey, bro, all three of us have to come in on Monday and literally just be like, hey,
Yo, Bobby,
where's Bobby?
dude.
Yo, what's
Get
Bobby?
a picture
Is
of
that
Bobby.
I'll
That's
hype
the
that
man.
up.
What's up, Bobby?
I don't even care,
Show up,
yeah.
take a picture, leave.
Yeah, I'm about to- yeah,
Like, is he entering? No.
Nah.
Are y'all what are y'all
No,
doing
no, I'm
here?
just here to hang
You
out.
guys are lucky.
Shut up.
I'm here for
I
the
saw the
homie.
name, so I
I'm here
need
for
to
the
get a
homie
picture of
Bobby
Bobby
Big
Big
Balls.
Bobby
Balls.
B's on vacation. You guys are lucky.
Hey, shout out big homie Bobby.
But yeah, people that I want to see in Smash, I would probably want to see Rayman. I know that's kind
Yeah,
of
that'd be cool.
I know that that's kind of like a lot of people are like, oh, Rayman, oh, blah blah blah. But I mean, Rayman is like he earned it. Like he's been around for a long time, and he's still technically around. The Rabbids franchise has kind of become like the Minions of the
Of video games.
of video
yes.
games.
Question.
Minions, yeah.
Strictly talking off Rayman, you said you wanted him.
But
Would his hands be an extended hitbox or a disjoint?
well, I mean, if he attacks, I can see them being a disjoint, like an attack. But I mean, when he's idle, I could see it being like part. I mean, obviously hurtbox. But they'd probably be close enough to his body that it wouldn't really matter. Like literally, like it would be the same distance as if
and
he had
neutral, yeah.
arms. Like I mean, if he had arms, it wouldn't really matter.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
You know, Pac-Man's got those
you
big
know
mitts.
Rayman, right?
You know, it's
What's
like
up?
You know Rayman?
Yeah.
How he has literally no ligaments. It's just
Yeah.
feet,
Yeah, just
arms,
flop.
body.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's held together with
Light.
spit and
So.
paper clips.
I was gonna say grit.
Spit and grit. Yep.
Hope,
Spin grit.
hopes,
Yeah, but yeah, no, he's-
aspirations, and grit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Uh,
Other than that, Doom guy, I would like to see Doom guy.
Doom would be
Lame.
cool.
I
No,
think I don't think Doom guy would be lame. I think Doom guy is like
it would
the
be
most the hardest one there.
it would be a little out of place, but
I
would
was about
love
to say
see it.
he would just be
Doom guy's scary.
He would legitimately just be Joker when he's shooting the gun,
Yeah.
minus the mobility.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I don't know. He'd be very like
What does he do?
he's melee heavy.
What is he gonna do? Melee
He
animation?
punches things, rips them apart with his bare hand. He rips demons apart with his bare
This
hands.
is ultimate. We're not ripping
Ridley's
apart
gonna
the
be
characters
scared
This
of
is
with
this
Mortal
bare
Kombat,
hands.
bro.
I know, but
Doom
that's the
guy in
thing.
Mortal
That's the
Kombat.
thing.
Right?
He'd
There we
That'd
go.
be awesome.
grab game
Then
would
he
be
would have a little more competition for the bad.
He's got a
the
chainsaw, you know? It's like the dude's
You can't. This is kid friendly. We're
Okay,
not
I'm
putting
sorry. I'm
chainsaws
sorry.
and
We've all seen the all-out attack from Joker. Just put the sparkles in it, and we're good.
BA.
Slap some sparkles. That's
Sparkles,
censorship.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
censorship, baby.
All right, King Fu, who do you want to see, man? Character.
I don't. That was good
Who
though.
would be fun to see?
Who would be fun? I don't know. Sephiroth. I don't think I can top Sephiroth. That's be
Fun,
pretty.
though.
That's dope.
that'd
How
be-
is that
dope.
fun?
It's
How's
Unless
that
you're
fun?
unless you're playing him.
Cause you just love
That's like
JRPGs.
Hero. That's like
Because
Hero. It's like
Sephiroth-
only fun if you're playing
Because
him.
Sephiroth is continuously awarded the #1 villain, bad guy in like any video game.
For
Cool.
sure. Cause
And
he's
he
so,
because he's filled with just pure. I mean, just as a lore, you
He's
have to
evil.
love Sephiroth.
Because he was.
He's evil.
I think the
he
fact
lived
that
for
he
the
was
pure
good
torment
before-
and destruction of things. He doesn't have like it's just to like mess with Cloud.
Okay,
Yeah.
well then why don't they put the Joker in Smash?
The Joker.
Because he's in Mortal
Batman's
Kombat.
not in there?
Exactly. He's in everything now. So just do it.
Because they gotta
No.
you gotta add the good guy first.
For sure. I'm trying to think.
Whatever.
Like, where's my JRPG love right now? I mean, Link's already in it, so I'm chilling.
Right.
Yeah, the Persona, and then you also like Persona and Dragon Quest. That's JRPG Central, bro. Like
Yeah.
Cloud.
Right. Cloud.
Like, what do you mean?
What
yeah.
do you mean? What do I
What do you
mean?
mean? What do you mean?
4L? I don't know what.
Evil horns.
We're playing charades.
Oh, Waluigi.
Waluigi, yes.
Now that's the
Okay.
man. Now that's
all right,
the man.
all right,
who knows
let's
what's up.
give a shout out. Okay, I didn't
All right.
know what that was. I thought
I
he was
love
I was
just-
about to say our
Waluigi.
production
But
guy
he's a-
is
he's a
having an
trophy.
aneurysm.
The proud guy is walking out the door. Is he opening the door?
He was a
I really
Oh,
thought he
he's
was-
walking out the door. All right, he's gone.
I really thought he was about to be like 2 words.
Two birds. 2 syllables. One
Okay.
word.
One word. Okay, first word
All right,
is.
Waluigi. Waluigi's not
Waluigi.
gonna get put in.
But he should
No, he
though.
will
There's
never.
no
He's not- he's-
reason. There's
he's
no
an
reason he
assist
shouldn't be in
trophy.
There is a reason they
Why?
shouldn't be in there
Give me a
because
good
they
reason.
want to keep it a running joke.
No, they not for too long.
I'm not
though.
joking. Like, that's serious.
I
He'd
don't
just be
think- I
busted.
don't
They
think
just wanna
Nintendo
make him
wants
feel
to do it
bad.
Forever.
Waluigi would be so
Let me-
busted.
let
All
me
right,
tell
all right.
you-
Think about
Waluigi's
this.
never
All right,
been
I'll let
any
you, I'll
game
give my,
other than.
You give yours and I'll give mine. Go ahead.
All right, think about this.
Yeah.
Mario. Give him longer limbs.
Yeah.
Essentially, oh no, it would just make Luigi longer.
All right, never mind. Let's
Well, he,
talk
well,
about
but, but then, no, because it's not the same.
No,
'cause
no,
he wouldn't
no,
have
no.
the vacuum like literally.
right, allow me-
yeah.
Okay, we'd have a regular grab.
Right.
Everything else would be the same.
Give
No,
him,
except
give him a
for
tennis racket and we'll
except
He'd
for
have
his-
the tennis racket. He'd have the golf club. He'd have the dice block. He'd
So he'd be
have
Peach
everything.
and
that all
Luigi.
the
well,
Waluigi
I mean, all the other
cameos,
characters
the
don't
cart.
have. All the other characters
Can you
don't
imagine
have
if they
any of that.
made him like the Mario utility
Yeah,
character?
Like the only they could, but
Ugh.
none of the other characters in that universe have that stuff. Aside from
Neutral B is
aside
dice
from
block.
Mario.
Can you imagine?
No, that would.
Could you imagine
he nines people?
Could you imagine his up B just to be a troll
I mean, he'd
spikes
have to.
people?
Yeah.
He'd
Okay,
have to
allow
have a
me-
bear.
allow
Like his
me-
down tilt would bury you.
I
just
just-
like he doesn't.
Yeah, he
just
has to
trophy.
bury. He has to have a
He has
berry.
to have a berry.
There's no way he doesn't have a berry.
Yeah, I just want to
His
say
taunts would be
And
the
it-
best.
I just want to put this out there, right? Just talking about Nintendo as a company,
Yeah.
right? What do they love doing? Everybody, what does Nintendo love doing?
They love
They're like-
They love teasing and trolling people.
But what do they love just a little bit more than that? And the whole reason for
Giving
the trolling
people what
teasing-
they want.
Exactly.
I know.
Exactly.
I know.
And so I don't think it's a
I know.
guarantee.
Honestly, because
but
we were
I
like
have-
banjo, and
I
everybody's
have
like,
to
"What is a
say-
banjo?" And they're like banjo kazooie,
But
and they're like,
Yeah.
"I
Right,
guess."
but I have to say that right, nail on the head, Nerf. Right, they love at the end of the day
Yeah.
giving people what they want.
do
and,
like
and
that.
it's been such a joke. I could see it as a last DLC, but
Yeah.
This
it's
is the
just so
pinnacle
much
of
around.
Smash.
There's just so much around it, right?
That's
But
true.
I think it might happen. So maybe.
Do you think
It's a
we'll get
long shot, but that's the
it's-
thing. At this point, everything
not-
is a long shot, and everything is also not a long shot at
True,
that same
true.
time. It's like, well, it could be anyone. We
Yeah.
literally have no idea. Like, I don't know.
Like the pop off for
I have no
Waluigi
idea.
would be more than maybe not as much as like Cloud
Or
slash
Gino.
Like
if,
when
Ge-
I s-
if people, if
or
Gino gets
Gino-
it, I
Gino's
swear to
another
God, we'll
one.
never hear
Yeah,
the end
that's
of it.
true.
We will
Yeah.
never, ever, ever hear the end of it.
Yeah. What up, bro?
What's Gino?
Gino is from Super Mario RPG, another JRPG.
I only know the character. I don't know where he's from. So
So he's from Super Mario
I
RPG.
don't even know what he looks like.
He's
got like
he's like
a
the little puppet
dude.
dude,
He's
the
got like
puppet
a-
dude with the
like-
blue hat
yeah.
and the curly hair and the
Yeah.
puppet eyes. Looks like Pinocchio, but like
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
no nose Pinocchio.
The people want him.
Yeah.
So
The people
Who?
who
Who are
I
the
don't know who
people?
the
Who are these
people are,
people?
but everyone who's
I've
like
never even heard of him, let
everyone who's
alone
been
the
playing
people want
since
him.
Brawl.
Yeah.
Everyone who's been playing since Brawl and been waiting for like 2
Yeah.
games.
I was about
for,
to say,
like,
I've
this
never
guy
heard
to
of the
get in.
character, but the people want him. Who are the
So,
people?
Wasn't he rumored originally, or like somewhere in the
I
code they had
guess.
Gino
I
possibly?
guess.
Something like that.
But he's also he has a Mii costume, so
Okay.
it's like that's also like sort of deep.
All right. So getting back to character picks,
okay.
we got yours. King Fu, who you got, bro?
I still got nothing, dog.
You still got
Yeah,
nothing?
nothing.
Come on, give us something.
Nah, I
We're
don't-
gonna sit here and wait, and the audience is gonna wait as well. So you give us a
have
good
an audience?
name, my man. This is
We have an
interrog-
audience?
This is an interrogation. We do. We have an audience.
awesome.
Wait, there's no crossovers really that we want, or that I'm like crazy about. I really don't have any. Like everyone's always been like, "Oh, why don't we put Goku in it?" But Goku would break the game. So
Goku's not a
Yeah,
video
Goku
game
would break
character.
the game.
Goku is a video game character.
Yeah,
He's
he
just
is-
not a
he is a
balanced
video
video
game
Not
game character.
originally.
Not originally, but the first video game with him was like what?
Budokai.
90s? Yeah,
Budokai.
Budokai. Yeah, 90s.
Yeah.
No, I have the
90s.
original Budokai. That was
No.
I'm
like,
pretty sure, right? Early
No,
2000s.
because it was on GameCube.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Budokai
really?
came out on
2000s.
GameCube.
Yeah,
Yeah, dog. I was
PS2.
in elementary
and
school.
PS2.
Yeah, and PS2.
Yeah.
Yeah, and PS2. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Budokai.
Alright,
Hey,
so
shout out
no
Budokai
Goku.
2. Budokai 2 by far the
Tenkaichi.
my
Budokai
favorite one.
2?
Budokai 2 was.
Budokai 2 was Booty Kai.
Oh!
Bro, you didn't like playing with the chess pieces? That
No.
campaign was fire.
No, I did not.
All right.
No,
that
actually,
was
different
terrible.
strokes.
Budokai 3 was actually probably the
Budokai
best.
3 was absolutely that was the
Which
that
one
was-
was
the
Tenkaichi?
ki-
Tenkaichi?
Tenkaichi.
Tenkaichi,
So they had
that was
Budokai
like,
and then Budokai Tenkaichi, and that was
Tenkaichi,
different.
thank
Yeah.
yeah, Tenkaichi was before they made the mistake of thinking Xenoverse was better.
Oh yeah. And then they thought that Xenoverse was good enough to have a sequel, and they were like,
And then they're like, well, maybe if we just put out
I
DLC.
hate to tell you this.
They're like, maybe I'll just put out DLC with cool looking skins and people
Dude,
will buy it.
let's put Mii's. Let's put Mii's in Dragon Ball. Let's put Mii's in
Right.
Dragon Ball.
And
What?
we'll just make them from different universes so they don't know.
Yo,
Exactly.
Meat Brawler
Exactly.
versus Goku.
I'm from Universe
That'd be so
59. Like,
Yeah.
cool.
It's so annoying.
I'm from the one where Goku, you know, had half his tail chopped off.
Right,
I was
right,
like,
right.
wow,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
He
yeah.
had half his
He's
tail,
like,
so he's
yeah.
only half a monkey.
True,
He's like
true,
a half
true.
monkey. Wow. He was like, wow.
Does he lose half his strength? No, it still has full strength. Then what was the point of chopping off half the tail? I missed.
Yeah. All right, man. Come on. There's got to be somebody.
Like even someone that you would like don't expect. Even someone that like the longest of shots.
At this point, just say no skills. Put no skills in.
Yeah.
Just give me some name.
Give me me. I'll be
No
in
skills.
Smash.
What does he do? Yell at people?
And I
That's his
No
smash
skills.
attack.
and I final smash. I can't believe it.
Oh my God.
Play
I
player
told
1 and
you.
player
Yeah.
2.
Switch the sides.
That would be the no skills.
It's like
check.
don't go until you see the green light.
Yeah.
That would be. He'd
then
be like
3,
Snake.
2,
He'd have
1.
the C4,
No.
and like when it's green, just hit it, and like
What-
the light pops
what-
up.
I
No-
love it. Actually, I like that.
What
I
would
like
no
that.
skills up air be?
Why are you just picking random moves? I don't know what his up air is.
I don't know. Him standing up.
Him standing up.
I don't know.
Yeah, his neutral. He's in a chair.
He
He's
whips
in a
the
chair.
way- he like whips
That's his
the-
neutral. He's
Yeah.
neutral in a chair. So his up air would be him just like extending from the chair and just like smacking him.
Okay, he's like throwing mics as like neutral beam.
Yes. Oh, no skills.
like bouncing them like dock pills.
His dare, he would just take the lights and just
that's it right there.
spike
That's
him.
the dare.
Dude, yeah, like a light laser. Oh
Oh,
my
yeah,
god,
yeah.
that'd be sick.
just takes the light and just
That'd be
tosses
sick.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. No skills for Smash.
right.
Partner with us,
Yeah,
Nintendo. We're ready.
You need to make this
We're
happen.
ready to
Everyone
design.
at the Cave Fairfax would be very happy.
We're
I
ready
would-
to design.
I would main no skills tomorrow if that happened, hands down.
Yeah, he would be someone that people would be like, God, do we ban?
Yo,
do we ban him? Oh
Do
my
Do we
god.
ban no
Ban
skills?
him? Is he so OP? Oh my god, what do we do?
Nice.
Okay, anyway.
You know what? We could take a Dragon Ball character. We could take Hercule.
All right. Actually, yes.
You can't name anyone Mr.
If-
Satan in
if-
Smash.
If
Okay,
only,
that's not fair.
If only to be Z tier. Yeah.
Z tier, yeah, like literally, he's like he wasn't Budokai. He just does like one damage
Right.
punches, and like all
Right,
of his
right.
damage is in his finisher.
Well, as well it should be. He's a lion. Yeah, he's a lion
He-
Cupid. Yeah.
Yeah, he's trash.
Yeah. Right.
He is trash.
He's the most useless.
He grows on you a little
Don't
bit
get
later
me wrong.
in the
He is the
series.
world's strongest human,
True.
If we got any,
other than like Krillin.
Other than
Krillin's
Krillin,
human, right?
yeah, Krillin's
yeah,
human, yeah.
Krillin, Tien's human, right?
Tien's not
Nah,
human.
bro,
he has
with
3
that
eyes.
third eye.
Okay.
My man,
What is
my
he
man.
from? I know he has a third eye. Where is he from?
I don't know.
Technically, Yamcha. Yamcha's the
Yamcha-
strongest human.
Yamcha.
Yamcha could wreck.
Yamcha
Yeah,
is
yeah,
not stronger than Krillin.
Yamcha's not stronger than Hercule for sure.
Yeah, Yamcha's stronger than
If we're
Hercule.
not
actually don't
counting
know.
Krillin as a human, is he a human?
Krillin's
This-
a human.
I've never.
Okay.
I've
Why
never
does he have
thought
3?
about
Why is
this.
there the dots? What's that?
He's a.
I would say. Let me.
That
let me-
was like a
I'll leave it.
Taoist thing,
I'll
isn't
leave
it?
it at this. I'll leave
This
it
is
at
a
this.
tangent.
We've got.
That's the Shaolin
We've
thing.
got
That's what it is.
Wolfgang Fist from Yamcha
Wolfgang
versus
Fist.
Wolfgang, thank you.
Wolfgang.
Wolfgang. Wolfgang Fist.
Wolfgang Fist. Yeah, you know
Yo,
Wolfgang
bro,
Fist.
that's
the
just when you.
Wolfgang Fist.
That's
Dude,
when you
he's the
just
greatest chef.
literally
Wolfgang Fist.
Wolfgang
he hits them with so many gang symbols.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right.
That'd be
Wolfgang
so funny.
gang
Just,
gang.
and you're just like,
Wolfgang gang gang.
I can't take the unity. Oh man! All right, Wolfgang Fist. I stand corrected.
Wolfgang
versus
Fist. He howls, and you're like, "What is behind me?" It's just like
pancake.
6 different dudes all wearing different colors.
Gang.
Just,
Oh
Yeah.
no, no.
We all unite for
no,
Dragon
no.
Ball. I can't take the
Oh
unity.
no.
Unity. Oh man.
all right, where were we?
Wolfgang Fist
Okay, yeah.
versus Destructo Disc.
Destructo Disc,
All
hands
day.
down,
Okay,
all
so
day.
all right, so Krillin. Okay, all right. That's
Yeah.
what I was getting for.
Destructo Disc never had the business of being that good.
Honestly,
like how
Yeah.
is that? How is that? Like it really?
Back in the
Krillin
day-
is
back
so
in the day,
garbage,
Energy-
and
like,
it's like
your
Destructo
energy is
Disc.
just so good. Like all of a sudden it can like damage people who are like 10 levels higher than you.
I
That's
mean,
not fair.
Kaio
That's not fair.
Kaioken from Goku.
Kaioken,
my
yeah,
God.
but that's you put all this strain on your body to do that.
Yeah,
True,
Krillin's
true, true.
literally just like
Destructo just stands there for 10 minutes and just like
Dude, Destructo Disc is dope. Come on.
Dude, yeah, I mean, only because
It's
it
dope.
worked
Come on.
against like too many people who were better than him.
Well,
That's his
Way
one
better than
saving
him.
grace.
It did cut off his tail.
Saving
cut
grace.
Off the tail of,
Vegeta, yeah, it saved him on Vegeta, and that was just
And
like
helped him with Frieza.
Before Krillin
helped
was,
him
I'm
with
just
Frieza
saying,
too.
I'm just saying, before
Oh, I
Krillin
know.
was a joke.
Did Frieza
he was
do it
there.
to himself?
Frieza did do that to himself.
Okay, that's
And
what I thought.
let me remind you something. Krillin was always there. Where's Yamcha?
And that's a lie.
Where,
Well, Yamcha's in the dirt.
How
Where
many
is
times
Yamcha?
has
Where is
Krillin
Yamcha?
got
Cyberman put
bodied?
Yamcha in the dirt.
Where is Yamcha exactly?
Yo,
Where
I
is
love
Yamcha
that
in
meme.
Namek?
I love that meme. Just
asleep,
Right.
baby.
Where is Yamcha?
Asleep.
I'm saying at least Krillin was there. He gets
Yamcha's
bodied every
bottom
time, but he
tier.
was there. He was there.
would you want to be there though? I feel like I'd want to be Yamcha in this situation because Krillin
Krillin got that Android 18. though.
on Namek, that man
That's the point, bro.
got held up to the gods, and you're just like, is that your
Exploded.
man's?
Yo, but
Boom.
but Krillin married with kids.
He did.
True,
He was
Yamcha-
getting-
Yamcha-
Krillin
getting
married
in
with kids,
Android 18.
and Yamcha got cucked by Vegeta.
Yeah. Let's just all right. Krillin's
So
the joke, but I would take him over Yamcha. I'll say that.
okay, fair enough. Fair
Yeah.
enough. Yamcha is a running joke in the show himself.
Oh
like,
wait, no.
Well, so is Krillin though too.
You wanna know
Krillin
who's
is, but he's
You know who's actually
Yeah.
the strongest?
Roshi. Oh dang. All right, you got it.
Oh, yeah.
Is he though?
well, no, because Krillin
In the
did-
manga, he actually is.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
So in the manga,
only in Jackie Chun mode.
no, in regular mode. So in the manga, he almost goes Ultra Instinct,
Mm.
and the only thing that
What?
stopped him from doing so is his age.
Yeah.
Because in the manga, he actually slaps Jiren,
okay.
and then he's like, my back, and Jiren's like, that's my chance.
Huh?
Right. All right, Roshi. Roshi.
Yeah.
all day.
Okay. The
Roshi
only
all
reason
day.
why is because
The perverted all man.
we have
Old
no
man.
clue how.
How are you gonna go Ultra Instinct? You ain't even a Saiyan.
You don't need to
You
be a
ain't need to be
Saiyan.
Saiyan. You just need to
Oh,
be
yeah.
really good.
Yeah,
okay.
Well, no, it's not even that. So they go into a
Huh.
trance-like state where like all of their fighting techniques are instinct, and because of Master Roshi's intense age,
Yeah.
Oh, he's got tons.
yeah,
guess I can
he's,
see
he's
that.
got
Yeah, yeah.
all of the
All
experience.
right, I can see
Okay.
Roshi.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah,
so
yeah.
you're gonna,
Well, why
we're
is
gonna
he
put
not
Roshi
in Dragon Ball
Smash?
Fighters then? He should be top tier.
Because he'd be busted.
Yeah,
Because
he
he'd
would
go
be.
Ultra Instinct.
No, because
Yeah.
Yamcha's actually not that bad. Not
That would
Yamcha is
actu-
better than he.
That would
he
actually be
is in the
hilarious.
universe.
Like Master Roshi does all these sick combos, but then to balance him out, all of his moves come out hella fast, and then he's like, my back.
He has the, it's like in Brawl. He has the chance to trip like, oh God, he can't fly or anything. Or, he's
Or
just
randomly he just gets nosebleeds and just
yeah,
can't do anything. for 20
exactly.
seconds.
Like he just gets distracted by
Ah,
like
a magazine.
a nudie mag.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, is that Bulma?
I age.
Dude, I love Master Roshi's like reaction.
Him in the movie
reaction
Broly was
faces.
perfect. Legendary Super
Oh
Saiyan, the
really?
first
I
one.
didn't see it.
The first
Bruh.
one, not
I
the
didn't
newest
see
one.
it.
Newest one.
Oh
was,
okay.
That
Oh.
newest movie.
Okay,
was
I
The
didn't
new
watch
one
so
was
good.
I
so
didn't watch the
sick,
new one.
dude.
Bro, you haven't seen it?
The new one? No.
Have you seen Battle of Gods?
No.
That was so awful.
I haven't seen
They're
any
aw-
of Super.
Dude, the new movies are like, I think the best
Bruh.
Dragon Balls ever. Dragon Ball
The
Z ever
newest
done.
Broly
They're so
movie,
dope.
I know the voice actor for Goku had to have hurt his vocal
Sean
cords
Schemmel.
because Broly
yeah.
I
well,
met
slaps.
the voice actor
Yeah,
of Broly.
well, Sean Schimmel's and he's having to worry about something else right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what's he wearing?
Oh, you heard about the Funimation leaks, right?
No.
Oh, yeah. Got caught saying some bad stuff on
Oh.
off recording, but also recorded. It was like
Sean-
recorded.
Sean
it was like,
Schemmel.
and Funimation just sits on
Man's
that
man-
footage and be like, oh, don't know what we're gonna do with this,
That
but it's
man's
worth
Yeah,
voice
because
keeping.
they already
voice of my childhood.
because they already
worth keeping.
buried the voice actor of Broly.
Oh,
They buried him.
Yeah.
buried him.
So
Yeah, he still did the voice for the new Broly. I met that guy.
yeah. So he had a bunch of problems and claims of people like harassment because
Yeah.
people would come up to his booth and he would get excited and he would give them hugs and stuff like that. And people were like, "Oh, I was unwanted contact." Blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
after
was
all,
what?
unwanted contact because he would hug his fans.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh.
But it's like, yeah.
Yeah. So then
you always have
after,
to ask.
and then there was
sometimes.
a instance with one of the other voice actors and he came out and apologized. He was like, "I didn't know I was doing this." Da 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 da.
Okay. Yeah.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And,
Not
but then
that- not that
Funimation
really
was like,
helps your case too much.
yeah.
Well,
So then Funimation
If
buried
you
him.
realize what you
Yeah.
did wrong. It's
Funimation
good
was
to-
basically cut all ties.
no.
with him.
Sure.
Funimation buried this man. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do believe in the U.S. release of the Broly movie, they cut all of his
credits.
Oh wow.
So he's not even credited for any of it.
Wow.
So
like they have his screams, but as far as talking roles, they cut all that.
right, and that's
Yeah.
why this is so bad right
It's
now for
interesting
Funimation.
that they brought
'cause
him back.
They have
for,
the
well, Funimation obviously doesn't hold the rights for.
well, they're getting called out for like double standards and stuff right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
So it's
So
kinda tough.
now and then all the while this was all happening, also the voice actor of Goku was
Goku
also
and Chi-Chi and Krillin.
were
and
all going in on him, like
Yeah.
on
Going
Twitter,
On who?
on
Oh.
Voice actor for Goku?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, they were
what's
going on Twitter. Okay, yeah.
I think his name is Vic Mamonga or something like that.
Yeah.
So
Something like
yeah,
Vic Lamont.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
That's
Vic,
what it is.
Vic Lamont.
he's also the voice actor of Edward Elric from Full Metal Alchemist.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's a well credited voice actor, but
Yeah.
since that
Lots of
his
credits.
career is probably done. But now with
Dang.
that, all those characters were going in on him, and now they're all caught saying
Exactly.
some reckless stuff. So
Exactly.
now Funimation's kind of like,
Can we give small hints of what was said?
Well, obviously not here.
Well, that's what I was saying.
So
that's what I was saying, small
lots of
hints.
jokes about inappropriate things like rape, incest,
Okay. I wouldn't-
yeah,
and then also slurs
okay.
like
yeah.
Okay.
bad stuff. So
Okay.
yeah, not
Not
good
good.
stuff. But it's also right. A lot of people are giving the comparison to like Dragon Ball Z Abridged, which is like a poor comparison because Dragon
Right.
Ball Z Abridged
Is
did do worse.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
But
Dragon Ball Z
also
Abridged
is
is
unabashed
Dragon
in it.
Ball Z
Right.
Abridged.
Right,
Right,
exactly.
right.
And it's Funimation, which is supposed to be like the
Yeah,
kid
this
friendly.
this is
Right,
the
right.
official.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not for kids, but it's like
It's kid mindful.
it's right. It's a level right above for kids.
And it's like a whole franchise, like company type thing. The Abridged is like, me and my bros were bored and we keep
making
doing this.
making dumb
So,
Discord jokes.
Yeah.
It's like the same kind of energy, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, it's not the exact same. Like,
Right.
They should.
These guys were like
They
in a
should be
room,
and are held to a higher standard. 'Cause
right?
it's-
Yeah.
Because they're public
Ah,
figures.
it's too bad,
They're
man.
public figures, exactly.
for sure.
You know, and they are well loved and well respected.
I'm
and
gonna
it's
take
just
a
like,
wild
it's gonna
guess
be
and
tough.
say they won't be back at the Fighters World Tour.
Maybe not
Dang.
for.
When did this all come
a
out
while.
with Sean
yesterday?
Schimmel? Yesterday.
Yesterday or the day before?
Oh wow.
Yeah, literally before we started this and I pulled up Twitter, it was the top trending
Oh
thing.
my god.
Yep,
Yeah.
still going on. So
And
lots
there
of
Sean
were
Schimmel,
big
if you're
mess.
out there, bro, I still love you, man.
Really? Oh no! Don't
Well,
say
it's
that.
Listen
alright.
to
It's a
what they
mixed
say
bag. It's a
before
mixed
you
bag.
say
Oh
It's a mixed
no! I'm not gonna say that. Sean Schimmel, you should be ashamed of what you did.
I agree.
A little bit.
You should be very
A
ashamed of what
little
you
bit.
did, but I still love you.
Okay,
Um,
fair enough. Chris Sabat is the real one. I love you, Chris Sabat. You're the
Actually,
best.
nah, bro. He said his main love character was All Might.
Don't care. All Might's hype.
All Might.
All Might is
I actually
hype.
did not like My Hero.
All Might is nothing but hype.
Yeah,
that is his character.
All Might is.
He's
yeah.
100%.
I'm saying the
110%
show in
hype.
general, I didn't really care for.
Really?
I mean, it's
Yeah, My
it's
Hero.
slice
I think
of
it's a
life
little
high
overrated.
school.
The main character cries 93% of the time.
That's okay. What? Men can show emotion. Okay.
I show more emotion. I show more emotion than most.
You know, he shows
So
more
let
emotion
me-
than most anime characters, other than like sulking. Like he's definitely much more of
Okay.
a
Fair.
timid,
I feel like
and that's his character.
I feel like
He's
there's
a
a
big-
I
he's
feel like there's a
bullied.
good range you should have, and if this is the range, he's like over here.
Okay, fair enough.
90%
I mean,
of it, he's crying,
the-
and I'm like, I can get behind emotion and sad and
Right,
like and not having enough courage. I can get behind that.
Especially
but it's
when
like
it's
way
played.
too much. It's like, dang,
I
dude,
get it,
pick it up
I
a
I
little
get
bit.
what he's saying
I
from
get
the
it.
standpoint of like
He should
when
have a
get it.
little bit more confidence. about
yeah,
that.
it's
get it,
not
but
played
he's-
into the story.
but-
It's just
but
is the
it's the
story.
yeah.
But that's the thing. They have to show you where he came from because
okay with
this
that.
is the story of how he became the greatest
know.
hero. You show
I
him
would just-
from the
yeah.
weakest, the
Yeah.
worst, the one with no powers, the most
Yeah,
timid,
I
the,
will
bull-
give
the
him
victim
that
of
the
bullying.
beginning is
And it's a
crying
it's a
intensive, but
slow
then after
going.
that-
It's a slow going.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Once he
didn't
makes it
watch-
past that
how many
part, he
seasons
gets
are there? Was it
3?
3?
3 right
so
now.
I watched like 1.5 seasons, but like the
Okay.
1.5 that I did watch, I didn't see much progression of that character like getting stronger. He's
Right,
still
it's exponential.
crying.
it is exponential.
Yeah.
That is
Bro,
how the power
I
works.
know.
It's exponential.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
you get
Literally,
control of
he
it,
goes
you are the
from-
strongest.
He goes
Yeah.
from like getting bodied, and then All Might's like, "Go to my teacher," and then the moment he goes to his teacher, he comes back and he's like, a
He's
god.
like, wow, my
Yeah.
my mental game
What-
was
what
all
did-
messed up, and now I'm
Yeah.
like in a good place.
Yeah.
What season did that happen?
2.
2.
Yeah.
I might have missed.
What
I
ended up-
probably didn't get that far.
What ended up happening
From
was
everything
like,
I watched, I was like, dang, dude, pick it up a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
ended up happening
It
is
does
when
slow-
he
start
fights,
slow.
Yeah,
when
very
he
slow.
fought in like the tournament and stuff, it was like, okay, well, I'm gonna sacrifice fingers because I can't control the power. And then he goes and talks to the old teacher, and
Right.
he's like, oh, I can use percentages.
Yeah.
So he's
Right,
like, let
exactly.
me use 10% and just
And
10%
and
still a lot.
10%,
So he's
yeah.
like,
10% is stronger than 80% of the other class.
Wow.
yeah,
Right?
Cool.
It's like,
So
okay,
he's just-
cool.
Yeah, yeah.
And
So
then,
he's
of
like,
course, and then he
10%.
learns like not to use his
And then
fists
it's
so
like-
much. He like
Yeah.
kicks people. He
Right.
like, learns to kick people.
Does he
and it's
still?
like,
Does
oh,
his fist still break when he?
He kicks
no,
now.
he controls
kicks?
it now.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, because he was like, because
That was actually the only thing I liked about that show.
at one
was
point when
that.
he was
It's like, oh,
punching,
that's dope.
they were like, if you punch again,
You'll
will
never
lose.
be able to punch
Yeah, yeah.
ever again.
No, they're like, you won't be able to use your arms.
Mm-hmm.
because he did one time and he just went all out with his arms, and they were like, nah.
stop doing that.
They're like, literally, you will die.
On the topic of anime, do you guys prefer subs or dubs?
Depends on the voice actors.
That is
Good
true.
answer. That's a great answer.
That is a good answer.
That's a great answer.
That is a good
A
answer.
majority of the time, I'll watch dub, no, a majority of the time I'll watch sub.
Okay.
But
Cool.
I can't watch Dragon Ball. I can't watch Dragon Ball in Japanese.
Yeah.
Goku's voice is absolutely.
Yeah, that is one of the ones.
yeah.
Yeah, I hate that. Yeah, I really don't like Goku's voice. I hate it. I'm not gonna lie, like, props to the voice actor, but I can't do that. I can't.
Yeah, no, I can't.
It's so tedious to listen to that.
And you're like, what is that?
God,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
and
yeah.
all of them
Whose
sound
child
like
is
that.
that?
It's not
Oh,
even-
that's the main
It's
character.
not even, it's not
That's
even
the dude you're supposed to
Goku.
get
Like, it's
behind.
not even
Hell
just
no.
Goku. It's everyone else too. It's like they all have like weird voices, and it's just like,
Yeah, hell no. I'm
man,
not rocking with
Not a
that.
fan. Not a
Yeah.
fan.
Although,
but-
like, Full Metal Alchemist, I like too.
Yeah.
Full Metal
Dubbed
Alchemist, I
and
would
subs.
watch. I watch subs. Yeah.
Oh, just jumping back to characters really quick.
But the dubs are really good. The dubs
Yeah.
are awesome.
Yeah.
Dubs for me mostly just to be able to actually listen and not, have to.
Have
Yeah.
to
The
watch.
more
Yeah.
mainstream, the more likely I am to listen to a dub.
True.
Except for Dragon Ball. of course.
Going back to the character switch, you guys, I think I would really love to see Sora. Like,
Okay.
so.
So here's my thoughts on Sora.
Sora
don't
would be
like-
similar
I
to
don't like
Hero.
it. Another sword character.
What's up? Yeah.
He's another sword character.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna have some magic, right?
Yeah, he'd be
he's gonna
so
have some
similar to Hero.
projectiles.
You'd be like, it's
Well,
Is that-
similar,
I don't think-
kind of.
similar, but not the same because
Yeah.
remember he
There wouldn't-
does
there
have
wouldn't
like
be as
different
much R&D.
stuff.
There might be a menu,
If they,
maybe, but I mean, it would make sense why there would be, but
honestly,
I
if
don't
they
think
didn't
they
give him a
would do
menu,
that.
I think it'd be fine, and they just give him like side B as Fire Aga and stuff like that.
yeah, and he builds up limit, like, or what do they
God,
call it in that?
wait, why would he build up limit?
No, in what did they call that in Kingdom Hearts? It's been so long.
Oh,
Sorry.
the drive.
Limit?
The drive.
Oh,
thank
you're
you.
talking about Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
sure,
if he
but I
had
mean, every
different
game has
forms.
different
And 3.
mechanics, so it's
Yeah,
just
just
like
If they give him
Does 3
different
have
forms,
drive?
that'd be fire.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
I would
Different
love.
forms
I
I
would
could
love
see.
to see Sora.
Yeah,
He'd
like
be
Valor
like sort of
form.
like Shulk-esque.
Yeah, dude.
I could see that, like being like a little bit of like
Yeah.
like a sort of Shulk.
Yeah, so I'd love
Yeah,
to see
because
Sora.
there's what was it? He had Wisdom form, which was primarily
Magic,
just roll
it's
around
all
and
range,
shoot
right? So that's
projectiles.
range.
Yep.
Yeah, Valor
Um,
form was like I don't
just
even know what
pure
magic
brute,
is.
he's like
I'm gonna
two
slap
swords.
you.
brute force. Like I got
Valor
two.
had two keyblades. Yeah.
Yeah,
Valor had
and
two
then
keyblades.
Master form.
Master form was
Yeah,
like
that
a
was
mix of
so
both.
dope, dude.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god, he wouldn't even
Mas-
hold them.
Yeah, he literally would hold his hands like this, and the swords would just, or the
Spin.
keyblades would just
They
spin in the air.
In the air.
Yeah.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
when he'd fight, he would just wave his hands, and the blades
But I
would
mean
just
that.
like.
But I mean that's not
mm,
even
mm.
that's not even the coolest part. Final form, they just float around him.
No,
Yeah.
that's not even the coolest form. His shadow.
Shadow
form.
form. Okay, yeah. Rage
Well,
form
well,
is
I
the
haven't played Kingdom Hearts 3
godlike
yet, so
form.
that's
No,
cool.
it's in Kingdom Hearts 2.
It is. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
one.
So you. So
oh,
sometimes
well,
when
you're
you
a really good player because
Dude,
you never
It's
died.
been
and
years.
when you're a really good player, you mean when you abuse forms like I did? No, you eventually have an
remember
RNG. There's
Shadow.
RNG to become the heartless form of
Oh,
Sora.
okay, yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
so if you
Yeah, okay, I
die-
remember that.
if
I thought it
there-
was something like actually
Sometimes,
cool.
yeah. Sometimes
No,
you die.
so sometimes when you die,
Yeah.
it'll give you a chance of coming back, and when you come back in his shadow form.
Right.
I think I did that once or twice.
Right. And in
And in
Kingdom
Shadow
Hearts 3, you get the chance to like choose when you go into it,
Yeah.
Sweet.
which is
And
hard.
Shadow-
It's unfortunate that I have Kingdom Hearts 3 Ultimate Collector's Edition. I have not played it yet. I have not.
Well,
had
you're
You
not
haven't
missing
even
much.
played it
not had
yet?
the time.
You're not missing much.
Not at all.
Oh, really? I heard it
Yeah,
was
a lot
really,
of
really
people
good.
trashed it.
Oh,
I don't
really?
like
A lot of people
I
trashed it.
hate it.
I heard
Apparently,
nothing
they
but
set up
good
for
reviews.
another one.
What?
Oh, really? Yeah.
From who?
All online? All online?
These people have never played the game before in their life. That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm talking like.
Wow, you're
bro,
not a fan?
Bro, I'm talking about
I
like.
was not a fan.
I'm talking about like IGN, GameSpot. Like all of them gave it great reviews.
Those
like
people,
Metacritic.
those guys generally don't know what they're talking about sometimes.
I don't know about all
I
that.
They
Yeah.
also don't play the game all the way through.
Yeah.
I'll give them that
I don't know.
IGN is kind of biased because
Yeah.
back in the day when Pokemon Sapphire, they gave it a. I want to say
Yeah.
they gave it an 8.9 out of
Yeah.
10.
Too much
Big-
water.
Yeah.
That was their complaint.
Too much water.
Too much water.
Which
yeah.
I agree. That I agree.
On
with.
a water island,
Yeah. Too much
Pokemon
water.
Sapphire
That I
agree.
with
Yeah.
Kyogre.
Oh, okay. I didn't play that.
Yeah,
one, so.
well, where's Groudon? You know, Groudon's also there. There's
In
not
the
enough
dirt.
land. There's not enough land,
He's
okay?
in the dirt.
They had a volcano, and they were like, whoa, Groudon's represented.
Yeah,
It's like, no.
but
You got 80% ocean, bruh.
essentially it was like a Hawaiian-esque island vibe.
No,
And-
Alola was Hawaii.
Oh, true. Then
Yeah.
what was it? It was an
Hoenn
island vibe.
Hoenn was Trumpet Island.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, it was an island-esque vibe, but you
I
had
hate
to
the- I
you
hate
had
the
to swim a decent amount or
Oh,
use
okay.
swim.
Too
to-
much-
Gen 3's
too
the
much
worst.
water.
I'm gonna say hot take.
I
Gen 3's the
I
worst.
typically trust.
It was
the main
legitimately
critics.
said
I
too
don't-
much
I don't-
water.
I don't take it to heart, but I typically trust the general feel of it.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
The
yeah.
general
fair.
feel
I feel
is
you.
more than above average. I think.
I feel that. I feel that. But
For sure.
yeah.
Sora would love to see.
Sora, I don't know. Sora, I've got mixed feelings on. It's just like
If
I
we-
would play him. I would probably play him a little bit, but it's just like I feel like they
Yeah.
would just mess it up. I feel like that just because he's so different, and also this like personality-wise, he's the exact same. He has no character progression for the entire 3 games.
True.
Right? He doesn't grow at all as a person.
That's
True.
a lot.
Okay, he grows a little bit in 3 because they force him to. I don't.
He mainly just fights. He's
I mean,
mainly
in
just fighting
3
for his
he-
friends and his loved ones.
I
Every
mean, his
day, every
character
time.
progression is him legitimately growing up. Because as far as the whole thing, he has to stay pure, right? So like,
Yeah, right.
how much can you change as the pure light of blah blah blah?
I mean, I
I'm
don't know.
actually-
Like,
I'm
I mean,
actually okay with him not having too. I mean, yeah, I would love to see story progression. I'm
like,
okay
there's-
with him not
There
having
wasn't
too
a whole
much.
lot of character progression, but there was
Character
character
There's like a-
differences enough.
there's like a half a minute where he's like, "Wow, I'm experiencing true despair."
You know,
Actually, I'm over it.
Yeah, that's Riku's job to hate life.
right?
It's like,
exactly.
actually, I'm over that. I'm over
Yeah.
that now. And Riku's
Yeah.
just like, my life sucks.
Riku was living through true despair.
Every day is torment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's true.
But even then, in the beginning, Riku was
But
kind
I
of a
feel like-
mentor to Sora.
Gameplay-wise, they would never be able to like peg down like a singular version of Sora
Yeah.
that they would want to like put in the game.
That's fair.
Like, it's like, what are you gonna do? Are you
Yeah.
gonna make him have like the rides?
doesn't
Are you
vary
gonna
too
make him
much.
have forms? Are you gonna make him have
Yeah, but that's ridiculous. You know they would never do that.
the rides? I don't know. I didn't think they put that in the game too, but they did.
You know
I
what?
don't know. I think that's
I got
definitely-
it. I got
Bad
it.
take.
got
Bad
one for you.
choice.
I
Bad
agree.
choice.
I got a
I
character
think
for
it's
you.
a
Square.
little far-fetched.
Bad choice, Square.
Now,
You messed up, Disney. putting your rides
All
in,
right, Nerf
putting-
really does not
putting
like
your
Kingdom
roller
Hearts 3.
putting your roller coaster in my game. I don't
Nerf-
want to play as a roller coaster.
Can I ask you something, Nerf? As a
Why would I
child-
do that?
Nerf, can I ask you something? As a child, did you have a bad experience on a roller coaster?
No,
Are you
I'm
sure?
actually not. I'm
Is that
actually.
what
well,
this
I'm
is
okay with
about?
roller coasters. I don't really like them, but I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
the Splash Mountain move where you just like face roll
We've
the
gotten to the
controller
source
and
of
just
your
beats
discomfort. and it's
everything
with
in the
roller
room.
coasters.
I'm not even
so
gonna talk
there
about
was a
this.
bad experience somewhere.
God,
that's why he didn't like Kingdom Hearts 3. He's like, roller coasters?
Ah!
It's just like I
Flashbacks.
literally
Ugh.
did this and I was like, oh my god! And then they came out with the patch that let you turn them off in like critical mode, and I was like,
Oh,
thank
sweet.
God,
Yeah.
because I only had to do it once the entire
I
game.
would
and
probably
I just
play that.
ignored it the rest. I didn't. have to do
How
it
was
at
the
all.
battle mechanics? It looks dope.
God,
Yeah,
I
it's a lot
hate
of fun.
them.
Dang.
You guys go ahead and
really
talk
just
about what
like
you like
Kingdom
about
Hearts
this.
3.
Why'd you even buy the game?
I know.
Because I
Lord.
wanted it to be good.
You were
sound-
livid.
it
when
sounds
you
I
bought
loved
that.
Kingdom Hearts 2.
It
Kingdom
sounds
Hearts 2
like
I played
you-
hours and hours and hours of.
Same.
And
Sounds
Kingdom
like
Hearts 3,
you-
it was just,
Yeah.
it was a lump of
Okay.
coal
Okay,
in my
okay.
stocking.
I can understand
Okay,
the idea
well-
of going into the next game in a series of games with intentions for it to be something,
you
and then it to have
expect?
it not
I
be
expected
that way.
some closure. I expected
all right,
some
hold on,
character
hold on,
development.
okay.
I
Just
expected
spoil,
okay.
spoil,
good
spoil,
Don't spoil anything.
developed
spoils
mechanics.
a little bit. Just no spoils a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, I
don't
don't
know.
I don't know what to say that's not going
They
to
just
spoil it for
they
you.
just posed
Well, you
more
can just
questions.
talk general. You can just talk.
Yeah,
general.
they end
Okay.
with more questions. Like
Okay.
it's just
they
another.
pose
it's
more
just-
questions.
It's just
Okay.
they say that they said before this game came out, this is the end of the Xehanort arc. This is the
Oh,
end.
Okay.
And then they're
and
like,
you know
I
why?
can see that.
cool.
Because they introduced a new one.
Yeah, they
And you know where the new one comes from?
don't know.
The video game app.
Well,
Yeah, the
Okay.
one that no one played.
yeah.
No one.
All right.
and
all
I
right.
didn't play it, and
I
I don't know
feel
what
that.
I don't. I'm playing this game and I'm like, who are these people? I don't know
Yeah.
who these people are. Like,
To
I
give
didn't
you, to be fair, it's
play
been
it.
like, no, it wasn't 17 years.
Huh?
It was a
Yeah,
lot of
2000,
years.
it's a long time. It was a long
Kingdom Hearts
time.
2 was 2006.
Yeah, yeah. It came out during the PS2, so it wasn't
So
before.
12
Yeah,
It was like
13?
2003.
can't be
13?
can't be like before like
12,
2002.
12, 13?
Yeah, it was
Something
definitely
like that.
after
So
2002.
A lot of years. So it's understandable.
17.
But at the same time, then they're just like, oh, well, we'll go back in time. And then, so they
Yeah,
gave us
go
Birth by
back in
Sleep.
time. Like,
Yeah.
Please.
And
go
then Birth
back
by
in
Sleep.
time.
Birth by Sleep was so good. But they gave us Birth by Sleep. But then they started
Didn't
running
play it.
tangents. You didn't play Birth by Sleep?
Nope. That's why I didn't understand who these.
Oh,
people
no
were.
wonder you are not happy. No wonder.
I mean,
It's all good.
was Birth by Sleep even good?
It was fantastic.
Dude, just watching the video, like the
By
graphics,
far
Okay.
one of
the graphics
top
of Kingdom
3.
Hearts 3 look
I mean, that's true.
so
I
dope.
do have some controversial takes. Like, I like 358 over 2.
Okay.
I don't mind.
That's
it.
a hot take. I know a
Yeah,
lot of
that's
people
a-
out there are like,
that's a rough
screw this
one.
guy. But I mean, I
No,
liked it.
No,
I
that's
love the
okay.
ability to play as the as the Organization 13 members. I
Yeah.
wanted
For
them
sure.
to bring that back in like some form
But
or
Kingdom
fashion.
Hearts
That
2
was
was so good.
awesome.
The reason, okay, so the reason why
That
Birth
was
by
so
Sleep was
cool.
fantastic was that you played as 3 characters.
Yeah, I know.
You got 3 games essentially in one,
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
and like all of them, like certain characters you could only play to a certain point. So like there was a lot of character.
But it was on like
development.
the 3DS, right?
No, PSP.
PSP. Yeah, that's why I didn't play it.
Yeah.
PSP was fantastic.
I never owned one.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
never owned a PSP.
well then you didn't even play Final Fantasy 7.
Did not.
What is it? Crisis Core? Yeah.
Crisis
yeah.
Core, Final Fantasy 7. No,
Yeah,
I
that
pid
gave you a
original.
ton
I
of
played
backstory.
original FF7.
Give you a
Oh,
ton,
no,
ton of
okay,
backstory.
Crisis Core gave you Zack.
Yeah, Zach.
Okay.
Who is
Because Final Fantasy
uber
7
dope.
doesn't give you Zack.
Right.
It gives you Zack's afterlife, but it
Right,
gives you
right.
Zack prior.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, yeah. It's a lot of fun.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Okay, I
Crisis Core was
respect that.
dope.
And the fighting
Um,
mechanic in it was pretty sick.
Yeah.
It was like what they should have done for Final Fantasy 13, but we won't get into
Fair
that.
enough.
I actually, you know what? I actually think so. 10 is my favorite only because I
Oh, I
played.
thought he was about to say 13 was great.
I thought it was-
13 is great.
You
I
said
think
10. I
13
thought it
is
was like
amazing,
Kingdom Hearts
actually.
10.
Yes, I know. Yeah, I actually love 10 is my favorite only because it was like during.
This guy likes
big part.
13.
I do love 13, and
I'm
I'll
not
tell you,
I'm not a Final Fantasy head. I am one of the few American players who's more of a Dragon Quest fan, actually.
That's fine.
Like
I
it's
can
like you're
respect
either
that.
one or the other. Honestly,
I
it's
can
like
respect
no, most
that.
people don't do
and
both.
you want to ban Hero.
Okay,
I do want to
so
ban Hero.
why do you like 13?
He's not what I wanted.
So I love 13 because I played 7. I actually didn't play 8,
Okay.
which is usually gets me a lot of
yeah,
flack.
that's
Okay.
fine.
7, 9, 10, 11 didn't play obviously because it was online. 12 played a lot of. 13, and I still haven't played 15. But anyways, going back to 13,
You didn't play 15. What are you doing? Okay,
I know
continue.
I have it at home too, brand new too, right?
Hmm.
Bro, I just don't have time.
I'm so
between
tired
work,
of this man throwing away money.
between work and everything, I literally don't have time to do anything I want.
Very
Uh-huh.
scary.
So anyway, so
Stop all that DK practice.
I don't even play like aside from
I know.
streaming, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I know.
So anyway, so yeah, 13 I loved a ton. The music was amazing. They got
Okay,
a new
okay.
they got a new composer for 13. I love Nobuo Uematsu, who is a god, but the music for 13
I
was
will
amazing.
110% say, if anything made that game, it was the music.
Okay, music's
The
dope.
music in that game is
Now hear me out really quick. Here's what you didn't like about it. You didn't like that it was linear.
I didn't like the fighting mechanic.
You didn't like the fighting mechanic.
It was so
The
boring.
stun.
No,
Okay.
the building the meter and
Building
then like
the meter.
putting.
It was the. I
was
forget
no
what it is. Okay, got just a little bit more time left here, guys. So, just to briefly go over it, I love 13. Obviously, the music. The linear was annoying, but it was half the game. The 3/4 of the guide is on Grand Pulse, which is completely open and it's full of bestiary.
I didn't make it that far.
Okay, so let me just.
I also have
let me just say
ADHD, so I
what
kept falling
also-
asleep playing the
Yeah.
game.
What I also love
God.
about the game is that every
And
time you pick up
narcolepsy.
the game and you hit continue story, it gives you a brief overview of what you just.
I did like
Yeah, I
that.
mean Dragon
that
Quest does that too.
Healing after
Yeah, it
getting
does.
healing after getting out of battles. No more using high potions every time you get out of battle.
Yeah.
That was huge. They
Yeah.
made so many things that I disliked about the old games. Right, there was some
Yeah,
things that
quality
they
of life
could have done
changes.
much better,
Okay.
but there was just some high polish, like on it that I really really appreciated.
I'm
Interesting.
just not a fan of real-time turn-based. That
I
doesn't.
feel that.
I don't
Yeah.
feel that. You can move. It's still
Exactly.
turn-based, but you move around.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you can't even
See, I
move
don't
like
that.
you can move the character, but not well. And even when you do, it's not like
Yeah. So it's basically just more turn-based then.
a
Yeah, I'm much more like the traditional turn-based
So do
style.
I.
Like
And
I
like-
prefer
That-
like
but that's-
hard strategy.
But that's exactly what it is, though.
I also
13
prefer
is exactly turn-based.
Mm.
You just can move around a little bit.
it's turn-based, but then at the same time, it's what was it? I didn't like the fact that they could whiff
Mm.
depending on what your character did in their attack. So I'd had
Interesting.
times where lightning would hit them like 3 times,
Mhm.
and then she would do a backflip, and then they would swing while she's in the middle of their hit, and it would whiff. And I'm like, oh, that's
I
interesting.
can't remember that happening.
Yeah, I didn't like that mechanic because I was like, what?
Okay. Yeah. What is that? Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
I
What
can
is
see
that?
I can
Very
get that. Yeah, I
weird.
got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
So it was just like some things, and that was just because that was the animation, and it was just timing. So I was like, that's so weird. Like, just give me turn-based. If they're gonna miss, let them run up to me and it whiff like it
And then you
normally
get a
would.
choice.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
go
Right,
back
make
and
it-
forth.
Right. At that point, you really want the RNG.
Right.
Exactly.
All right.
When you really want the RNG, is like,
Dragon
am I gonna hit
Quest.
him or not?
ah.
No, it's true. I mean, Dragon
So-
Quest. I mean, Dragon Quest is like one of my favorite like franchises of like
Yeah.
all time, just
Mhm.
because
So
I love that style. I love that
all right,
style
great.
game.
All right,
You
guys.
clearly love Dragon Ball.
Tons of amazing conversation. We've got just a few minutes left here. What do we want to wrap up and talk about? Any last bits of info we want to go over?
I do want to wrap up or bring up the fact that we will be doing a segment with clips.
Oh yeah, in the future.
Nice.
Do not have a bunch of clips for you guys today.
Yeah.
In the future, we would like to have a array of clips,
Oh.
about like 15 to 20 minutes of clips. If you guys are interested, please feel free to send us clips. We would
Yeah.
love to get you clips.
Absolutely.
Any type of fighting game, even
Right.
we'll even extend it to MOBAs. Like
Yeah.
if you do anything dope, please send it to us.
Yeah, for sure.
And if we like it enough, we'll throw it in our clip segment.
And we'll react
Make
to
sure
it.
we shout you out.
My hope is to maintain that spirit of esports in general. So that's perfect. MOBA, anything.
Mhm.
Just celebrating esports in general.
Right.
So any
Some
clips,
Rocket League,
as
that'd be fire.
being said,
That'd be awesome.
Love Rocket
And
League.
remember,
Absolutely, guys.
we'll also have like times for questions in the future.
Yes.
If y'all, when y'all are in chat next week, make sure to give us some questions. If you have any questions about the stream.
And
Yeah, okay.
yeah, stick
So
with
yeah, we can. So we'll be doing that right now.
yeah.
So if you have any questions, make sure to list that in chat, and we will be able to answer that for you.
Yeah, and thanks so much, guys. If anybody's out there hanging out with us, going through the motions, the highs, the lows. Hopefully you've enjoyed the content. Any recommendations? Any things you want to see? Any improvements? This is kind of like an organic thing, an ever-evolving thing for us here. So
Yeah, for sure.
any input you guys have, we'd love to hear it.
Right.
And
And obviously we'll
hopefully
be
the
doing
content.
this for the next, foreseeable future. So
Foreseeable
it's like
future.
for now at least, make sure you are, of course, following us.
Yeah.
Remember, we are the Best of 5 podcast, and
Best of
we
5,
all-
baby.
Yes. And
You can
remember
always
for the
find us.
future, when we do those controversial topics like hero and stuff, we will have chat up, so you guys can feel free to
Yes,
interject in there.
please.
Yeah,
So
throw
we'll
your
get our
opinions
points out, and then the
Come with
moment that
us.
we're done with that, we will go back to the segment or not go back to the segment, go back to chat
we'll just
and add in
transition,
those
we'll just
conversations.
Yeah,
transition.
we want to remain engaged with you guys and get as much fun out of this as we
Yeah,
do.
because we wanted this to be like a community-focused thing. It's like we want this to be like with y'all as well, with everyone else who's watching, who's
Absolutely.
part of the community in any form
Yes.
or fashion.
This
however
is
you wanna
us
interact.
informing you, but at the same time, we're here for you guys.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
It's two-way street.
Right,
Definitely
exactly.
not all for you. So, all right, guys. I think that'll wrap it up.
I don't know. I mean, we could always check to see if anything else is going on in the chat.
Anyone's got any
right now.
questions? I mean,
I guess
while we're thinking about that, is there anything we want to talk about? Let's look at these notes from Thursday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's
Oh,
look at my notes.
lol. Watch out for alterness and Arsene.
That's right.
Yeah.
I told you.
That was dope.
I wrote it down.
That was dope.
I told you I wrote it down. People to watch out for Alternus.
Hey,
Yeah,
you
'cause
two
that
old
man's scary.
Solidus?
Yeah.
Well, Solidus also SD'd a lot that game. So
Oh, thanks, Nerf. Take it away.
I mean, I mean, I hate to say it, but that man. Remember that man did not bring it. He did not
Was
bring
he-
it
who was
again.
Solidus?
Oh,
Was
yeah.
He didn't bring it. He was the same.
Solidus. Oh, yeah, you slapped that man. It didn't
Yeah.
even matter.
What
if
Yeah,
he was
literally, like
was he?
you held no
Your
mercy
first-
for that.
your
man.
first-
that was
your
the,
match on
that
stream.
was the
Oh,
wa-
the
that was the
snake?
wild
Oh
one.
my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one on stream.
Yeah.
That was the one on stream, and it was fun. It
Yeah.
was fun to watch, I guess.
I actually went into it not feeling great because DK does not do good against Snake.
Well, it didn't
And
really
then you
matter
were,
because
and then you were like, oh, he doesn't know any of the snake things.
Yeah.
this guy hasn't played in like 3
That
months,
needs.
so
Yeah.
He whipped C4 twice
Yeah.
on recovery.
Yeah.
like he fell off the cipher on his own accord.
I don't even
you were
remember
on
the stuff I
stage.
do.
Yeah, he
Awesome.
literally could have air dodged into the sage each time to make it back, and he was
Exactly.
like, "I'll C4."
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we had an interesting upset. I mean, obviously, Docky was here on.
Did he
Thursday.
get top 8?
I don't think he did, but
I don't think he did either.
he ended up upsetting Cold Weather, which was kind of upsetting. He played Ridley, which is weird because I don't think he plays Ridley, or at least I didn't think he played Ridley. But he's from Florida.
We also didn't think.
PR'd in Florida.
We also thought Iota was a character loyalist, and then he played Joker.
That is
Oh.
true. You were right. Yeah, Joker, kind of nice.
Yep.
But
Kind of nice.
I think that's all we've
I think
got.
that's it. But remember, if you like what you see, make sure to tune in next week. We will be here at 9 a.m. sharp. We will also be rerunning this. For those of you who are watching this time, you probably are rerunning it now because it's
yeah.
now noon.
Alright.
It's
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
noon.
So-
It's true. Yep. Very true.
All right. So for
So,
those
yeah.
who tune in later, who are you?
I'm Nerf. You can find me here at the Cave every Thursday. I do commentary, and I also have a Twitter account, SSB_Nerf. You can follow me there. I have lots of controversial opinions. If you didn't like any of the things that I said while on mic here,
Follow him
make
on
sure
Twitter so you
DM
can
me.
yell at him.
You can either DM me or bring it publicly, and I will
He'll bring
gladly
that heat.
I will argue with you.
He'll
Yes.
bring that
Happily.
heat.
Keifu.
I am King Fuyoshi. I have my own stream. I have a Twitter page at King Fuyoshi. I come here every Thursday. I commentate. I've been entering in bracket lately, so
Woo! Let's go.
Yeah,
if you see us here, please feel free to talk to us. We're generally pretty nice.
Yeah, everybody here is really easygoing. Guys, and I'm X. I also come here every Thursday with these gentlemen to commentate Smash. I do my own stream. It is twitch.tv/TheRealX if you guys want to come by for that. Also, I have my own Twitter, which I have used all of 3 times, but I'm getting better with it. It is XEKTS12. If you want to get at me for some things, anything in particular, feel free to.
Nice.
And yeah, guys, we'll just see you next week or Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday for Smash, man.
For sure.
Come on by.
Take it easy.
All right, guys, take care.
See ya.